No.
Dan's turned out pretty good. His was a little bit long though. I gotta do better about that.
What do you usually shoot for?
I try to be about 3.
3 hours?
Yeah, it's whatever it
damn.
ends at. I mean, Dan's is unfortunately a little bit louder than that. A little longer. Wow, I said louder. Fuck me.
God damn. I don't know if I have 3 hours of stuff to talk about.
We'll figure it out. You don't gotta have 3 hours of shit. You just gotta look pretty. If it gets too warm, let me know. Oh, that vent is open. This is the fight. Because this room is so small and it's right here next to the heater.
Yeah.
Dude, this room just roasts.
Sure. Roast's house.
For anybody who was watching last episode, here's the notebook that I lost. It was literally right behind my chair. I said right before the podcast that I had a whole note set for Dan, so I could talk about shit. And I had lost the notebook. And
Did Dan wear this last?
yeah,
He's got a fat ass head.
Nah, he had his hat on, and then he also only had one on, so he could just put it wherever he wanted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
That might be what I do.
Oh,
Just like when I'm gaming.
just like when you're gay.
Just like when I'm gaming. Gaming, not when I'm gay.
I heard what you said.
I mean, I can be gay. There's nothing wrong. It's 2018 now.
It's 2018. Oh shit!
First podcast of 2018.
First podcast. Hi, hi everyone. Life on Record. I'm back.
Wait, no, you changed the name, didn't you?
I haven't changed it yet, so I'm still.
I fucked up.
I'm still playing.
Blank it out.
Blank it out. Blank it out. No, you know what has to happen? Other than the fact that you parked on the side of my house, which I will post to Facebook later.
Hey, what did the text say? Let's see what the text said, because I'm pretty sure you said park next to the house.
I'm pretty sure I said park on the left of the house. Park.
Well, I took it literally.
Yeah, I know, and that's just
Park behind the left side of the garage. I see what you mean
so
now.
you weren't even behind it. You were just.
I thought.
there.
Well, when I looked, it doesn't look like it goes behind his garage, man. I don't know. Some people are weird. Some people like you to park on the side of the garage.
Well, I'm the same person. It's like when you come to my house, don't fucking knock. Just come in.
Just come in.
Oh shit! Act number 2. I can't see. Dan's got the I'm getting in the habit of posting these now because then
Nice.
it might cause some sort of attraction. But it's really hard to text just left-handed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just left-handed is a pain in the balls.
Hey man, you gotta get good at using the mouse with just the left hand sometimes.
Oh my god,
yeah.
I get it. That was a joke. Oh shit.
We got jokes.
We got jokes. I think my stupid fucking. This is the problem with the Percocets is like, I don't know how loud I'm being.
Oh really?
So I need to be extra careful. Like yesterday, we went to a New Year's Eve thing. And I like leaned past this broad, and I know I was being loud because I had to turn and say, I was like, I am so sorry. My wife goes, you never say you're sorry to me. I was like, I always say I'm sorry to you. When am I not sorry for yelling in your ear? Yeah. So the name change. It's either going to be Life on Record. It's going to be Stories Here in Town Show, also known as the Shit Show, which
That's what I'm going with.
part of me thinks I should put them together and be like Life on Record, the Shit Show.
There you go. That could work too.
Just, yeah. Everyone's like, oh, it's too long. It's like, no, but you'll remember it.
Exactly.
You'll remember it. You remember anti-disestablishmentarianism?
Right.
That's a long
You can
ass
figure
word.
it out.
I love when
Put it
people
in your phone. It's all good.
I love when people use anti-disestablishmentarianism and they have no idea what the hell it means.
I've never looked it up. I just know it's a super long word.
It's like, just break it down. Anti.
Right. Against
Disestablishment.
the establishment.
Tarianism.
I don't know what that even.
Just an ism.
Oh, okay.
I love it.
I went to engineering school, not English school. I did
That's
that
right,
on purpose.
That's right. You're a fucking genius.
Oh, I would not say a genius, but some other people might.
Okay, so I'm gonna correct this from saying Life on Record with Chris Johnson to Life on Record with motherfucking Chris Johnson.
There we go. So we're
Because,
allowed to swear then.
I've already dropped an F-bomb within the first few minutes.
Good, because I think I might have too, and I forgot to ask. I didn't know how professional this was.
He goes, fuck, I didn't ask.
I meant to the whole way here. I was like, I gotta remember to ask him if we can swear or not.
It's not even just that. It's the whole other thing here. I'm gonna have you pour that because
Yeah,
I'm
for sure.
incapable right now.
No, you're handy capable.
I'm left-handed capable.
It's okay. He's got it.
Yeah, remember last time, everybody? The arm. Look at the cast. It's so gorgeous.
Should I pour this whole thing
Yeah,
in?
you can go up to like there.
All right.
Look at all those grounds. I was looking at coffee today to buy so I could have good coffee for guests.
There's a good roaster right up on...
I know, I want to go there.
Which one? There's
The one
Joe
right
Bean,
by...
and there's Canal Town right by the
gym.
Gym is Canal Town, yeah.
There's plenty of space.
And then...
right there. Here you go, sweetheart.
And then Joe Bean is over off University. But there, you're going to pay. You're going to pay for Joe Bean.
I was going to go to Canal because it's right there.
It's really good.
Because I smell them roasting every once in a while, dude.
It's where I get all my coffee from.
Is that where you go?
Yep.
They're
right
good?
there, yep.
Because I used to go to... what's Parkley?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I used to go to Parkley a lot, but Parkley is... what is it? I used to buy like a quarter pound for like $15 or some shit.
Yeah, that's Joe Bean right there.
That's Joe Bean. So what's so special about Joe Bean?
I think they're technically considered a third wave roastery.
What the fuck does that mean?
There's 3 waves in coffee. Like the first wave was like Folgers. Second wave's kind of like Canal Town, where they started trying to experiment with roasting, and then third wave is like, you know, V60s and Chemexes.
So what they're doing is they're throwing it through a rotary and they're shooting really hot air at it intermittently, and they're trying,
you know, certain time periods and stuff. It's complicated, man. That's what you're paying for, but it's super nice in there.
It's probably the difference between, like, I would assume Folgers is more like it goes on a conveyor belt and it just rolls through an oven, versus the Canal Town, which is a tub that probably rolls with heat, and then
you can see it back there when you go in there. You'll see their whole giant roaster in there. It's so cool. It's so
fucking smell it.
It's delicious.
I can see it too. It's like going to Krispy Kreme and getting to watch it. You're like, can I just dip my hand in there?
Is there Krispy Kreme anymore around here? I think they closed the last one in Henrietta, right?
That was the only one in Henrietta.
Was that the only?
Yeah. Now it's a
I thought
Dairy
there was
Queen.
another one too. Not in Henrietta, but somewhere in Rochester. I
don't know, but when we go to Florida, because my Florida friends, they love.
Well, yeah,
Krispy
they're
Kreme.
all power lifters, fatties.
They're all fatties.
You know? Yeah,
you heard that here first. Powerlifters are fatties. Hashtag Jordan Fiara. Hashtag Steve Malucci. Hi guys. That's not to say powerlifters up here are not fat either. Has Chris Johnson.
We're putting the weight on.
Yeah, so I didn't actually know you're an engineer. I'm gonna pause. Hold on.
Yeah.
I gotta get my track. Hold on. We did start. I said your name is Chris Johnson. Mm-hmm. I said my name. Well, I didn't need to say my name.
No,
you guys know
everyone knows you.
Yeah, fuck that shit. So traditionally, what happens is I figure out where you're from. Mm-hmm. Where are you from, Chris Johnson?
Right here in Webster.
No shit.
I did. I grew up right next to R.L. Thomas High School.
Oh no shit! What year did you graduate?
2009.
So is that the West Side school, or because there's two colleges?
It's the north. Schools, it's the north side. We're closer to the lake. The Schrader's on the south side of 104.
Yeah, because I can never remember if my wife went to Schrader or the other one. Because she's from Webster.
Schrader is.
Did you know Kyle Sheridan?
Ridge Road. I did.
I'm gonna have Kyle on.
Really?
I already talked to him. He's gonna come on. He's gonna be a freak beast. He's so funny.
Did he run track or something?
He did. He was. I think he was a 4x1er, and I think he played football.
That's right. Did he have 6 fingers on one hand at one point?
I don't.
Ask him about
I'll
that.
ask him.
Because someone I played football with had 6 fingers, and for some reason I think it might have been him.
Yeah. So when one breaks,
wrong.
another one just moves in. Well, it's like shark teeth.
It was like just this little thing coming off one of his fingers, and he might have had it removed. I don't know if it was him or not, though. So this could all be bullshit. But someone I played,
might be bullshit.
Someone I played middle school football with definitely had 6 fingers.
Oh God!
And they were wide receiver.
Oh,
advantages.
Hey, there's the advantages. Yeah, you got to get special gloves for that shit. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna enjoy this for a second. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. I'm just checking the acoustics because this is gonna be one of the last times before we get the phone. Yeah. The phone comes in. No more echo, bitches.
2018 is gonna be sick.
2018 is gonna. It's coming up. Oh shit. Joe from Family Guys. I'm all about Larry over here. So what was life like growing up in Webster?
Boring. There's nothing to do.
But you're right by the water.
Yeah. No, we would duck hunt stuff a lot. Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, we were at Radio Social last night for.
Okay, I have to get a hold of that guy too.
Oh, really?
The owner, yeah. Actually, Jake, he's friends with he's friends with the owner because the owner's father owns Chester Cap.
Oh, okay.
And Jake works at Chester Cap.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I'm gonna work this fucking network in Rochester, bitch.
You can get everybody. Dude, but so we were there last night for the New Year's Eve event, and around 1:45, I'm like looking at the TVs, and it's like, you know, the New Year's Eve thing with Steve Harvey or whatever bullshit was going on there, and then just duck hunting. It's just on the one TV. I don't know if they had like one of the sports games or like just the Rochester channel on it, because sometimes that has hunting on it. But
The Shooty Hoops channel.
It was just like boom, duck hunting in the middle of like this bar full of hipsters. So
that's pretty radio social.
oh man,
jeez. So how was that? I haven't been to Radio Social.
That's
yet.
the first time I've been there. It was
yeah.
nice because there wasn't a lot of people. It was a ticketed event, so that's why we went. We paid basically to get to a bar without having to push our way through people. It was nice though.
I heard a lot of downtown bars last night were running like really late hours.
Really?
Well, early technically because after midnight it's not early, it's not late.
Oh, they close. Yeah, they closed.
They're closing like 4 o'clock. I was like, God
damn.
I had a hard time staying up to midnight.
Me too. I can't do it anymore.
I'm old as shit.
I hit 20. I'll be 27 this year, and I was just. My girlfriend calls me an old man now. So I fall asleep around 9:30, 10 o'clock.
That's me every night.
It's because I get up to let the dog out at 6 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock.
The wife is complaining because of the foster we have. She leaves on Tuesday finally. She's like, I'll get to sleep till 7. Because she's been waking up at like 3:30 with her, and then 5.
Really?
And then I'm fucking useless right now
Yeah,
because of this
right,
shit, so I can't do anything.
Is the foster the one that licked me in the mouth?
No, that's Penny. That's our puppy.
okay.
Yeah. Foster was upstairs.
Oh,
Foster
okay.
with
I haven't seen him.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
no, Darla, Morgan. Sorry, she'll be out of here shortly. Thank God. She's been nothing but a nuisance just because she's so young, and we have 2 dogs, 2 cats. She just got done fostering 2 other dogs and a bunch of kittens, and we've had to have her for about a month.
Jeez, how long are you supposed to have him for?
Well, Carly took her out because she had subcoptic mange, apparently. She didn't have subcoptic mange, which is apparently the equivalent of like scabies.
Jeez.
And then you can give that to humans. So she had to like change her clothes like 6 times a day to go in there. She had to wear gloves and giant stuff so she could like take her outside and then like socialize her. And
Jeez.
I think that was for like the first 2 weeks.
Oh my God.
And then they're just at a point where she's like, fuck it. She's like stuck. She's like, if I get scabies, I get scabies. God damn it. This dog doesn't have scabies. So she's been
in the ass.
Yeah, she had to like throw them into a trash bag and put them outside. So if there was scabies in there, they'd freeze in like 10 minutes or some shit. Speaking of freezing, it is goddamn cold out there
This
today.
is the warmest day it's been in a couple of days too.
I haven't been outside today.
It's not. It's still cold. I think it was like 14 or something.
Somebody said tomorrow's gonna be 2 degrees is the high. What the hell? Where the hell do we live?
Dude, right
2
below
degrees.
Canada.
Is this 2 centigrade?
I mean, right across the lake. Canada's right there.
Yeah.
You know?
Were you out in that snowstorm the other day driving around on I think it was Saturday? Friday to Saturday, that big storm warning?
Oh yeah. We went down to McGregor's for dinner and then to K2 for drinks after. It was fun. I got a truck. I don't care, man.
He goes, I got a truck. He didn't say fucked. He said, I got a truck. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Interpret it how you will. But
That's so funny.
I got 4-wheel drive and new tires and a truck that barely runs. So,
Yeah, so what's going on with the truck? You're saying it has issues, and I haven't heard of issues like that from any car other than something with a carburetor.
The way GM loved to do their gas tank on that truck, the pump hangs in from the top of the tank.
Okay,
and it sits in the low spot of the tank.
Yeah.
So all the water collects right on top of the pump, and there's a retention ring that keeps it sprung under pressure.
Yeah.
And that's almost all rusted out.
Oh, that's why it's getting water in there.
So eventually I'm just going to hear ping and a smash into my cab, and that's going to be my fuel pump. So we threw some JB weld on it, and we'll see how long it lasts.
That must have been a pain in the ass to get to, though, especially
we
in the
had to
winter.
take the bed off. Oh, yeah. Well, my buddy works for somebody my brother used to work with on his farm.
Mm-hmm.
We just pulled it into the farm, so it was heated and
that's not
everything,
so
so
bad
it wasn't.
then, yeah.
No, that's why. But
that would have been a nightmare.
what sucked was getting the bed off because you had to take the bed off to do it.
Yeah, that's what I was
He
gonna
hits
ask.
the first bolt or the first nut with the impact wrench and just straight shears it.
Yeah, that sounds about
The
right.
next 5 came off, but that one just sheared, so we had to get the Sawzall going. And
How old's the truck?
2004, so 14.
Yeah, so she's a little bit
165,000 miles.
God damn.
Yeah.
But she moves.
But she still goes.
God.
Sometimes when I start to idle down, though, it starts to really drop, and I get nervous one of these times.
This is the kind of truck you can afford on an engineer's salary.
I bought this truck while I was in college.
14 years ago.
No, not 14 years ago. I bought this truck in 2011, I think. So I've had it for 6 years now.
Yes. Jesus
But
Christ.
we're looking at new one. I still can't afford a new truck.
I'm never going to buy a new car ever. You gotta
Dude,
be
it's
fucking kidding me.
ridiculous.
Jesus Christ. I can't even afford a fucking 5-year-old car.
I know. I was looking at 2012 trucks, and they're still like 20 grand. And I don't want to lease one. I just want to own one.
You could be a white girl and get a Jeep.
I thought about it. But they have problems. I've heard they have
so
problems.
many problems. That's why I'll never own one.
I want a GTI though. Golf.
I do want to. The only reason I'm apprehensive on the GTI now is A, I know how hard it is to work on German cars.
Yes.
But B, I want that all-wheel drive, son.
That too.
Because if I'm going to have a daily
what
driver
the
and then a fun
WRX
car, yeah. That's the thing, though. I hate those flat fours, dude. They just bother me.
Why is that?
Like, so I have a flat four now, and I can tell that it's not the same kind of
really?
motor as like a straight four.
Okay.
Like an inline four. I can tell like when I drive around.
So a flat four sits like this.
Flat four, they sit like this. So piston names this way, piston names this way, piston names this way, piston names this way.
Okay.
So they're opposite.
Gotcha.
And it just is it that way? It might be all four the same direction. I can't remember. I don't.
But the inline, I have an inline 5 in my truck. Yeah, they're just straight.
Just straight up and down,
torque
or
off
whatever
that.
it is. Yeah,
a little bit.
But it's like the feeling of it. It feels like it's suffocating sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's why they get a lot of like those head gasket leaks and stuff. Is because the way that
okay.
they sit. They don't sit so the fluids are constantly lubricating.
Gotcha.
They sit and the fluids go to one half. Yeah. So, I mean. And then it's a WRX, so that's an expensive piece of car.
Oh, yeah, they're not cheap. I looked at them today. I was like, maybe I'll get a WRX. Nope.
That's why I'm looking at the Juke, and that's why I'm looking at the Countryman.
Yeah.
Because the Countryman still got backseat room, but it's got all-wheel drive, and it's got a turbo, and you can get it in a manual. And the Juke has all-wheel drive, turbo, and you can get it in a manual.
That's all you need.
Yeah, and if it's going to be a daily. But I was looking, I was like, God, how old's the Juke? Jukes are like 11 or 12, 2011,
Yeah,
2012.
something like that.
They're still like 15 grand for
Really?
2011. I was like, shut up. Those are like 28
damn.
grand brand new.
Jeez.
You got to go out of state. That's what it is. I'm going to have to call my buddies in Florida and be like, yo, bitches, I'm coming down to get a car.
Plus, there's no rust.
No rust.
That's the key.
And then
It'll
you gotta
last
make sure you get
forever.
the spray on the undercut. If I ramble, I'm so sorry because I'm so medicated right now for pain that I can feel my head falling down.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
How often are you taking those pills?
I take 2 pills twice a day. You're supposed to take 2, 3 to 4 a day.
Really?
And I'm only taking them twice a day.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, I melt.
You don't want to get hooked on them either.
You remember those old marijuana commercials from the 90s where she's like, she's not the same ever since she started smoking marijuana. It's, Kyle's not the same ever since he started taking his medication for his pain.
That's a pretty good Brian impression.
Oh, come on, Brian.
And Stewie. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I can do Peter
You
pretty
got
good sometimes,
impressions.
but not lately. So, story time. For the, I'm going to come back to you, but
No, it's okay. It doesn't need to focus on me. I don't like being the center of attention. I don't know why I agreed to do this.
you notice the camera's actually pointed more on you.
I did glance over. I was like, fuck, damn it.
Just so you know, it's just so we can get the background.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding. It's not so we can see your face.
So we can use the brass knuckles.
Yeah, so we can use the brass knuckles later. No, so I ended up going in at like 7:30. We got there. And I was supposed to be in at like 10, and then 10 o'clock rolls around, and I'm sitting there in my dress with no underwear on. The fucking nurse, she comes in when she's in there. She goes, all right, everything off, sweetie, including those undies. And I paused. I was like, did this bitch just say undies? I'm a grown ass man. So she left, and I took my shit off, and the way that the dress worked is there was only ties at the neck.
Oh, really? There's
Yeah,
nothing
they didn't
in
have
the
any ties
bag.
at the bottom. Yeah, so when I had to go pee. My dad's sitting there. I was like, God damn, I gotta go pee. I was like, maybe I'll just go pee after the surgery. He goes, you're gonna want to go pee before the surgery. He goes, because otherwise you might void your bowels on the table. I was like,
that'd be awkward.
I was like, I don't want to, I was like, my ass is gonna come out. He goes, I'll turn away. I was like, it's not you I'm worried about. What if there's girls here? He just stared at me and laughed. There's girls here. He just stared at me and laughed, and I just gave him a big smile. It was so funny. So like, all the nurses and stuff start coming in, and in my normal fashion, I start to harass everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Because everyone needs to be the brunt of this.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying. So I'm harassing my nurses, and then the anesthesiologist comes in. And before they came in, I was like, all right, I got to make everybody laugh at least once. Because if we go into the surgery and everybody's got a smile on their face, I was like, this is going to be a good fucking day.
Yeah.
So the anesthesiologist comes in, and the dude's speaking. He's either Eastern European or he's like Ukrainian or something like that. I couldn't tell. And he's like, so for the, I'm almost a German, but he's talking about it. He goes, we're going to do the nerve block and blah, blah, blah. And he's going on and on. I don't fucking know the nerve block is. I had to look it up a couple of days later when I could use my hand.
Yeah.
But he's like, some people report having a sore throat. I go, oh, so that's not from the dicks? And my dad is sitting next to me, and the color just drains from his face as he stares. And the anesthesiologist is just staring at me, and he just looks at my dad, and my dad just looks back, and I'm sitting there going, just big dumb smile, and he goes, I'll see you in the room, and he just leaves. And I end up making my doctor finally laugh because I hadn't made him laugh the first time I met him, and I made sure to make him laugh this time. I want to go into this in good spirits, sir. He's like, do you got any questions for me? I was like, how's your day going? He just stares at me. I was like, I'm concerned. I was like, you having a good day? Having a bad day? Did you get up early? Did you have a good breakfast? I was like, you hungry? You need to take a minute for lunch? He's just staring at me. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm asking questions. I want answers. You said, do I have any questions? Here's my questions. I need to know that you're doing good. Are we doing good today? And he just started laughing. He goes, yeah, we're going to be fine.
Okay. It's like, you're literally cutting me open. I need this arm to stay attached.
Yeah. Are we good?
I got bench presses to do and deadlifts to do, so we gotta get this put together.
That deadlift this week is gonna be hilarious.
Yeah.
The deadlift and the safety bar squats
with the toe bar strap, toe strap.
Yeah, buddy. It's gonna be an adventure for the next 8 weeks. But so we get in the room and I'm laying on the table, and the anesthesiologist, I can tell he does not understand humor.
Yeah. Well,
he's got me there. They're not even communicating with me. I'm just like doing shit, and I get on the table and he points, and I look over, and then he takes the thing that they use for pregnancy to see where the baby is.
Oh, ultrasound. Yeah.
He's doing it on my neck, and I was like, oh, what you doing there? And he grabs my head and he pushes it back down. He goes, don't look. I was like, oh shit. And I chimed in. I was like, just remember, when you put me out, I was like, I'll finally shut up. I could feel him smile. And then I see him like take this big ass needle out the corner of my eye.
Shit.
And he goes, just pinch, and he shoves it in there, and I was like, oh! And I feel him hook some shit up, and he goes, hey, like I can tell he's smiling at this point because he's enjoying this.
Yeah.
And then my arm makes a giant twitch. My arm makes a second twitch, and it makes a third one. I was like, holy fuck! Like I literally shouted, holy fuck! I see my doctor walk in, I'm out.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. I was like, what? And I wake up, and I was like, did we do good? My doctor, he looks over, and he goes, yeah, we did good. And the anesthesiologist is standing there. I could tell he wanted to keep me under for just a bit long. It's the first time I ever woke up in the OR after the surgery was done. Really? Because I don't do well with anesthesia, so either it takes a lot to put me out, or I get really fucked up for days.
Oh, jeez.
So I was really messed up till probably Friday night.
Holy shit.
Like, it messed me up so bad. I didn't take any of the pain meds because of the nerve block.
Right.
But I slept maybe 2 hours.
Ugh.
So I got home, I watched TV. The wife and I went to bed. I kept watching TV. I tried to sleep. She woke up, and then I laid there. Just laid there for like an hour. Just literally, I was like, all right, I'll shake my foot. I'll go back to sleep. Trying to rock myself to sleep. And I just got up. She goes, what are you doing? I go, I'm getting up. I've been up for 2 hours already. Go back to sleep. I just go on the couch. I'm watching TV. I was like, this is fucking terrible. But I didn't feel tired.
Huh.
I just felt zonked.
I've never had surgery, so I have no idea what any of this is like.
That's good.
I've been lucky.
That's good.
I've been lucky.
I've had my adenoids out. I've had an epigastric hernia repaired. I've had this done. And then the aliens thing. That's for another time.
Well, that's a different story. That's a different story. How'd you get a hernia? Was it lifting?
When I was in 7th grade, it was just probably like a lot of built up stress and stuff like that. I had an epigastric one, so it tore a hole in my diaphragm.
Ugh.
Yeah, I think it was from getting pushed down the stairs. I had a bullying. I had a bunch of bullies when I was in middle school.
Now you're too big for that.
I got bullied by a kid who gets bullied. That was
Goddamn.
one of the kids who got me. Yeah, I was a little guy, dude. I might have been like.
Oh, you ran cross country, right?
Well, in middle school, I was like 4'8", 7. I think I think in 8th grade I was 78 pounds. At
Really?
4'8", I was a tiny kid. Yeah.
Jesus.
Jason, no Kyle.
Okay.
But yeah, if you want coffee, have yourself.
But now you bloomed.
Now I bloomed a little bit. People still pick on me. People are mean.
I don't pick on you because I'm scared.
Because I'm scared.
And by scared, I mean I need someone to spot me who's not a moron. Dude, when
you can't believe how many people have already said some shit about not having spotters at the gym. I was like, is this part of a fucking art?
Dude, it is for some people.
This is monk fruit, by the way.
Monk fruit.
Monk fruit, yeah. It's an alternative to like Splenda and stuff like that.
Okay.
So it's just made from the fruit. It's no calories, and then here's creamer.
Well, I usually don't use stuff, but now I'm
What is it with all the manly men that I have on the show and like not drinking coffee with shit in it?
So when I was in college, when I was a freshman, I had a borderline eating disorder.
No shit.
I didn't recognize that until like last year, but I was like obsessed with losing weight. I got down to like 140 pounds from like 170 or so.
Was this like cyclical, or was this just the purpose?
It was just the purpose. It was
no shit.
I don't know why. I was just like, I'm just gonna how you look like people on bodybuilding.com, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that stacked with the Anavar and the Windskull.
Yeah. So I lost a shit ton of weight. I got down to like 140 something, and it might have been 130 something in the end. But so I was like, well, I need to stay up because fucking school's hard, and the only thing you can drink that doesn't have sugar in it is coffee. Yeah. So I was like, and I'm not going to put sugar in it, so we'll just go black coffee, 5 calories, and we're good.
Yeah.
So that's how I started. I just forced myself to do it. God damn. That was it.
I've done black coffee before, but I can only do black coffee when it's really good coffee.
Right.
Like, it has to be...
Otherwise, it's a sin if you put anything in there.
Like that, yeah, but you get to that certain level.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's now not just like buy it off the shelf coffee. It's like...
Right.
It's what it is. It's like really good tea, the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
You might put a hint of something in there.
Yep. I
like how you literally put a sprinkle in there. That was the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Do it again. But I was in Joe Bean one time, and I was reading the coffee beans they had, and they have like the flavor descriptions on them, and it was like strawberry smoothie. I'm like, there's no fucking way a coffee can taste like strawberry smoothie. So I bought it, not cheap, bought it, made it, and I'm like, that's strawberry smoothie. Goddamn,
no
they were
shit.
right. I couldn't believe it.
They had to have put so many fucking chemicals in that.
No, it's just straight bean. It's just the way they roast it. It was like they get all their stuff from like, single origin farm, like single family farms or whatever the hell they call them, from like Nicaragua and shit.
Yeah, my brain just got an erection. That's pretty intense. That's pretty intense.
Dude, you gotta try some of their stuff. It's so good.
Where's Joe Bean? Joe Bean's
it's
on
right
University?
on University.
Where in University?
What's it near? You know where Revelry is? You know where the Tim Hortons is over there?
Yeah.
It's kind of, it's near there. I think it's a little bit east.
Oh, I know where Revelry is. Fuck.
Yeah, it's over in that area. You'll find it. It's easy to find.
I'm gonna start small. I'm gonna go Canal first.
Yeah, for
baby
sure.
Steps.
Just for something like this, Canal Town's really good. That's what I drink every day.
I like that you say for something like this, as if we're not upscale.
No, we're upscale. But you're just starting out. You can't break the bank yet. You gotta get ad revenue.
Gotta spend all the money on the baffling and stuff.
Yeah.
And quiet this bitch down.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, for 2018, I've set some pretty big goals for this show right now, and I just have to wait till I have 2 arms, and I have a list of the people that I will be actively reaching out to, because, for every, I'm going to get to the point where for every one I ask, one's going to say yes and one's going to say no.
Right.
So, right now I've only had 4 no's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
4 no's out
and
of
4 reschedules by me.
4 reschedules? No, actually not, because we never really scheduled.
Oh, that's true.
I had 2 guys who scheduled who rescheduled twice, and then both never came anyway. So.
Oh, really? That's too bad.
Wow, and I'm hiccup central right now. I have no idea why.
It's the opiates.
I thought I was going to die this morning. I just kept hiccuping. That's the biggest worry when you hiccup.
Yeah, I think that is a thing.
I laughed too hard. That's what happened. Every once in a while, I have to take the sling down.
Want some water?
No, I'm good. You know how I'm with germs.
Except for your
germs.
Yeah.
So you grew up in Webster. What was your childhood like? Like, what did you do? What were your hobbies? What were the things you really doing?
Let's see. So in middle school, we played baseball and through high school I played baseball and football. Those are the 2 sports I played. But in middle school, me and my 2 buddies got really into paintball, to the semi-professional level. We never played tournaments or shit, but we were quote unquote on a team and practiced and stuff. That was a lot of fun.
Did you ever go to Invasion?
Yep. That's where we would always play. Yep.
It's a good place.
Right when it first opened, that's where we were.
Did you do the outdoor field or the indoor field?
We only ever did the indoor field. They didn't have the outdoor field when we were playing. They had, the last year or so we played, they had it, but that's an expensive hobby though, especially when you're a kid.
Yeah, but there's a ton of hobbies anytime you hear somebody, they're like, "Oh, I was a skateboarder."
Yeah, I was a skateboarder too. I skateboarded all through elementary and middle school and high school.
Wow, you were just an active guy.
Oh yeah.
How are you with risks? Are you a risk taker?
To an extent, more than most people, but I'm not backflipping. I snowboard and stuff, not backflipping, not rodeos and weird shit like that. But
and you're playing an aggressive contact sport.
Yeah.
You're playing your skateboarding, which can fuck you up.
Oh, I've got plenty of concussions from that.
Yeah,
never broke anything though.
Never broke
Drinking the milk.
My
mom was right.
He never drinks any milk. Looks next door, arms rip off. Oh, that's not good. That commercial was so good. Yeah. how my brain's gonna work today, guys. Just bear with me. And the hiccups. I'll move away every time I hiccup now. So what got you into, all the activities and stuff? Was it like your father? Was it your siblings? Was it?
I think it was just friends. I mean, my dad pushed me to play baseball and football. Even when I wanted to quit playing football, my dad still made me play football.
Well, you were a quarterback too, so.
Quarterback and wide receiver, yeah.
That's pretty intense.
But I didn't start. I wasn't a starting quarterback. I was a backup quarterback, and I started wide receiver every once in a while.
So you were Julian Edelman on the Patriots?
Yeah, exactly. he's only 5'11", right?
I think so. I don't think he's
not very tall.
I don't think he's much taller.
Yeah,
I think he might be like 5'10" on a good day.
So good. He's my height then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a Patriots fan. That's right. My Dolphins lost to the Bills last night.
I know. That's so bad.
How do you recover 2 onside kicks against the team and then proceed to throw interceptions to lose the game? Both times.
Wait, they did 2 onside kicks?
No, in the game before too. They played the Bills. They played the Bills, then they didn't play the Bills.
It was Bills, Patriots, Bills.
Then they played the Bills again.
Yeah.
And they both times they played the Bills, onside kicks, recovered with a potential to win the game and threw interceptions.
Who's that scrub quarterback who played at the end for you guys?
Oh no, Fowles? He played after the first drive.
So wait, they took Jake Collard after the first drive?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he sucks dick.
Yeah, but you guys paid him a lot of money.
He's really bad though.
The Bears.
But I honestly, I think he doesn't want to play. I don't think he wants to play for the Dolphins.
He was supposed to retire. I think it's just one of those they gave him enough money.
Yeah, they were like,
he's done.
Hey, $10 million. Well, no, he retired before the season. And then they were like, hey, we need a quarterback, $10 million. And he's like, the wife says, yeah, she needs a new ring, so let's do this.
Yeah, but we can't know how much of that's guaranteed. I bet you it was probably heavily related to his stats.
Really? You think so?
A lot of those quarterbacks are. Their money's related to their stats. Fucking.
I figured for a 1-year deal, it's almost guaranteed you're going to get $10 million.
Yeah, at least something out of that. But then whoever played after the first drive yesterday, that
Fouls.
Whoa.
Not bad. Not
I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the Jets quarterback. That guy is. God,
I didn't see that game.
That was atrocious. I was like, this poor kid. Oh, he got hit again. Oh, this poor kid. Oh, he got hit again. Get rocked. Oh, safety.
Yeah, no, Fowles was actually pretty good. I mean, he performed as good as Jay Cutler did at his best this year, and he just came in as a backup first time playing the game. I mean,
is that your guys' lead into for next season?
No, Tannehill. Tannehill blew his ACL. He blew his ACL out in preseason.
It interests me how many quarterbacks got hurt this season.
It
seems like
kid from Houston.
Deshaun Watson.
Dude, I was watching him play for Clemson last year. Every time I don't watch college football, but every time I turn college football on, it'd be Clemson. I'm like, God damn, the Dolphins need to draft this guy. This kid is amazing.
He's fast too.
And he tears his ACL. It's like,
I had him in fantasy for 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and
my girl picked him up, and then he blew his ACL out, and I was like, no.
I picked him up the week before he blew up, and then I played him every week, and then I played him the week that he went out, and I still won that game just because he put up so many points before he got hurt.
Wow. When did he get hurt early in the game?
I think he got hurt week 7, week 8.
Yeah.
He got hurt at the beginning of the game, I believe.
Yeah. He still put up enough points to give you a win.
Yeah, for that week. But it gets weird. Next year, I'm considering shortening our season to 16 weeks as opposed to 17, just because week 17, a lot of the people that you have that got you there are probably not playing.
Exactly. Especially on high tier teams like the Patriots.
Yeah, I mean, Lev Bell sat yesterday.
Did he really?
Yeah, they sat him. They're like, we don't need you against the Browns.
Right. The Browns finished 0-16.
Did you see that thing about that parade?
No.
There was a dude who got all the rights and the petitions and stuff like that from the city, so that way if the Browns went 0-16, there was a parade in town to celebrate. So they went 0-16, and their head coach is 1-31.
Oh my God!
Even Chuck Pagano.
He started last year.
Yeah. Then? Even Chuck Pagano had a better record than him, and he got fired this year.
1-31. Did they fire him?
I don't know.
They just don't know what to do anymore. They're like, we can fire him. We can get a whole new team.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to do?
But this is what I'm saying. How the hell do you suck so bad when you've had 3 good years of high level draft picks and still not done a damn thing?
Right.
Is it just you don't have enough coordinators or people like that are good enough to fucking teach your players or something?
Is it a coaching problem? Is it a chemistry problem?
See, I don't know. I'm partly thinking it's a coaching thing, just because I think a good coach can get any team to play well.
Belichick kind of did it, right? I mean, Tom Brady's a 6th-round draft pick, and
yeah, but that. I'll be honest with that. That's just a freak thing.
Yeah,
That's a dedication thing. That's a different animal altogether.
They just work well together too. You know,
too,
they understand each other. There's a reason he's still there.
Well, he respects him as a coach, not as a friend.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
And they even show that in the interview sometimes. Is like he acknowledged, he never calls him anything but buddy. Like, it's Coach Belichick.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of times these, like, did you follow a couple years ago when Tampa took Lovey?
I remember it, but no, I didn't follow it.
I was living down there in the time, and I was talking to everybody, and I was like, guys, this guy's a defensive coach. He's gonna bring the defense up. He'll carry the offense through their holes for the rest of the season, and you guys will make it probably to first round postseason. No problem. And what did they do? They went 3-12 or something, 3-14, or I fucking remember 3-13 or some shit. Like, he's a defensive coach, and you guys have the 30th ranked defense, and you guys had the exact same defense as the year before, not missing anyone. The big difference is your head coach changed.
Right. It's like when Rex Ryan showed up, the Bills defense freaking didn't do shit.
Don't get me started. That dude shouldn't have been fucking coaching. Him and his brother shouldn't have been coaching anything other than little league
kids.
I gotta admit though, it's gotta be really hard to be a coach, any level coach in the NFL.
For sure.
Like, I thought about it the other day. I was like, so how does this start? Do you you're running around town as like a 21-year-old and you're coaching little league or something, and then like the high school's like, hey, we need you on our JV team, and then like in a year or two, you're coaching JV, varsity, and then you're on the varsity as like the assistant, and then you move and you happen to get a job as like an assistant coach on some shitty college team, and then you end up moving up and becoming some head coach on some shitty college team, and then some big college team's like, we need you as our quarterbacks coach, and you're like, yeah, I'll do that, man. You come on, you spend like 5 more years as their quarterback's coach, work up to special teams defense, and then they're like some other total team. Like, you've been flown around the country like 8 times.
Right, you moved all over the place.
You're like, this is not my dream since I was 20, man. I went to college for sports management, Brad. So terrible. So I have to ask, how did you get into engineering? Because that means you're really smart. And every time I say that to an engineer person, they go, no, man, I'm not smart at all.
Not compared to some of the people we know, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's why everybody says it, because we know those people that are just freaking...
Yeah, but that requires a certain level of intellect that I'm not even going to say most, almost everyone does not have.
Yeah, a lot of intuition and stuff. But my dad's a chemical engineer, and then I got into electronics in high school through just a class I was taking. Ooh. It was like my favorite. The teacher was awesome. He basically had no control over us. We did whatever the hell we wanted, so it was a lot of fun.
That's not bad way to do
it. He was like, hey, we need you to do Science Olympiad. And I was like, the hell's Science Olympiad? He explained, the competition where you go in, you either take a bunch of tests or you build stuff and test it. And I'm like, I got nothing to do during the winter. I don't play a winter sport. I'll do it. Yeah, why not? So it was cool. We went to states all 3 years I was there. It's down in West Point. It's a cool academy.
That's cool shit.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's really cool.
That's how I got into it, yeah. So then I went to RIT for electrical engineering and spent a shit ton of money.
Was that 4 or 5 years?
5.
So you got your master's?
5.5 because of my master's, yeah.
That's cool, dude.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Well, even bachelor's is supposed to be 5 years there. Because you do co-ops. You do 4 co-ops there.
Oh, got it.
They might have changed it now because they're on semesters. I don't remember.
Did you do like AP and stuff like that in high school to try and get in and out faster or no?
I did AP classes, but not engineering classes.
Yeah.
Honestly, some of my grades in high school weren't great. They were never terrible. They were never below a B, but not enough to get into AP classes. But I did like AP history and AP economics, so I could take those and use those for other credits in college. So I didn't have to take like bullshit classes.
Yeah.
I didn't have to take economics in college, which was awesome because that class sucked apparently. That's what all my friends said.
Yes.
I was like, I took AP macro and micro. I'm all set. I barely remember anything. I still don't know how the economy works.
That's so good. I had a buddy, one of my brothers, CJ. He took all the economics classes, stuff like that. And he was trying to explain economics to me one day. I was like, I'm so happy you don't teach this because I am not understanding a damn thing you're saying. He drew charts and stuff and he was getting really into it. And I was like, all happy for it. But I was like, I just don't get it, dude. I was like, why don't you take me somewhere? Show me. Yeah. Hold my hand, bitch.
Yeah.
So funny. I love it. He's actually come on next Saturday and talk.
Oh, really?
So CJ after CJ.
Oh, no. It's a conspiracy.
The world's gonna blow up.
It's Kid Eddie Bravo here. It's a conspiracy.
Oh, no, not the chemtrails, bitch. Oh, yeah. Yo, I got mad the other day and I posted in my drugged up stupor on Facebook. Did you see that?
No. I don't think we're friends on Facebook.
I don't think you have Facebook.
I do have Facebook. I don't
Chris
use
Johnson,
it, dude.
you need to be friends now so you can share this with everyone on your Facebook.
We'll do it.
But I posted, I got really fed up because I heard, so my wife showed me something where some dude in Florida was arguing about the fact that, I think it was global warming doesn't exist. Not global warming. It might have been dinosaurs. Yeah, it was dinosaurs.
The dinosaurs don't exist.
Fucking cunt. this fucking cunt. And I'm not friends. I was like, how the hell are you friends with this asshole? Blah, blah. And she's like, well, I was going for the gym stuff down there. He was one of the guys who ran one of the gyms. That's how we became friends. I was like, fucking tag me. She goes, you're not going to be able to see her. You're not friends. I was like, fuck this guy. So, he's talking about how dinosaurs didn't exist. It's all coincidental that we finally found bones in 1800s and blah, blah, blah. And, he's going on and on and on. And I'm sitting there and the wife is saying stuff. And I was like, oh, fuck you. They found bones before. It's just they didn't give a shit because they wanted to fucking eat food. Nobody's going to construct a goddamn dinosaur when you're struggling to eat and live. Fuck
you're just
you.
trying to live. You're trying not to get smallpox and die and shit.
Yeah. What's that one that killed malaria?
Malaria.
Yeah, we don't want the
Malaria
malaria.
still
Oh,
kills a
look,
shit
I
ton
found a
of people.
T-Rex skull. What the fuck's a T-Rex?
cool.
I just named it, bitch.
Right.
Nobody gives a fuck. All you want to do is live and reproduce. So, and all the points and stuff like that some of these people bring up, I'm just like I showed my dad this one. Have you seen the one floating around with the big-titted broad who's talking about how dinosaurs were made up because of the fact that you can make anything for millions of dollars? She pours out a cup of cement, and she's like, I'm gonna give you this putty, and I'm gonna be like, make a brontosaurus.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, if it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit.
Right.
You can't give me a smashed up pile of shit and be like, here, this is this now. I'm gonna be like, no, that's definitely not.
Right.
And then I can x-ray it and I can fucking
Carbon
chemically
date it,
well, after a certain point, the carbon dating doesn't really work because it'll all just be whatever the minerals are.
Yeah.
But listening to her talk and she's like, well, it gets replaced with this, and she's using the wrong shit. I was like, it's minerals.
Yeah.
It's minerals.
It's not even the actual bones or anything. It's just the imprint in the sediment. That's all it is. That's what people don't understand.
If she wanted to argue and be like, these aren't bones anymore, and then say it's because they're minerals, I'd be like, oh, that's a good point, because that's true. But what it does represent is a fucking bone.
Right. But they have found bones, so it's all,
And it's still one of those, I guarantee you some Native American or some, native in some other country came across some giant femur split in half and just tied it to a stick and was like, look, I got a spear.
Exactly.
Having no goddamn clue.
They're like, oh, I could make something out of that. Perfect.
I used these teeth on this skull to brush my own teeth. Fuck,
People just want to be the first, man. You just want to be on a team. You want to be the first one to not be bamboozled by somebody. Yeah. It's all it is.
Well, I think I posted and it was like, dinosaurs don't exist, global warming's a fraud, the Earth is 6,000 years old, and something else.
Chemtrails are real?
No, I didn't post that.
Okay.
But I posted after that. I was like, did I miss anything? And my Facebook page just filled up with comments really quickly.
Why.
And I loved it.
That's
and
why
I was in my
social
stupor.
Media.
I was in my stupor.
You were having fun.
I was trying to, because I couldn't get my thoughts together. Yeah, I am so slow on this shit right now.
Oh, I bet.
I was standing there yesterday trying to talk to somebody. I was like, dude, hold on. He goes, what? I was like, I'm running behind. He goes, what? I was like, I can't put it together right now. I was like, I am so fucked up right now on pain meds that I can't put it together. I was like, and that's not a good excuse. Because I know people who function on pain meds and drugs and shit like that all the time. Right. But I'm a weak bitch.
Well, you're also not used to it. You're not doing this shit every day,
No.
You shouldn't be because it's real bad for you, but
It's real bad for you.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
Actually, do whatever the fuck you want.
Do it. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Do what you want.
I don't give a fuck. If I was president, all right, this is it. We're running for president.
As long as your counsel. As long as you're not hurting anybody.
Exactly.
Except for yourself. You can hurt yourself.
Yeah,
Go right
you can
ahead.
hurt
That's your
yourself all
choice.
you want.
Somebody argued with me about that, and they were like, well, what if you make a bad decision or something like that? I'm like, yeah, but you're even in my most deepest, darkest times, I've still acknowledged the fact that I don't want to do anything that I can't take back.
Right, exactly.
And I know that there's chemical imbalances, but who's to say that, you need to seek help? And if you haven't sought help, then you have no one to blame but yourself. But there's a chemical issue. Yeah. Okay, then someone who really loves you and cares about you needs to help you.
Yes, people
and
gotta
if
recognize
nobody
it.
does, then it's not just you to blame, it's them as well, because they're being irresponsible and they're being neglecting.
Exactly.
But if you consciously make decisions for yourself, as long as you're not hurting anything else, go right the fuck ahead.
And but I mean,
it's an Autobahn, bitch.
I mean, the most obvious example is the war on drugs. I mean, it's just a complete shit show. There's just no reason for it, you know? I mean, you can't stop people from doing it, and you shouldn't stop people from doing drugs. You can stop people from either selling them, or the government itself doesn't have to support.
Yeah.
In like they do with recreational marijuana, you don't have to actually allow stores to exist, but just don't punish the end user. Try to.
Well, it's like I didn't find out about CBD until recently, which is the non-psychoactive cousin to marijuana. Mm-hmm. Does not pop up in a drug test because it is not a drug like that.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. Some of them will flag you for THC, though. Some of them have a small amount in it.
Well, it has like 0.005% or some shit.
Some people aren't very good at extracting it. It just depends what you get. I've heard some people actually get popped for it. I mean, you get like Charlotte's Web or whatever. That's like the common one. You're fine.
What is Charlotte's Web?
It's CBD. You can just buy it online.
You can get it on Amazon probably.
I think you might be able to buy it in stores in New York. I don't know.
So there's a head shop over here that I get gummies from. That
just
I was
CBD
taking
gummies?
For the pain. Yeah. And they don't do anything other than just relax you.
Exactly.
That's it.
It just kind of calms you out. It takes the edge off.
Yeah. So I was taking them because they didn't give me any pain meds. So I would take 2 of the gummies and I would just relax.
Right.
And then you're like, okay, I can gather myself. I can put myself together. I'm not hazy or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm feeling more calm. So I actually started taking the CBD oil for my migraines.
Really?
Because I wake up with a headache almost every day.
Really?
So I use it, and I use it on a vape, and I use the vape, and then the headaches go away. And I can tell I haven't used it today because I have a headache.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I usually do it first thing in the morning, but I was like, I don't want to use the CBD if I'm about to use the Percocets because I don't want conflicting shit going on. Because I don't know what it's going to do.
Exactly.
And it might not do anything,
know.
but...
Yeah, but you never know.
Yeah, I use the CBD, I do a couple drops, take my 3 hits, wait a couple minutes, do my next 3, and then no headache for the rest of the day.
That's amazing.
This is coming from a guy who take ibuprofen like candy.
Yeah.
Who has zombotropin
not
and
good
shit.
for you.
Oh, fuck you.
Ibuprofen, it inflames all your joints and shit.
I haven't taken like NSAIDs in so long.
Yeah.
So like the Percocets have acetaminophen in them, and I'm getting acid reflux again.
Oh, really?
So I have like my Zantac 75 I gotta take, and I was like, because I don't take NSAIDs. I do everything with like oils. Yeah. I rub it. I use like the methylatums and stuff like that. My headache's here, whatever back here, all my vitamins and minerals, just everything I can do not to take something like that. Not to say that the shit that I'm taking isn't chemicals, but I know it isn't as bad as something that was just formulated in a goddamn fucking laboratory.
It's quote unquote natural.
Yeah, where someone's like, this was at one point a plant, but now I added this chemical. And you got some alcohol shit floating around your body now, and it's terrible.
I take ibuprofen maybe 5 times a year. It just depends,
Usually with like sickness or something.
Yeah, if I'm real hurt or like when I twist my ankle playing baseball, because I do that every goddamn year.
Do you wrap yet?
No.
Come on, wrap your ankle. Come on.
What happened this year? Oh, I pulled my hammy. That's right.
That's right. You did pull your hammy. I remember that.
Hammy round in third playing softball, and my girlfriend worked late that day. She was a physical therapist, and I was like, "Hey, bring home that digger tool. Let's work this thing out." She's like, because they got this thing that gets in there real good. She's like, "What'd you do?" Oh, I'll pull my hamstring. She's like, "All right."
What's it look like?
It's like just a curved piece of metal that they can just like really get into the muscle fiber with.
Do you grip it and you push down into it? Oh, that's interesting.
So I laid down and had her do that.
Pausa, bitch.
Dude, it hurt like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
When she got in there, I was almost crying, but I'm like, all right, so I can play baseball tomorrow, right? Because I had softball and I had baseball the next day. She's like, no, you idiot. You can't play baseball the next day. I'm like, well, it's going to happen, so what do you think? She's like, well, try not to run. I was like, all right, I can do this. I just got a pinch runner for myself.
Oh, jeez. That's funny.
Dude, I went 3 for 4.
Oh, shit.
I went 3 for 4 that day, yeah.
So how good were you at baseball and how good were you at football?
So like football, I didn't start in baseball either, but that's because of a lot of politics and high school sports like that. Dude. You were
I'm not asking how you were a starter. I'm asking how you were when you're on your team and you're playing wide receiver, quarterback, or you're playing pitcher.
Solid. Not like gonna go D1 solid, but
Did you have offers from colleges?
No, I didn't put myself out there.
Okay.
Because I knew I was going to engineering school. Yeah. So I was like,
that's the priority. At that
if I want a walk on, I was pretty sure I was going to RIT. So I thought about walking on, and I know I was friends with some of the guys from the baseball team through the gym and stuff, and I probably could have walked on, but just not worth it. Just graduate, get out of there. Because one of the kids was in my math class and he was barely hanging on. This is first year.
Oh, jeez.
Just freshman year, he's barely hanging on, trying to get through it.
Yeah.
college sports are tough.
Some of those disciplines
Even
too. What
D3s.
gets hard too with the disciplines, some of the disciplines in college is like, you go from high school where they will do whatever they have to make you
Push
pass.
you through. Yeah, because that's the standard.
College, it's not that.
No,
at
they don't
all.
care. They have your money. What do they care?
No fucks.
Yep. I mean, they want to retain you so that you can keep paying them, but
Yeah.
they already have 40 grand from you for that year.
Yeah,
so
they're not going to give you shit for free.
No. And the professors don't care because they're tenured. So they're like, I don't care what you guys do.
Which
My
is
research
sad.
is more important. It is. But, I mean, not all professors are like that. I had great professors at RA, too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at least especially in the electrical engineering department, most of them were freaking phenomenal.
Yeah.
But, you know, some people just... this problem stats teacher I had... We had, I think the class average on a test was a 60.
Whoa.
And that was the average. I think the high was like a 73 or some shit. And he was ecstatic.
Wow.
He was so happy. I was like, dude, you're just being an asshole.
Holy
like,
shit.
It's just, it is what, then he curves it obviously.
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
a B is a 60 now, but it's like, you're not proving it. I mean, yeah, okay, you proved you're smarter than a bunch of kids who are taking your class when you have a fucking doctorate.
That is the first time I've ever heard anybody explain a curve to me, and I've under fucking stood it.
Oh, yeah, that's all it is. It just goes, this is an A and this is a B now.
So you see, like, your
Yeah.
high score 75, your low is 25, and now your
Yeah.
high score 75 is an A plus, and it just moves the scale.
It just moves it. You
Which-
can, like, stretch it and stuff, so, like, you know,
I pictured
it's
like a
more
funky
weighted.
standard deviation and shit like
You
that.
can do that, too.
No, don't do that to me, because now you're ruining this. I was involved for a second here. I understood something.
It's kind of
this
like,
away from me.
what's the high, what's the low, and where did most people fall? Where most people fall, it should be around, you know, B minus B-ish, probably.
Yeah.
It depends on the professor, whatever they want to do. But you take wherever most people are, and there's your B, and then you kind of stretch it to fit everybody
So
else.
what's the point of having a test that hard if you have to curve it to
Exactly.
fucking pass it?
Exactly.
Because you're like, in real life, I only passed 60% of this, but now
Yeah.
all of a sudden I'm at a 90.
Right.
And you get out there to the workforce, they're like, why don't you understand all this?
Yeah.
You're like, they're like, you were an A plus student. No, I was not.
Exactly.
I'll tell you something.
Yep. That's why most employers don't care about your GPA.
Yeah.
They really don't.
Which is weird because they still fucking ask for it too.
They do, but they don't really care. They do. They
They,
probably
want to know your credit more than anything.
You look at it and they're like, all right, that's a 3.5. You know, if the difference between like a 3.9 and a 3.7 is like nothing to them,
Yeah.
but like the difference between a 3 something and a 2 something is huge. So they're gonna obviously, you know,
Yeah.
judge you on that. But
That also depends on the school though, because some of the schools like max at like a 4.33,
yeah,
and some of them only max at a 4, and then
we
there's some
only
that are
max
max at
at
like a 4.5. And
Yeah,
you're like,
it's all weird.
it's like doing the AP classes and having
Yep.
like 104% average. You're like, no,
Fucking overachievers.
no, that don't get it. No,
Yup.
so fucking ridiculous.
Overachievers.
I was just happy to pass. That's it. I just cared about passing.
Did you go down to Florida for college? Was that what
No,
that was?
Niagara University actually.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, that's where I met Dan.
Oh, okay, yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was say he went there. He said he played baseball there for a little bit.
Yeah,
I think.
he walked on to play baseball there,
Yeah,
but
he's a
apparently there was
pitcher or something.
there was something going on with the coaching there where like he was supposed to go on as like a walk on first year and not really have to
okay.
try out or anything like that because they couldn't get him a scholarship up front. So it was one of those, you come, you start playing with us, and we'll get you a
Gotcha.
scholarship
We'll
for
figure
5
it out
years.
for you.
And then he quickly realized that wasn't going to be happening, and he didn't want to waste his time, so he just kind of backed out.
That's
He was
good
like,
for
it's all
him, though, yeah.
political.
Oh yeah, I mean, shit. High school baseball is high school where high school football is really not. 'Cause you have so many kids.
Yeah.
But high school baseball, dude, it's like if my coach didn't particularly like me because I don't know why, but he just didn't particularly like me.
Mm-hmm.
So that was that. You know, didn't really start, didn't really play, but it was funny because we could barely win like 5 games a season in high school, but during the high school season, but we would take 75% of the high school team that I played, but then we played travel in the summer.
Oh yeah.
And we won like 4 out of 5 championships from 8th grade to 9th grade or something.
And it makes me wonder
Shit
if
like
it's the
that.
head coach that's messing
he
up
didn't.
and not the team.
Hope he doesn't see this play. He didn't know shit.
It's okay if you see it, buddy. We're just telling the truth. So this is what I don't like. So I don't care whatever anybody finds out that I say.
Yeah, no,
Like
no.
I literally said big titted broads, and as I'm saying it, I was like, "Bring it back, Kyle. Bring it back." But it's one of those like anybody who knows me in public knows how I talk and knows what I say,
Right.
and they know that when I have a discrepancy or an issue, I will be as polite as I possibly can when I bring it up to you.
Yeah.
But if you start to shut down and start to shut me down,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. But if I don't feel like you need to like handhold. It's an adult. He's an adult.
Right.
And that's your opinion. That's strictly your opinion.
Oh,
though.
no, I know.
But that's what I'm saying.
He has no power over my life anymore. It doesn't matter.
If anybody else had that same opinion,
yeah,
it might affect him.
Right.
And who knows? Maybe everybody did have that same
Right.
opinion, but it doesn't do you any good to stifle yourself and just be like, I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna say there's a problem. If there's a problem, you need to let people know because that's how you become a better fucking person.
Exactly. And that's something I'm really bad. I'm not upfront with people. I don't like upsetting people. That's just not in my nature.
It's taken a long time.
Yeah,
That's how I used to be. I used to be really like appeasing.
Yeah, that's how I still am.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna do? We'll figure it out.
Were you there that day that I slapped that kid up at the gym and I called him steroids?
No, which one?
I'm not gonna describe him.
Okay,
but
that makes sense.
Yeah, I can do it. I can do it off cast, but
you can point him out.
I can point him out. No, but I'm saying it might have been Elliot that I was there with. And like, I don't care. I don't have a filter. You want to call me out? We're gonna have a conversation. That's fine, bitch. Like the other day, CJ, we're friends, right?
That's right. That's right.
You can finish. I'm gonna run upstairs in a second.
You sure?
Grab my beverage. Yeah,
Right.
I got something in the fridge I forgot to bring down. But no, like I'm talking to Elliot, and I was like, "Yo, this kid is on so much shit right now." He's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Look at his shoulders. Look at his back."
God damn, I might know what you're talking about.
He always wears cutoffs. He's got short, dark hair. He's always talking to the few girls who are on our side.
Acne?
His back knee is on point, bro.
Is he taller?
He's shorter, darker.
Never mind. Different guy. Never mind.
I know who you're talking about, not him.
It's the guy that put a bunch of weight on that one time and then took it all off, and I was like, you didn't even do it. That guy. Why not?
But yeah, no,
don't see him
the
often
kid walks
anymore.
by me, and like obviously I talked to almost everybody at the gym.
Yeah.
And I slapped him up. I was like, "Yo, what's up, steroids?" And he walked away, and he didn't hear me apparently, and I said it right in his ear. And Elliot goes, "Did you just call him steroids?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Dude, what the fuck?" I was like, "What?" He goes, "What if he gets mad?" I was like, "For me telling the truth?"
Yeah, what's gonna happen?
I was like, "He's gonna fight me over." That's like I was
If
talking
he
to
does,
somebody
he
else the
does.
other day. Like he said Christian in the gym, and he goes blah 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 Christian, and I was like, "What?" Like I got really loud. I was like, "Have some conviction. If you're gonna say something, say it right." I was like, "Nobody cares what you're gonna say just now." I was like,
Right.
"We're having a conversation." I was like, "I don't need to fucking tune my ears in to hear you have an opinion." It's like, "Have a conviction." And he stares at me. I turn. I looked at everyone in the gym. I go, "Steroids," and I said it really loud. And
Oh shit!
And like nobody turned and looked. I was like, "Look, nobody gives a shit." I was like,
Right.
"Let me push the envelope." I go, "Pedophilia," and nobody looked. Nobody fucking looked. And I'm being like, yeah, and I'm being like, I'm probably talking this loud.
Oh Jesus!
Just said it out loud,
no.
and like I could see he's getting all right. I was like, the fact that
Who
you
was
have
Elliot?
no,
Elliot
it was
was?
one of the. I just started talking to these cats.
Oh, gotcha.
But like, he got red and blushing and stuff, and it's
Yeah.
like I can tell that society has put you in a way where you don't feel comfortable
Right.
saying certain words because now they're trigger words.
Yep. You don't want to piss off social justice warriors.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
No,
saying.
but
Like,
you really do because it's fun.
it is fun, but it's one of those like if I'm gonna have a conversation with you and you're gonna start to censor yourself or you're gonna start to minimalize what you're saying or turn it down or something, that's a big issue for me because if we're gonna talk, we need to talk.
Sure.
I go, if we're gonna whisper, let's go whisper something. I don't want to whisper. I want to talk to you, and that's it. It's simple. It's fucking simple. Just talk to me.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. And what's the worst that's going to happen? Someone's going to come over and they're going to be like, I don't like that you're talking about that. I'm going to be like, what part did you hear? Because I know you only heard 2%.
Right, exactly.
And
You
then
don't
I can
understand
fill
the
you in
context,
and you
yeah.
can become part of the conversation.
Right. Yeah, I mean, as long as you're not doing anything specifically to hurt people.
Don't
or
be
to,
rude, don't be an asshole, and don't be a racist.
Don't be a bigot.
It's
you
it.
know. Yeah.
But have an opinion.
Oh, yeah.
And stand by your opinion.
Yeah, you got to stand by it. Otherwise, why have one?
Yeah. Who are you otherwise?
Exactly.
You're just a cock in the machine, bitch.
A cog or a cock? Because I heard cock.
I heard both.
Okay.
My ears both. They split it. I added a word here. I added a word here. Yeah. So my whole brain was just like cock. I just fucking know. Why did you go for engineering other than the fact that your teacher really was like? That seems like a very interesting thing in high school to just be like, I'm gonna go be an electrical engineer.
Yeah.
Like I don't see many kids when they're 3 years old not wanting to be astronauts or firemen.
It probably started. No, I wanted to be a vet. That's right. I remember when. Damn, you're triggering memories now. Dude, honestly, my memory of anything past like freshman year of college is complete dog shit. I can't remember any. I don't know. Just don't remember any of it.
Stuffing too much information in that small file.
Wasn't memorable. I don't know. I don't know why, but I remember growing when I was real little, like 4, 5, 6, 7, that age. Me and my mom would always watch this vet show on the animal Animal Planet channel.
Oh,
I forget what it was called.
Savage.
Yeah. It was like, you know, late 90s, early 2000s.
Yes.
I wanted to be a vet.
And no, I know what you're talking about. Go on.
And then I was like, I can't cut animals open. I can't have that responsibility.
Yeah. They can't tell me if I'm hurting them.
Exactly. It was like, I don't want to kill anybody's pet.
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah. And plus, I just don't like medical stuff. You know, I'm just not.
Yeah, we got lucky. Our
Too
vet
many
is
words.
awesome. The vet over here at Village
Yeah.
Vet, she is awesome.
That's where my mom used to take our dogs. Now she takes them over to Bainfield and PetSmart.
Yeah.
Over there.
I won't take them back there.
Really?
Yeah.
You had bad experience?
She's just so much better.
Oh, okay.
She knows everything about everything. She knows all
Gotcha.
the animals. She always asks about them every time we come in.
Yeah.
She's just really smart about it. And Bainfield, they don't give a fuck.
The one,
You're just a
the
number.
one does. The
Yeah.
one that's our dog's main vet. She's very, very good. She really cares. She's
That's really
awesome.
rare.
Yeah. Yeah, they held on to our dog all day the other day because they wanted to make sure he didn't have intestinal blockage.
That's right. You were saying there was a problem.
And he was doing great. He was doing fine. And then I was like, they're like, all right, come pick him up. He's all good. And I was like, okay, cool. It must have just been an upset stomach. I go to pick him up and he throws up. And they're like, we have to do x-rays now to make sure it's not intestinal
He got
blockage. I was
worked
like,
up.
fuck, no.
That's expensive too.
$300 later.
Ooh, that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
It would have been around $400, but Sarah's part of there's a plan where like you pay every month.
It's like an insurance plan.
Yeah, you pay every month. You can just go whenever you want.
That's
As long
cool.
as it's a regular checkup, you can just go and it's free. So
that's
it's been
nice.
worth it. Yeah, it was nice. Saved us some money there, but
I mean, you can't imagine, like, I heard somebody whose dog had to go to the hospital for like 10 days.
jeez.
And they couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. Randomly, it just got better, but like it was throwing up. It
Really?
couldn't hold fluids. It was just spraying everywhere, like all orifices. Couldn't stay awake. Like it was just in pain, and then just cleared up.
Wow.
Somebody's thinking maybe the dog got poisoned.
Could have.
Yeah.
Somebody poisoned 2 dogs over on.
Right here.
Oh, really?
Our
Close to
neighbors.
you?
That's what we think. Maybe our neighbor's dog got poisoned over
Really?
here. Yeah.
Somebody poisoned dogs over by my parents' house on, I think it's Regina Drive over
That's
there.
what my wife was saying. Yeah.
Yeah, just 2 dogs, and then they found a note in their mailbox that said, "Keep your dogs quiet." And it's like, why would you kill it? Why would you do that?
Yeah.
That's so rude.
It's not even rude. It's
yeah.
unfucking
Yeah,
necessary,
yeah. Well,
and you deserve to be fucking hung for that shit. Are you kidding me right now?
If that's not close to a felony, it needs to be a felony.
I hope it's a fucking felony.
Yeah.
It's one of those. Yeah, okay.
It's one of those dogs are property, so where does this fall?
Yeah. And I get it. Dog is loud.
It's emotional trauma,
You need
though.
to report them
Yeah.
so they can take care of their dog and get their
Right.
dog to be more cooperative and
Right.
quiet.
Right.
And that's not that hard, but you don't take matters into your own fucking hands
No,
like
you
that.
don't kill somebody's pet, man.
No.
Especially, I don't know if the people had kids or not, but that fucks the kids up too if they had kids, you know?
Oh,
It makes me sad because I know how much I love my dog and I love my parents' dogs, and you know,
Yeah.
it makes me sad people can do that.
It's not. But so here, my dad brought this up the other day. We were talking about this and how when we see things that happen to animals, we instantly get really heartfelt. But there's some desensitization that's gone on where you see a person get scalped in the middle of a move and you're like,
Yeah, right.
but a deer is like drinking from a canal and gets shot in the face and everyone's like, oh.
I do it to that deer though.
I was gonna say, baby's my bitch. Give me 1 second. I gotta run real fast. Hold on. I don't pause either.
I'm gonna go pee too.
I don't pause. I don't cut. I don't do shit. Oh goddamn! I gotta run grab it. Ooh. This is the first time both people have left at the same time.
I don't want to just sit awkwardly in front of the camera. she's trying to get in your pants.
That's what it is. Every time.
That's it.
Tell her to keep her hands off me.
100% not paying my student loans right now.
No.
100% doing it actually because otherwise I forget.
I haven't paid any of mine.
Really?
Because I'm a bad person. And because I don't make enough.
Really?
Yeah. Well, this is the first job I've had that I've made more than like $10 an hour.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, since 2000 and since I graduated 2011 from college.
Cheapers.
It's not like I haven't been looking.
Right.
Sorry about that, guys. There's gonna be this weird like 2-minute lapse or something like that where there's no one sitting here and whoever's watching. Because I know a couple people who watch these. They're just gonna be like, these cocksuckers just left. Ow, 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 ow.
It has to happen, man.
It's bad. I'm usually pretty good.
I pee a lot.
Well, I'm usually pretty good. I usually stick it out. Last time and this time I've been pretty bad though, where I've had to actually go to the bathroom. Usually I iron gut it, and I'm just like, I won't pee today.
Just make sure that there's nothing important.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Would you have classified yourself as like a nerd or something like that in high school?
Did I put these on the wrong way? Was I wearing these wrong? I was wearing these wrong the entire time.
Is that where they felt uncomfortable as shit?
Oh no, it's just okay. No, we're good. To an extent, but not in, I guess, the classical sense.
What do you mean?
Like,
you want sprinkles? Take some sprinkles.
I'll take some sprinkles.
Sprinkles.
Not in the sense of.
I'm asking questions.
That's good.
I'm just gonna use the rest of it.
Do whatever. Yeah, do whatever.
Well, I was gonna take it upstairs and put it back in the container later.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm not that much of a savage. Oh, I left my tea bag in here still. Damn it! That's why it keeps tasting like shit. I was drinking the last one. I was like, yo, why does this taste funky as hell? And I realized there's my tea bag in here. Just ruined that coffee. Such an experience. I've done that. It's not just the first time I've done that. I've done that possibly hundreds of times. Left the tea bag in a coffee cup.
Yeah, I don't like. I didn't. I wasn't like playing computer games and like things like that, and in high school and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, me and my brother would play Call of Duty and shit, but like nothing, crazy. Not like I wasn't like studying all the time and shit like that,
Well, like, I mean, like, so, like, I don't use nerd as in the sense of, like, bookworm. I use nerd as in, like, geek, gamer, sort of. So, like, you were out there, you were thumbing through my Magic decks.
Yeah. No, I didn't pick any of that shit up till college.
No?
Magic, computer gaming, none of that up till college. Honestly, I picked up gaming just so I could have something competitive to do year round. Because like I don't play RPGs, I don't play shit like that. I only play like competitive games. Like I played StarCraft all through college and then got into Counter-Strike.
Brood War was awesome, dude.
I didn't play Brood War. That was past my. I came in literally as StarCraft 2 came out.
No shit.
So that's all I played.
I stopped playing just before StarCraft 2 came out.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was a Brood War. I loved it. Even though the graphics weren't the best, the mechanics were really good.
Yeah,
and the replayability was
very
definitely
hard.
there.
Oh yeah. We played online and stuff.
That was back when we used to have LAN parties.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah. That's dating it a little bit. Somebody's gonna listen and be like, "What the hell's a LAN party?"
Local area networking.
I don't know what that is. Does it come up on my Wi-Fi box?
This is before Wi-Fi, bitch.
It's true.
It was back in the day.
Oh yeah, this is Gridlock.
I would say it looks like Monster, but it's not.
So this is Aldi's version of energy drink. They have the green, the blue, and this one. This is their take on Monster Zero Energy.
Gotcha.
The blue one actually tastes like cotton candy. Yeah, these are like $1. So
do you
versus
get sick
like
drinking them, like sick of drinking them, like halfway through. You're kind of like, I'm done with this.
I don't drink very much carbonated beverages to begin with, so I enjoy every sip of it.
Gotcha.
So you played video games in college and stuff like that, just as like a competitive
something
sort of edge
to be
thing.
competitive in, yeah.
So
League of Legends and
did
all
you have
that
like
bullshit?
Oh, you played
that
LOL?
Game fucking sucks.
I didn't play that or Dota or Han or any of those. I didn't play any of those.
Dude, I played Dota for a minute. That game's hard as fuck. That if you're gonna play a fucking, what do they call them? MOBA, Massive Online Battle Arena.
Yeah, something like that.
Only play Dota. League of Legends, fucking toxic. Fuck that
really?
game. Oh,
why?
Dude, the community's so bad. Everyone's an asshole.
Do you think it's because they're not good enough to play Dota?
Probably.
That they're just mad at each other.
It's a free. It's a free to play game, right?
Yeah.
Like anybody can download it.
You got to bring the scum up real quick.
Exactly. I mean, even Counter-Strike, because it goes on sale so often. Like right now, I played 2 games before I came here this morning, and blatant cheaters in both of them.
That sucks.
Or not necessarily. I guess the first game wasn't necessarily blatant. One kid might have been cheating, but they were all at least smurfing to where they're like super high level, and I'm not very high level because I just don't put enough time into the game. I have other shit to do. So
is that like in Call of Duty when you would prestige, you would all of a sudden be playing with people who were low level again?
Yeah, but these people are doing it on purpose.
Oh.
Like they're literally just going, I'm going to buy a new account and play with people who are...
Why? How does that make
just
you better?
Just because they feel better for pub stomping people because they can't accomplish things in their real life. You know,
Man.
It just is what it is.
It's interesting.
It's just
too.
irritating.
It is. It's super sad.
It's like because the games aren't short; they're like 45 minutes to an hour.
Whoa, really?
You know, that game was only 25 minutes because they 16-1'd us. But
God dang, that's savage.
But it's like you just wasted 25 minutes of my life and your life. You didn't improve yourself at all. Yeah, you just didn't improve yourself. And then the other kids were blatantly cheating.
Well, that's that whole thing that if you want to get better, you play with people who are better.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you do things that are with people who are better. Yeah.
And I, you know, if I really wanted to get get to a higher level, I would find people to play with and just play with those people.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be just getting into random games with random teammates, which is half my problem because then you're just, you all right?
Yeah, it's itchy.
Oh, because then you're just rolling the dice on whether your team, because it's a huge team game where you have to actually communicate where people are and strategize together and
so I didn't
do
play
things
Counter-Strike.
together.
Is it like a more advanced version of like Battlefield and Call of Duty?
Yes, it is. You have an economy. You actually have an economy.
What?
So at the beginning of each game, you start off on what's called the pistol round.
Yeah, that's yours.
My girlfriend's calling me.
That's fine. Take a call. Take a call. He's taking a call. Say real incriminating shit.
Hello, dear. You're on a podcast. So don't say anything bad.
Put her on speaker.
I definitely haven't said fuck 14 times already. Can I help you?
That was really nice. He goes, "Can I help you?"
No. This could be a while.
What time is it?
Hook?
Oh, we're fine. We're good on time. Yeah. Just
okay.
To do
Sounds good.
4-hour one, guys.
Yeah, have fun with that. This is why I don't run. This is why we're fatties and only stay in the gym. So, okay. Have fun, dear. Bye. Just taking my dog for a run.
I was gonna say, your girl and Elliot's girl, they love running.
I don't know why I hate it.
I retired after high school.
I get so bored.
Done.
I get so bored.
Trail running is a different animal, though. I like trail running.
That's actually, I would do that.
But it's got to be with purpose.
Yes, I need a goal.
Yeah.
Like in the gym, you're like, I'm gonna bench this, and then you go do it. That's gives me something to do.
The other thing too with trails though is you have to know the trail. Otherwise, you spend more time being concerned with getting lost and less time concerned with your speed.
That's every time we go hiking the Adirondacks. We're like, Jesus, where are we?
Yeah, we keep talking. Everybody keeps bringing it. The wife found these awesome cabins that we wanted to book, but after this, it might not be able to.
Yeah, what are they called?
They're just outside of Ithaca. I can't remember, but they come with a wood. Kyle words. Put them together. Not an oven, fireplace. A wood fireplace.
Wood fireplace.
Yeah, they got an indoor wood fireplace. They have a hot tub. They permit animals, and it's like a studio kind of cabin.
Oh, okay.
So they have a kitchen.
Yeah.
There's like a closed out bathroom area, but they're really small. They're like
that's really cool.
And they're I think like $100 a night or something like that.
That's really good.
Yeah, and they're pretty remote. Like the next closest one, I think they said is like a quarter mile away or a little bit more.
Oh, that's really cool.
So they all have a bunch of them, and you got to book them out like 2 or 3 months in advance. So the wife and I wanted to do it just for something for the winter time.
Sure.
So, but this might hold me back, and that might also hold me back from
Unfortunately.
the going to Florida thing this year.
Oh yeah, you go every year?
I like to go every year to see my friends.
Sure.
I wanted to go down for Battle of the Bay this year.
What's that?
It's a big powerlifting competition down there in St. Pete.
Gotcha.
And a lot of my Florida family, they are down there. They're going to kick some ass, take some names, man. They're fucking powerful people.
Tell them to come up here and hang out with us for a couple days.
Yeah, actually, a couple of them planning coming up. Actually, probably 3 or 4 of them. So, Big Steve and Jordan are definitely planning on coming up, and they wanted to go snowboarding. And I was like, y'all are crazy.
I'll take them.
Yeah, I'll take them too. I got my board shit in the garage.
Do you? Okay,
yeah.
Perfect.
I'll just have to wrap my arm up.
Yeah, you're just going to have to literally tie it to yourself and hope you don't fall that way.
Because the Florida fam came up for the wedding, and then I had a buddy come up last year to hang out with us. You probably saw him at the gym.
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah, so like they come up, we go down. I try to see them at least twice a year and stuff like that.
That's really cool though.
Just you bond really quick and you kind of commit to it. So
sure, makes sense.
I was gonna get back to the the Counter-Strike thing before she picked up on it.
Because she ruins everything.
No, it's okay.
She doesn't actually. Don't tell her. I hope she doesn't listen.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't ever say anything like that because I don't mean it. I don't even want to think about it.
I tease her like that all the time. She doesn't like it, but I do it anyways. I'm terrible. I'm a bad boyfriend.
Beating her heart.
Yeah.
Just beat up your heart.
Hey, after last night, she was like, everyone's getting engaged. Why aren't we engaged? And I'm like,
please go on.
We'll get around to it.
Yeah, you going around?
Yeah, I don't have any money right now.
All right, paying off college fucking loans.
College loans, the mortgage, and I need a new truck. So.
Is she not paying the mortgage?
No. Her student loans are fucked.
Why?
Dude, $250,000.
Yeah, I had about 160.
Yeah, it's not good.
Whoa. Where'd she go?
Nazareth. Well, she went to Dewville in Buffalo for 4 years, and then she got her doctorate in Nazareth. Because they have to for physical therapy.
Yeah.
It's a freaking racket, man.
So she just finished?
Yeah, she just finished in the spring, and then she had to take her boards. So she was only part-time until she finished her boards, and then now she's good, though. She's been good since July, I think.
That's so savage. Like, why did that just seems like a lot of extra work.
Dude, that was the worst time in my household.
Yeah?
Oh.
When she was doing her boards and shit?
Yeah, she was studying and working, so, it was tough.
Yeah.
It was tough for her. She did good, though. She thought, because if you fail, you got to start all over again.
Oh, no.
Dude, if she had to start, she was convinced she failed.
How long is the start over? Is it like 6 months, 8 months, a year?
I think they took him in, I want to say they took him in the end of July, and the next one was in October.
Yeah.
So, you got to basically start all over again.
Damn. Do they change?
Yeah, I'm sure it changes questions and stuff, but it's got to I can't even imagine grinding for that long and then failing and then having to start all over again. I would just be like, you know what? Those last 7 years of college, I'll find something. I'll just be a trainer at the gym. We'll do what Vinny does.
We'll do what Vinny does. Hey, I was a trainer without a degree.
Were you?
Yeah, I went online and I got my cert.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you don't even need to be. Yeah, that's all you need.
No, I had my NFPT or some shit like that. Yeah, I wasn't gonna do it. One of the dudes who worked at my gym in Florida, he had his degree in it, and he didn't know a goddamn thing.
Sure. It's not hard to get a 4-year degree in exercise science or whatever.
It's ridiculous. So
it's really not.
It's good though that her shit's straightening out, your shit's straightening out. You kind of be able to start balancing your stuff out.
Yeah, it's just trying to, get the financial situations completely stabilized, and then
the good news is everything is taken care of before you're 30.
Yeah.
So you still got another 60 years of just fucking who cares?
Yep.
Because after all those bills are paid.
Yep. Trying to steer clear of kids and keeping money in.
Oh shit. As I looked at the wife last night, I was like, maybe this year I'll give you a child. It's funny.
No kids.
No kids for you.
Dual income, no kids.
No?
Yep. That's the plan for right now.
Yeah.
But we're still super young, so
Yeah, well, when they say 30 is the new 20.
Yeah. That's just how. Yeah. I don't think we could afford a kid right now. Well,
that's what everybody says, but if you look at all those impoverished households and shit, those people making $20 grand a year and they make it work. Make it work, ladies.
No, you'll find. You can find money. You can always take stuff out, but you have to start really cutting back. And she likes her social life, so which makes me have to like my social life too. But.
Well, that's what I was talking to you about with having the gym at the house and stuff. Is so in the event that happens, I can still work out.
Right.
I can still see the people. It's close enough. If you don't want to go to the gym that day, just come to the house and fucking work out.
Exactly.
And it's not that hard to build a nice at-home gym either.
No, not with stuff that's out these days, like on Rogue.com and stuff. You get some good shit.
We even went further, and we're like, why don't I just build a three facing one next to the fence in the back corner? Because then I don't got to convert the garage. I can build my own thing, put levels on it. So if I have to move it, I can move it.
Oh, okay, I got you. So you're gonna build a freestanding,
like a freestanding canopy sort of
dwelling thing out there. Nice.
And then just make it big enough so you can have 3 areas in it, and then it's literally right outside. So you're right outside.
Right.
I have a buddy who can roof.
Nice.
It doesn't seem that hard to put together some 2x4s,
No,
4x4s, and put some fucking plywood down and rubber and shit. Yeah.
You just gotta make sure you weatherproof it. And you'll be all right. You don't want it to rot out.
Get some tarps.
Yeah.
Spray it down with that shit that dude uses in the commercial when he puts the boat back together. Yeah.
Flex seal.
He's like, watch as I rock this boat. You're like, dude, that boat's about to go over. It doesn't matter that Flex Seal. It's not gonna stop you from flipping, bro.
That's what we were gonna put on my gas tank.
Oh Jesus!
We were like, well, let's put Flex Seal on it.
I love it.
Oh,
Did you play Magic?
college I did.
Yeah, did you?
For a little bit. Yep.
Because when you said Affinity, I instantly know I was like, this is a guy who's played before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have been raffle stomped by Affinity more than once.
Oh fuck.
You know when they're like, oh, turn 1, here's my hand, and you're like,
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Ornithopter.
Yeah, my brother likes to, when he sees my decks, he's like, these are dog shit, blah, 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 blah. Because he goes off about it, and he always is like, man, if you just put these in there, blah, blah, it'd be so much better. I'm like, dude, I built this deck for $8.
Right.
I'm not
putting your $80 card in there.
Yeah, I'm not putting a place at a Dark Confidants for like 160. Kiss my ass.
Yeah.
Like, so when I make my decks, there's a couple protocols I follow. The first thing is I don't want to have more than a playset of cards that are over $1 each.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
The second thing is that the deck at no point in time will cost more than $20.
Jeez.
If it costs more than $20, I have to rebuild it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So these obviously aren't competitive decks. You're not playing competitive.
They're close. I have a competitive deck out there. I have one.
Okay.
But nobody likes to play against it, so I don't play it.
Right. Yeah,
it's worth as much as my car.
You're not playing in tournaments. So
no, but if I wanted to, it's tournament legal.
Right.
It's the only deck I have that could actually take any sort of wins.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Is it Legacy or Modern?
It's Legacy.
Okay.
Technically Modern. But
yeah, so it does fall under Modern.
It falls under Modern, but yeah, it's not fun to play against because it's turn 1. You can't play anything else.
Right.
Go. And you're just like...
It's not Dredge, is it?
No, okay. it's Reanimator.
Oh, God
Just
damn
as bad.
it.
Just as bad. Turn 1...
You're playing against yourself. You're not even playing against the opponent.
No. I just have to make sure I get a good hand. Yep. That's literally it.
It's like Dredge. You can build down to 4 and still win the game.
Yeah. It doesn't even matter. But... So I built that whole white box out there. I built all of those decks last year for I think it was under $220.
Oh my god!
All decks, and
That's
I think
crazy.
there's 38 decks in that box.
Jesus!
So you do the math and you figure out that there's decks in there that were like $2 to make.
Yeah, it's less than $10 a box.
Yeah,
per deck.
So one way I was keeping active with my brain being all slouchy is in my phone I make lists and I make decks.
Yeah.
And then eventually I start knocking them off and stuff like that one at a time when the cards like go out of cycle. So like there was cards that were like $2 each now that are like 40 cents.
Right, once they cycle out of standard. Yeah.
So I'll start knocking them out every now and then and grabbing a new one and moving them on. But it keeps me engaged because now not only do I have to function on a budget.
Yep.
I have to find relative comparisons and then I have to watch mana curves.
Right.
So, like, I built a Taxes deck, Death and Taxes deck, for, I think, $14. And so far, nobody likes to play it. Because it does what it's supposed to. Granted, it doesn't run like Thales and stuff like that.
It doesn't do it as quick as it could, but it's quick enough.
Yeah. I ran the essentials, and then I kind of tweaked the rest so it made sense for me. Yeah,
that's what we did in college.
Yeah.
If you didn't want to build the deck. Some of my friends had enough of a collection they could either trade for the deck. Yeah. So it didn't matter. So they could like trade stuff just to get the cards they needed. But
well, I mean, it's nice. TCG Player.
Yeah.
I go on TCG Player. I price out everything.
Is that the one that's based in Rochester?
No, that's Millennium. TCG Player is an online hub.
Yeah, there's a forum. I forget what it's called, but it's based out of like some kid at RIT invented it. I forget what it's called though. It's like the main place people go to trade cards and stuff.
Well, there was the Metgox thing.
No, it's TC. I think it was. I can't remember.
I wouldn't be surprised if
MTG
it was
Salve.
MTG Salve. Yeah.
Yes, that's what it was.
I use TCG Player because TCG Player is global, and then it shows you price fluctuation on the market.
Oh, okay.
And then some people will. So like I've been a member for so long on TCG Player that I have discounted shipping rates.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like you might grab a card that might say it's $1 plus 75 cents shipping, and I might grab a card that says free shipping. The same exact card, but it says free shipping over, $2.
Right.
So I'll mark that seller, and then when I'm looking through, I'll make sure to look for that seller's name.
Oh, okay.
Because I try to only buy from a few sellers every time, because then I can get everything shipped cheaper.
Gotcha.
Versus my buddy who will buy like 17 cards from 17 sources and have to spend $18 in shipping. I'm like,
you just doubled your...
Yeah, you didn't even buy $17 worth of shit. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, so... But that's what's fun out there is all those decks are all so different. They're all completely different animals.
Yeah, so you can play whatever you're feeling that day.
Yeah, and like Big Tim from the gym comes and a couple other guys, and they'll play their decks for a little bit, and they'll be like, hey man, can I go grab one? I'm like, yeah, go grab a deck. There's so many out there, just grab one. And then everybody's got their favorites. Like Tim loves that Affinity deck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He loves that deck.
He loves playing 4 cards on turn 1.
And he played it like 6 times in a row the other day, and he only won 1 game. He's like, dude, this deck is just so great. It's so great. And I'm switching decks every single game. I'm like, I gotta keep my brain active, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting. It's like a very interesting game. It's super, super nerdy, and I'll give it to it, but there's a lot of math and shit.
There's a lot of math. There's a lot of reading comprehension.
That's
too. Something I'm not very good
the
at.
The RTFC thing's a huge thing. Read the fucking card.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Yeah.
It gets me in trouble.
What's nice though is like, but you look at it and like you think it's a complicated game, but if you read the card and you know trigger words, like the pin words, you're like, I get it.
That's the tough one, is when the trigger words aren't actually spelled out on the card.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes they're not.
So like if it says menace, you're like, what's menace?
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
Can't be blocked except by 2 or more.
There we go.
Yeah, but it's the same thing with the board games back here. So like when we play board games, I'll send everyone the link like a couple days ahead of time on YouTube. I'm like, hey, watch this video, and it'll be like 8 or 10 minutes. I'm like, go take a shit real quick, watch this video, because then when you come, you've got a basic understanding, and then we can come together and I can explain it to you, and we'll play it once. It just really
gets it going quicker.
Yeah, so like I'm probably gonna buy Acquire this week, and I'm probably gonna buy Settlement. And then I'll send everybody the links for those, and I'll be like, let's just play these real quick.
Nice.
You know, we played Magic for the past 4 months. It's like
it's time to switch it up.
Change it up for just a minute. We'll play this a little bit. I'll do this. I'll do that, because you
can always throw a game of Magic into it.
Yeah, you can always throw it at the end. Usually, it's what we end up doing. It's either right at the beginning or right at the end. But it's nice that the pool table's got the felt too, because everything kind of sits down nice and flat on it.
And you got the little ledge, so it's just not falling off the table all the time.
Nice.
That's the problem playing D&D on tables like this. Is what we played on all the time in college, and fuck, man,
there should be D&D books down there. There should be HeroScape books down there. Heroes Unlimited, right there, right in the middle. That's what I played. I played a lot of Heroes Unlimited. I loved D&D, but the fact that I could play a superhero at a tabletop,
right? And you're a huge superhero. Yep.
I've been designing a quick play superheroes D&D game.
Oh, really?
So like you sit down at the table with your friends, and then in under 30 seconds,
you have
your character is fully built. Brand new characters every single time, and then you just grab the mission and go. So I've been working on that one for a little while. It's going to take me a minute.
You could even get a program going to create the characters for you.
Yeah, if you get like an app that everybody pays like $1 for, you can do the auto randomized characters and stuff. Would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that's what my brother said for all these games that I've been making. He goes, if you can get someone who can code, you can make them into apps. Yeah. Because I've got a blue binder floating around here somewhere that's got 16 games that I've been developing.
Okay.
Like I figured out how to make Warlords work from Big Bang Theory.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it took me about 3 days, but I figured out a way to make it work, because they don't give you the rules for the game.
Right.
So I had to create rules and then have it so it makes sense.
Yeah, and was balanced.
Yeah,
that's the tough part.
There's that. What's that game for PlayStation where Hand of Fate?
I never played.
So Hand of Fate is essentially a tabletop video game.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you play the video game, and it's simulated as a tabletop game. And I literally looked at it. I was like, if this isn't a game already, I was like, I'm making this into a game. I made it into a game, and it worked like that. And I was playing with 2 of my buddies, and they're like, so what's the purpose? I was like, for you to lose last. They're like, what do you mean? I was like, everyone's going to die.
Yeah.
Just don't be the first one to die. Yeah. So, but it's just a trigger thing. Like I've got a version of Monopoly that's super advanced. I've got a game that runs on the stock market but requires you to have to negotiate with other players to invest.
Oh, really?
So that way you can maximize your income, whether you're telling the truth or lying. I've got one that this is a similar Monopoly game, but it requires you to choose your types of investments. So whether you want to do agricultural, rural, or industrial, and everything has risk factors associated with it. I've got a tabletop football game that I made.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that.
It's pretty long.
Is it?
Yeah, I have to figure out a way to make it faster, because otherwise a game takes like 90 plus minutes to play, and you're only playing 4 drives each.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because there's a lot involved. Oh. So I figured out a way to expedite it. So as opposed to you moving all your players, you're only allowed to move 3 a turn.
Oh, okay.
So I have my turn, you have your turn, and we play till it's tackled or missed. Whereas it used to be you moved all your line, and then all your backs, and then all your wide receivers, and then your quarterback would move. Oh, now it's you choose what moves. You might not move your quarterback,
right?
But you're going to launch 3 wide receivers out. So now you're forcing the defense if he wants to have his defensive guys rush, or he wants to cover with corners.
Right.
And then everything has a range of catching and stuff like that. Oh, okay. So if you're a cornerback, you have a chance to intercept.
Yeah, you just have to roll a die to see if you can do it or not. Gotcha.
So my big thing when I make board games is I like to take the chance out of them. I want to make it more about
skill-based.
Yeah, I want it to be as much about the person as possible.
Right.
Because then your decisions affect you versus randomization affecting you.
There we go.
But it's nice to have a random, like, Mother Nature card.
You need it. Yeah, I mean, everything has a chance. Everything has to be somewhat random,
Yeah. It's nice, though. Because then you find out what kind... Like, when anybody's like, oh, Risk is the best game ever. I'm like, did you play Small World? And they just stare at me. I'm like, Small World is Risk without the chance element. It's all strategy.
Oh, really? I never played Small World.
Yeah, so the only dice thing you have is for the last attack for the turn.
Okay.
But in Small World, you choose your faction, you try to take over as much as possible, and it's just based on having more than someone else. So if I'm going to take over a place and there's 2 units on there, I need 3 units.
Yeah.
And then that's yours.
Yeah, there's no chance of taking it over with less than 3 units then?
Yeah, there's no chance, except for the last unit. So let's say you have a spare unit and you're like, there's 2 here. I'm going to put this down. There's a dice that gives you buff.
Gotcha.
Only 1, though. And you'd roll it and you'd want the
yeah.
I think it's a 2 or 3, whatever it is,
yeah.
in order to get it. That's the only chance in the game. Everything else is all strategy because it's randomized.
Yeah, yeah.
So the characters synced with their bonuses. They're all randomized every game. They never pop out the same twice.
Huh.
So
That's cool.
it's an interesting concept. And then
Yeah.
the board size changes depending on how many people you have.
Oh, really?
So if you have the max size, you have a huge board. If you're only 2 people,
you
the
just
board's
shrink
cut
it
in
down,
half.
yeah.
No, they have a separate board for 2
Oh,
people.
really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they figured out how many spaces requires you to have interaction.
Oh, nice.
Because otherwise you could play Risk and it's like, I'm going to take over here, just nuke this little guy here. Versus here, it's like, I'm using a faction that runs really well with coastal places. There's not very many coastal places, and you've got all the coastal places, and I want that bonus.
Right.
I have to interact with you versus, some other game.
Trying to scoot around over here.
Exactly.
And, get away from it.
I like when a game comes together right.
Yeah.
Because whenever anybody's like, Monopoly and Risk, you're like, you don't know what a board game is. At this exact moment in time, I've just determined you have no idea what a board game is. Because that's what your determining factor is.
Yeah, sure.
Is Parker Brothers and Milton Bradley. And it's like, there's a huge empire out there.
You
board
don't even
games.
know.
Yeah. Even the Great Depression, that's where it got famous, was Monopoly.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was started in the Great Depression.
Makes sense.
So it's one of those, like, I get it. It's huge. It's popular, and it's a good, and it's a
Everyone's
nice
played
segue
it.
board game.
Yeah.
It's like marijuana. It's a gateway drug.
It's a gateway drug.
It's a gateway board game. So, but that's interesting. I never would have taken you for like a gamer or a nerd or something like that, because I figured you up front as like an athletic, hunter, and then powerlifting.
I like to be a little bit of everything.
That's nice,
but not great at anything.
I was going to ask about that because I had this conversation a couple weeks ago. It's, would you rather be a master of one thing and have knowledge of many things, or would you rather be proficient in many things and not be a master?
It's tough. It's tough because it's frustrating not being really good at something,
It is, yeah.
Or not being good at like anything, but being decent at everything,
Because I feel like everybody's got a pool when you're born. Let's say like not everybody's born with the same size pool. Not like 100 units or whatever it is.
Right.
Some might be born with 40. Some might be born with 300.
Sure.
And it's one of those, do I want to take 10 units and throw them into 30 different things?
Yeah.
Or do I want to take 3 things and throw 100 units into it and be a master of 3 things?
Yeah.
But because you're a master of those 3 things, there's obviously a withdrawal. Like there might be a social withdrawal. There might be a contextual withdrawal or something like that. Versus the guy who's got 40 bits and he's all invested into one thing. It has no social context, no social coordination or anything like that.
Yeah. No, I think I would rather the second one. Definitely.
Yeah, you want to be proficient in many?
Be proficient in many. I just get bored, I just get bored.
I think it comes down to as well as there's less adaptability in being master of one thing and knowledge of others.
Exactly. A lot of stuff goes together.
This took me out of the gym, but if I was anybody else, I wouldn't be working out for the next 3 to 6 months.
Exactly.
But I'm an idiot.
Yeah, not an idiot. You're inventive. Can't lose those games.
Can't lose them games, dog. I gotta keep up on you. That's what it is. You started catching up fast.
No.
You start catching up fast.
No.
What got you into powerlifting? Because we noticed right away when I started working out at Worlds and you started working out there, that you were a powerlifter before anything else.
No,
because you spent good time stretching. You spent good time doing you were always programmed, always systematic. You were really good with the timing. Like, is that just from the intellectual you, or is there something that really what speaks to you about powerlifting? A little bit of OCD.
Yeah, I used to write down everything I would eat, all the lifts I would do back then. Now I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, I'll do like, how many calories in meeting? Oh god, that's way too many. No wonder I look like this.
I'm so all right. So what got you into powerlifting though?
I was just bored of bodybuilding.
So you did bodybuilding first,
quote unquote bodybuilding.
You did.
I never got that big.
What is it? What did we call it? We have a name for it.
Bro building.
Bro building.
Bro
That's
science.
good. I'll take bro science building.
Bro
it's
science,
funny.
Sets of 12s and bullshit.
We'll take non-professional bodybuilding for 200, please.
Yeah, exactly. It was like,
you're the guy who buys Flex magazine. You're like, oh, it looked like Jay Cutler, and then you find out a year later they're like, yeah, he never took PEDs, man. That dude didn't inject shit.
Well, I was just too stupid to know back. I wasn't like adamantly
but they do
like
so good at marketing it without telling us otherwise, and you have to. either hear it from someone.
Yeah.
And then you'll see people in the gym and they're like, no, don't take anything. You're like, you're the one fucking perpetuating this lie, so I don't know a goddamn thing.
Right. Yeah, I mean, none of my friends in college lifted. And so I got into it freshman year of college. I started lifting, found bodybuilding.com and all that bullshit. So just doing the cookie cutter plans on there. And I was like, well, because I was really looking at like what can like make you look good but also lose weight, and that was bodybuilding because you're high reps,
Were you like filling a void from not being in sports?
Probably didn't like the way I looked, stuff like that. So but then eventually I was like, man, squat's kind of progressing pretty good, deadlift's doing okay, bench has always been terrible, but so I was like, man, I'm bored of bodybuilding. I found powerlifting programs, and then I found Mark Bell and all those guys. So then I'm like, man, powerlifting's cool. These guys don't do PEDs. Whoops. Well, these guys don't look like they're on drugs at all. They're fat as fuck.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Whoops.
Your gang, my gang.
Whoops. Yeah. So then I got into powerlifting, and it was just way more fun. Way more fun. I mean, you're not doing sets of 12. Sets of 12 are boring. On the big lifts,
Yeah.
I mean, they're fun. You got to do them every once in a while.
Unless you do my 5 minutes of hell.
Yeah, well, that's just stupid.
That's fun.
I haven't done it yet.
Oh my god.
I watched that one kid do it. He quit at like 50 or something.
Who was that?
Nick, right? Is
that
his
made
name?
me so sad because Nick is so big and so powerful, and he pussied out at 49.
Yep.
Katie at the gym, she did it.
Which one's Katie?
She's one of the girls. Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
One of the few girls in there actually lifts.
Yeah.
No, she did it, and then
she always hangs out with that girl with the black hair, right? When they're there together.
Her girlfriend.
No.
You're thinking of somebody else.
Somebody else.
No, but so there was a time where this kid, he tried to work out with us for a while there, and I was like, I will not train you. I was like, but I will work out with you.
Right.
And he didn't understand that. And there was a day where I got really frustrated. So we did the 5 minutes of hell. It was me, JC, him, and I think she was standing somewhere, and she's like, what are you guys doing? I was like, 5 minutes of hell. You just put a weight on there and you squat for 5 straight minutes. You can't rack it,
Yeah.
You either do the bar, you do a bar to 10, you do the bar 10 and 5, you do quarter, or you do a wheel. So I was doing the wheel, JC did the quarter, and then I think she did the 10, and then
goddamn,
John's turn, he gets up, and he gets 3 minutes in, and then he racks it. I was like, dude, pull it out and finish. He goes, no, I can't do it. I was like, you've been working out for 6 months, and you can't do 5 minutes
You just
of squatting?
stand there if you can't keep going.
Yeah.
Don't put it away. Just don't quit.
Legs. So he racks it up. I was like, fuck this. I jump in. I do a minute, and I do another minute. I rack it up. JC jumps in. He does 30 seconds. She jumps in. She finishes it for 30 seconds, and he just stares at us, and it's like, you're an asshole, dude.
Someone has to do it.
Yeah. That's what I tell everybody. I'm like, I'm not going to do it for you. This was that moment. I had to do it for you because I'm not going to have done this by myself. And then have JC do it and have him do it and then have you bitch out on me. Right. But yeah, Nick couldn't do it. It kind of made me sad.
If you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it.
It just hurts. Dog, you bodybuild. That's my nature hurts. You're building up the lactic acid and stuff.
He's a big dude.
Guy.
Yeah.
He's a big guy. Oh, fuck that. When he stabbed me in the neck every time I clinch because it's such a big needle.
Yeah.
And it, definitely right where the nerve was. I just feel it. Yeah. It just.
Goddamn.
Every time I wince, just shooting you full of shit. I watched a video on a nerve block. I was just like,
I hate
that's
needles.
bad.
I fucking hate needles.
I don't hate needles for this stuff.
Yeah, like I could do a tattoo, but
Just
not like hypodermic needles.
She's like, don't be a baby. It's a small needle. I was like, a small needle?
I don't give a
Insulin
fuck
needles
what
are
it
small
is.
needles.
Yeah. I'm not down with it.
Don't you put that under my skin, Ricky Bobby? So at what point in time did you realize that you were actually a good power lifter?
I still don't realize I'm a good power lifter.
You are. Because we've been over this. Pound for pound, you are definitely a very, very strong person.
Yeah.
Don't compare yourself to me.
No, I know. There's also a weight difference.
Yeah, there's
not much.
Pretty big weight difference.
No, not much.
But
not
even
much.
like
when you slim down, we're right
still
about
do
the same weight.
Yeah, I still do the same.
You're still
lifts.
strong as fuck.
Yeah, I just like to get fat.
Yeah,
I feel more comfortable here.
I want to see. We'll see what happens during baseball season this year because I'm going to trim down. I'm going to get around 180, 185.
What's the lowest you've been recently?
187 ish.
The biggest thing with dieting and powerlifting is not thinking about the weight getting heavy.
Right.
Because you're going to lose reps, but you'll be able to keep the strength.
Right.
So you need to be way ahead of program by the time you start cutting.
Gotcha.
So usually I don't peak my program till I'm a couple months into my diet.
Oh, okay.
That's the best time for me because I'm just coming off of being obese as fuck. I'm just coming off of wrecking my joints and shit like that.
Right.
And I've been dieting at a consistent rate. My program's been increasing. And usually it's about 3 months in where I'm about, like, I PR. And I PR in everything at one time. Okay. This year's going to be different because obviously I have to hold off on the diet. Yeah. I got to do the recovery here. So I might not actually even do a cut this year.
Yeah, I might just fine. There's no reason to.
I might just go down to like 220 and hang out at 220.
Yeah, I'm only doing it just to get faster for baseball because, I mean, that and I feel like taking a little bit of weight off to keep me a little bit healthier for the season because just injuries are coming up and stuff. So it's time to start getting healthy.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm going to give you a back thing to do because I guarantee you do 4 weeks of a back program that I do, your bench is going to go back up.
You think so?
And it's going to go up at least 20 pounds.
Dude, 245 felt the lightest it ever felt. I did it for a 5x5 the other day, and it flew. What? Never flies. Yeah. Even for a 5x5.
Were they pauses or were they touch and go?
A mix. I would start pausing.
You're trying to control your reps essentially.
Yeah, I would like, the first like 2 to 3 would be paused, but after that it felt like if I paused I wouldn't get it off.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
So I would just go touch and go. But I would try, I'd do as many as I could paused and then until it felt like it wouldn't pause, just to keep myself, because I didn't have a spotter.
That's one of those things that upset me was, so this injury, I told you, last week I did a pause press 365 with no gear. Yup. And that's just barely under my max. There was no wraps, no sleeves, no chocolate, nothing. And that was with the torn bicep tendon and no spotter.
Yup.
And it's one of those
fucking insane.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I, as much as I hated this program that I was just doing, it was working.
Right.
And I hated this program.
Yeah, you said you didn't feel good because you felt like your weight was going down. Your maxes were going down, but obviously not.
Obviously not, because I haven't done a 365 without a spotter in so long.
No spotter, no gear, torn bicep.
Yeah, just who cares? And it did its nice crawl. But it's one of those, like, maybe there's merit to some of these. But that's why I'm looking into the West Side method, because when I get back, that's what I think I might want to do.
Sure.
Because I like how they do it. I can take my middle day of the week and I can do sprints. I can do carries. I can do that shit that I need to incorporate. But I can still do my power building.
Right. And you can do bands and stuff, so you get a lot more explosive.
The bands, the chain. I was looking at chains and stuff like that at Home Depot and Lowe's to try and throw into a bag.
That's what that one kid does with the mohawk.
Yeah, Aaron.
Yeah. He's a guy. He's definitely older than I am.
He's very, very, very strong too.
Oh yeah, he's super strong.
But after talking to John, and he's like, "You can store some stuff here." Like,
for sure. Because would you say his name was Aaron?
Yeah.
He drags that bag in every day.
No, he stores it in the back.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he stores it in the CrossFit room.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's why. I was going to say, I saw him bring it in the other day. He brought it from the CrossFit room.
Yeah, he stores it in the back corner over there.
Okay.
But for now, my safety squat bar is there. Eventually, I'll move it out of his office and I'll put it in the CrossFit area.
Right.
I'll make sure that it's okay with Ron for me to store, like, chains and stuff.
Gotcha.
There. And I'll throw them into a bag, and only certain people obviously will know where they are. Yeah. And then it's one of those, okay, I'm doing 3 weeks of chains on bench press. Yeah. So you'll know where the chains are. You go get the chains every time you bench.
Nice.
So there's only certain people, because there's only certain people at our gym that actually push themselves.
That, and have respect enough for the equipment that shit's not getting broken.
Yeah, like, I think 6 people know about the safety squat bar.
Nice.
So
I'll probably never pull it out unless you're there.
Fine, go right ahead.
Well, just because I hate it.
Yo, that was a bad day the other day.
Dude, my abs the next day from having to stay vertical in a squat.
Yeah.
Dude, they were... I was sitting there. I'm just sitting on the couch. I'm like shaking because my abs are just twitching. I'm like, God damn.
That's crazy. Because when I went up the stairs, I didn't realize like how quad intensive that day was.
Yeah.
And I'm going up the stairs and I can feel them doing this. I was like, whoa, that's been a minute. And I squat a lot.
Yep. It's that high bar.
That was crazy.
Yeah, it's that high bar.
Now imagine doing it with a closer stance. Kill me.
I brought my stance in for that, but the problem I was having was my elbows would hit my quads, and that's obviously a no-go for competition. But it's like it just didn't feel. I felt like everything was just on top of each other.
I think it's because we were also holding the bar here,
so we were holding.
Whereas the bar will want to roll out, and so you're gonna end up holding it more like a bench.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure if doing this
not
would
flaring. Help. I don't think flaring would help.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, you're putting your shoulder in a bad spot then.
Did you have any guidance when you started powerlifting?
Nope.
No?
Everything online. That's
really?
It. All my whole gym experience has been stuff I've learned online or from watching people in the gym and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember in college, a dude had a squat suit, and I didn't know what a squat suit was at the time. I mean, I would watch him get into the damn thing for 35 minutes. And like he would take the bands and he would wrap them up on top and then pull them down so that it would help him get up.
So now he's using a squat suit and reverse bands. So he's got 2 things helping him get out of the hole.
Yeah, and in thinking back on it, it really wasn't that much weight. Like I thought it was back then, but it might have only been 5 plates.
That for having all that shit. That's really, unless he's a really small guy.
He wasn't that small, but maybe it was just like his light day or something. But
I'm a big believer that out of all
squat suit for that.
Yeah, not for that. And then adding the reverse bands. Did Steve show you the video of his 700-pound box squats for 12? I'll have him show it to him when we go to the gym the next day.
What?
He posted it on the gram, but
700-pound
7
box
for
squats?
12. Yeah,
God damn.
that it helps that he's short and it helps that he's strong as shit.
Yeah,
that dude is a freak beast.
Yeah.
I got really depressed near his showtime. I was like, man, I'm so sad. You're so weak. He goes, dude, don't even tell me about it. I was like, dude, you're so weak. Stared at him in the eyes. He's like, I'll be back. Because he's so powerful.
What did he do? What happened to him?
When he does his bodybuilding shows.
Oh.
Yeah, so like he's lateral raising like 7.5 pounds, but normally I know he can be in the 40s.
Gotcha.
And it's just one of those, like, it's just so debilitating because he's got the diabetes and stuff like that. So the way that it works with his system, like he's super sensitive to all the carbohydrates and everything like that.
Super insulin
when his diet,
sensitive.
the insulin, everything just spikes for him. It's really hard for him to diet down. So the fact that he does it is amazing.
That's
all, but
crazy.
yeah.
You got a couple of bodybuilders in that gym, or at least figure competitors, physique competitors.
Yeah,
we
have a couple people in there who work pretty hard, but I always love, this is some weird shit. So, okay, I was going to get back to this. So I have a definite theory that everybody is proficient in 2 of 3 big lifts. There's always one lift that you are going to be dog shit at.
Always.
Mine's squat.
Mine's the bench.
And that's most people. Which is super interesting to me, and the only reason I can guess that it is the bench for a lot of people is because what motion in real life mimics a bench press?
Nothing. The bench is the most made up movement in the entire world of lifting. Because you never do it. You're never pinned under something. No. Your shoulders are never pinned behind you.
Yeah. And it's not even really a fully chest movement. There's a lot of back and a lot of legs.
Oh, yeah. A lot of everything.
I mean, yeah, they could do overhead press if they wanted, but I feel like overhead press is just such a dangerous movement.
I like it. I don't go crazy with it, though.
That's what I'm saying. If you're going to overhead press, like you bench press, dude.
Right. Oh, no. I was watching that one guy in the gym do that the other day on the Smith machine.
Oh, yeah. He posted that on the gram, too. 5 plates or something like that.
Yeah, something like that with
Kelly.
the slingshot. Yeah, Kelly. That's.
I talked to Kelly out here. Kelly's got some cool stories.
Does he?
Yeah, he's a very interesting guy.
Seems like an interesting dude. I never talked to him. He kind of scares me.
He doesn't like maxing out without me because he knows I'm going to be in his face yelling at him, telling him to make sure. Because he did the one day he did his slingshot bench. I think he went to 495 or some shit. And he did it on flat, and this was when I was doing my decline program. Yeah. So I got on and I did 525 with the decline. He's like, "Come on, man, it's easy." I was like, "Come on, dude, you weigh 60 pounds more than me."
He's a tall dude.
He just looked at me, he laughed. He's like, "Yeah, he goes, yeah, you're right. It's fine." He goes, "Whatever." But yeah, he's very, very cool. He's one of the few guys in there who pushes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He doesn't squat for shit, but he pushes.
No, I was gonna say I've never seen him squat.
He goes to the other gym, the Grease gym, to do legs.
Oh, does he?
Him and his boy, because they have the V squat there.
What the hell's a V squat?
It's a squat machine that has a pad, so it sits upright.
Okay.
It's got a pad with shoulder pads. You get into it, and your feet are kind of forward, and you can either
so it's kind of like a belt squat, same idea.
Yeah, but you can use it 2 ways. You can either put your back against the machine and squat, or you can face the machine, and there's pads that come out even further, and then that'll mimic more of like the shark squat. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But they've got that, and they've got another leg press. I'll probably end up going out there like 1 day a week, just to use that machine because you can overload that thing like a fiend. Like a lot of the LA Fitnesses and stuff, they have them, and you can throw like 1,000 pounds on them, no problem, and just jack them up.
Shit.
But I'm gonna have to watch because I can't get the sleeves on because of my fucking
arm.
Yeah. I could probably get them on. I'm just gonna need somebody to help me get them off.
Right.
Yeah, I could wrap too.
Wrap.
It sucks. What holds your bench back? Is it like a shoulder issue? Is it a back issue? Is it a
chest
chest issue?
It was a shoulder issue. I did my right shoulder from playing baseball. Like the whole front of it would always be in pain.
Oh shit!
And then like it work its way back into here and stuff. But now it's good. I mean, I don't know what changed, but now it's fine.
But you're one of the few guys in there who has like a really interesting warm up protocol for everything.
Yeah.
Like I do reps.
Right.
That's my warm up. But you're in there and you've got like
I try to stretch.
Yeah, it's everything too. I
try to mobilize.
It's chest. You're doing pull aparts. You're doing pull overs. You're doing nothing with the bar, and then you're doing squats to warm up too for your hips because it's all part of the same machine.
Legs warmed up. Yeah.
It's just and you have like a really interesting protocol.
I can't get my if I don't squat, then I can't get my lower back into the right spot. I can't or not lower back, but I can't get my arch. Yeah. If I don't get my back loose, and that's why I also always do the where you put your foot up on the bench and then stretch your hip.
Yeah. For your hip flexor,
I always do that because otherwise I just can't get in the right position.
Well, for a guy you're like what, 5'10"-ish?
Yeah, just touch under 5'10".
You've got really long arms. And you've got really big hands.
Yeah.
Is that from like labor work when you were younger or something?
No, I didn't do too much labor work.
No.
No.
I always ask everybody because I got tiny hands. Look at my cute hands. Look at these cute things. But you've got your reach is probably about as big as mine, and I'm about 6 foot, and then your hands are big.
Yeah.
So all in all, like your range is like obviously bench wider than I do. We've been over this before, but it's because I use a lot more tricep when I bench because all the pec tears.
Yep.
But
nope.
Dude, there's like a couple things. You fix these little things, man. Bring them up, man. You're going to be a fiend. Same thing with your squat. I feel like you're apprehensive with your squat.
Yes.
Why?
Yeah. It's just because I lifted by myself for so long, so it was always about being careful.
Why?
I know you're here now, so we're going to bring it up. 2018, we're going to hit a 500-pound squat. We'll put it on record.
I'm going to try an Anderson squat one day.
What's that?
It's also known as pin squats. You set them to a certain height and you squat out under them. Yeah, that'll probably be me coming back into holding the bar.
Sure, that makes sense.
Just because I don't want to fuck it up. But I'm really depressed how long it's going to take because it's only been the first week.
I know.
I'm going to probably go to the gym 2 days this week, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe Thursday, Friday.
I just looked at my schedule. That might be all I can go this week. I got a lot of shit going on, unfortunately.
What's going on?
Oh, my mom's birthday's tomorrow, so I got to go to dinner for that. And I'll be there on Wednesday. Then Thursday, I think I have a meeting after work, so I probably won't be able to make it then. Because then I gotta go home and,
That's one of the nice things, too, with the powerlifting cycles versus the bodybuilding cycles, is with the powerlifting cycles, it doesn't matter where your days off are. You just hit the next one in order. But with bodybuilding, it's like, I missed Tuesday's back day. I missed it. Fuck. And then it comes to Wednesday, and you're like, well, I can't do back because it's going to throw me off.
Yep. Exactly.
It's like that weird, funky split. But it always interests me, like how many people call themselves bodybuilders who aren't bodybuilders, who call themselves powerlifters who aren't powerlifters.
Right.
Like I don't call myself any of those. I just say I work out.
You just do what you do.
That's it.
Yep.
And everyone's like, what are you working out for? I'm like, for life, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, I feel like shit.
Yeah.
I
you
feel
get that
terrible.
Weird down.
Like if you had to take like a week or two off just because of whatever, I mean, whether it's injury or just you just get busy, you're traveling for work or whatever, you feel like shit when, not even coming back to the gym, just in life. Every day you wake up, you just feel terrible. Then you go to the gym one day, you're like, I'm good now, I'm back. Here we go. Lubes everything up.
It's an interesting requirement that your body has. So you got
it's a lot of mentality too. It's a mental thing.
Well, it makes you wonder how people who don't do physically active stuff, how they feel on a daily basis. Like, let's go outside real quick. Let's go do some sprints and let's see how you feel. You feel better? You want to die? You're gonna feel good in 5 minutes. Give it a second.
Well, it's also like, if you don't do any physical activity, no matter what it is, whether you're running or lifting or whatever, you just can't do things. And if you want to go do something, you want to go for a hike, you can't do it. You're fucking winded halfway up the mountain. It's not even a tall mountain. I know people like that, and it's like
you're not even enjoying it at that point.
No, you're just doing it just to grind through it.
You're sitting there talking to yourself like, just breathe.
Yeah,
take a step.
Yeah,
just breathe. we all know people like that, but it sucks.
You almost feel bad for him, but then you think, and you're like, you can fix that. Like there are certain physical things you can't feel. Like I'm bald, I can't fix that. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
But you can fix not going to the gym. No, I looked into Rogaine and I was like, everybody's like, oh, it works real good, but as soon as you stop taking it, it all comes back out. So I don't want to be, forced. I don't want to be forced to pay $500 a month. That's not that much, but
but you pull it off though.
Yeah, no, it works out.
And that's the thing.
I just got lucky. I don't look that bad bald.
I have a buddy who shaves his head, and the way that his head is shaped, his skin is wrinkly back here.
Oh, really?
Like thickly wrinkly. It's like, dude, don't do that ever again.
No.
Don't fucking do that ever.
No. I had to finally shave the beard on Saturday.
Oh yeah, it's gone.
Girlfriend was like, it's got to go.
Why didn't you trim it?
I was going to, and then I kept catching it in my jacket, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. This is it. It's too cold. It sucks that I never realized how much it was keeping my face warm. But now it's because it's so cold and windy out.
I caught it in my jacket.
Dude, I did. I went to zip my jacket up, and I went hunting with my dad the other day, and he fucking caught it in there. I was like, God damn.
That
hurt.
So you rip out a chunk. Oh, fuck.
Oh yeah, it hurt. So I was like, all right, I'll shave it. We'll start over. It's all good.
So one of the things that actually we were talking about a long time ago that really got me interested in having you on and talking, other than who you are, is the hunting thing. Oh yeah. Because I don't know very many hunters who are successful. To whatever degree you're successful as a hunter.
However you define success. Yeah.
When did you start hunting? What got you into hunting?
My dad was a hunter.
Yeah.
My dad, actually, him and his brother were the first two in our family, like, going back to start hunting.
Okay.
My grandfather owned a farm and stuff, and they didn't really hunt, but, you know, they would butcher cows and stuff, and then eventually they sold the farm. My grandfather had a landscaping business, and then my dad and his brother started hunting.
Okay, so who do you generally hunt with? Your dad and your brother?
My dad, my brother, my cousins, my dad's cousins. I don't know what that makes them to me, but...
Second cousins.
Yeah, things like that. So just a whole family affair.
That's pretty cool.
Some friends come down, you know.
So is it like an all-year affair where there's always something to be hunted, or is it like you only go for certain things?
We usually, down in our land, we hunt for deer and turkey. That's about it. Me and my brother will go down every once in a while for fox and coyotes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Where's your land?
Southern tier Jasper area.
I don't know where the fuck that is.
15 minutes north of Pennsylvania.
So you got a bit of a drive.
Oh, yeah, about an hour, 45 minutes.
That's south of Corning, right?
Yep. No. Not south of Corning. We don't go past Corning.
Okay, so it's around Corning Bath area.
Yeah. It's south of Hornell.
Okay, that's not so bad.
If anyone knows where that is. 45 minutes south of Dansville.
Okay, yeah.
That's the town everybody knows.
Yeah, so you're looking at still like an almost 2 hours drive.
Yeah. But me and my brother used to duck hunt a lot. We kind of got out of that because it takes a lot of time and equipment, and our equipment started breaking down. So next year I'm determined to, when I get my new truck, because my truck lights have been all fucked up. When I get my new truck, I'm going to get my boat ready. We're going to go duck hunting again next year.
There you go.
Duck hunting is one of the most fun things you can do.
How so?
Because you don't have to be quiet. You don't have to be still most of the time. When the birds are coming in, you got to be still. But like when they're not, you can just kind of fuck around and just have a good time. You can laugh, light fires, whatever.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's more of a communal event than, sitting in a stand waiting for a deer to come by, freezing your balls off.
Yeah.
A couple hunts this year were bad. They were so cold.
I remember you telling me you went out.
So cold.
So what do you hunt with? What do you use?
Bow and rifle.
What kind of bow?
I have a Mission.
What's your poundage?
70.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not even heavy.
Don't most decent. People hunt with like a 60 or 65?
Yeah, people go, I think legal in New York is above 35 pounds.
Yeah.
So,
holy crap.
Not to be sexist, but a lot of females have problems.
How's that sexist?
Drawing it back. Because you're saying girls aren't strong.
No, you didn't say that. You just said that that's their draw strength.
That's true. But
I'm probably a 35 pounder right now.
Dude, there was John Dudley. He's like a world professional archer, but he got in archery to get better at hunting.
Yeah.
And he shoots so much, eventually something in his shoulder snapped and like he couldn't draw anymore.
Yeah.
For a season, so he learned how to shoot with his mouth.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, like the Paralympic guys do.
That can't be safe.
Oh, it's just
you got a mouth guard. You got to hook it with and pull it back.
No, it's like
you smile, turn your head.
It's like this little piece of cloth you just tie to the string, and then you just you instead of you're not pulling back with your mouth. Obviously, you're pushing out with your other hand.
Yeah.
And then you just loosen your molar until it just goes off.
I was gonna say, you better hope you haven't dipped for life, otherwise those gums are gonna be crucially weakened.
That dude is ridiculous. I mean, he's shooting like 90 yards like that.
I wouldn't be surprised if he tore his anterior, the front delt.
I think that's what it was.
Or the top of the bicep.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
He talks about it.
That's crazy.
But he's shooting shit. He goes out hunting like that. He's shooting deer and turkey and shit like that.
So what do you hunt with bow?
Just deer.
Just deer?
Just deer.
And that's for what, 3 months?
October 1st to middle of November.
So about 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And then the middle of November till the middle of December is gun season.
And then is that shotgun or rifle?
Both. Whatever you want. Both. Yep. It used to only be shotgun, and the last 5, 6, 7 years, they allowed rifles.
So when you say shotgun, it's slugs and shot as well?
No buckshot.
No buckshot.
Buckshot's illegal in New York State.
Oh, no shit. Yep. Why?
I don't know. They say it's not sporting or something. You're probably wounding a lot of animals that way because you can't control it.
Spray and pray.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't imagine anything getting up after being hit with a slug, though.
Dude, some of the fucking exit holes I've seen made me want to throw up.
No way.
Dude, fucking put holes in things like that. Oh, yeah.
You gotta be close as shit.
No, you can shoot a shotgun probably 100 yards.
Whoa.
That's not even with a good one. If you get a good one, you're probably reaching 2.
Whoa.
Yeah. If you want to pay, like there's a Savage 220, I think it's called. You can probably shoot 150, 200 with that if you buy good ammo. Yeah.
And you're shooting a fucking fist at something.
It's a shotgun.
You're shooting a fist through the air at something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Yep.
And what kind of rifle do you use?
I use a Savage 308.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah, common
you know,
ammunition.
Common rifle.
Drop
My brother
that bitch
used
in
a
the water.
30-06.
What?
Like an
Why?
asshole.
What?
Because
What's a 30-06 for those who don't know what it is?
it's a 30 grain bullet and 106. I think it's 106 grains of powder. It's something about like that ish.
So
maybe?
your fingers are about 3 inches apart.
Yeah,
And that's about as
I
long
mean,
as the bullet. Is that including the casing?
Yeah, that's the kit. Yeah,
Jeez,
the
that's-
bullet's probably like that.
So it's still
and
about
then
an
the
inch.
casing's like that. Yeah,
God damn it.
308 I think is like this ish.
Yeah.
something like that.
What fires the 30-06?
Just 30-06 rifle.
Just 30-06
Yeah.
rifle.
And
God.
the only reason my brother uses it because
It's probably a bolt
When-
action too.
Yep. Yeah, it has. It's New York State.
New York State. Yeah.
But when he started, when he was finally able to gun hunt, a family friend just had an extra gun, so that's what he used. That's just what he's been using.
I feel like he doesn't leave much when he's done.
Yeah. The guy who gave him the rifle goes, all right, listen, do not shoot the shoulders. There'll be nothing left.
No shit.
Yeah, there'll be nothing left of the shoulder. And first year he shoots with it right through both of his shoulders.
No!
So you're just trimming out bone chips and just trying to get as much meat off it as you can. But yeah, I mean, rifles are tricky though. They don't leave a blood trail, so you gotta a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So if you don't shoot the shoulder, sometimes you get in trouble. Sometimes hard to find deer.
So why shoot the shoulders?
Drop them. Because there's a nerve. There's a bundle of nerves in the high shoulder. If you hit that, down.
Huh.
Down and dead.
Is that where you aim with? That's not where you aim with the bow, though. You aim for the lungs with the bow, right?
Yeah, right behind the shoulder.
Yeah.
Yep.
Huh.
Yep.
That's super
Because
interesting.
a bullet's trying to kill with shock, and a arrow is trying to kill with trauma.
Yeah.
You're just trying to break as many organs.
So what do you enjoy more?
Bow.
Bow?
Quiet. Got to be close. It's harder.
Yeah.
Got to be closer. You got to be better. You got to practice.
Yeah.
People don't practice.
Half the
Pisses me
thing
off.
for that is it's all meditation too.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's soothing to practice bow. My dad, I asked him when he was here the other day because I knew you were going to come on, and I was like, "Have you ever caught anything?" And he goes, "No,
Oh, jeez.
never." And
How
he
does he
hunted
even bother?
he hunted when we were children, all the way
Really?
through till we were young adults, and then he went a
Jeez.
couple times here and there.
Yeah.
But I just I think one of the things was he went to the same place very, very frequently, and it was someone's private land.
Yeah.
And he went to he had a couple options to like kill, but
Sure.
he got a little bit soft.
Yeah.
And it was one of those like he's had some opportunities, but because of his moral judgment, he
Sure.
said, the babies need the mother more than I do, or something like that.
Sure, yeah.
But he never came home with anything. And he hunted bow, I'm going to say 14, 15 years. That's what I got me into bow hunting.
Gotcha.
Except I didn't hunt. I just did
You
archery
just
and stuff
shot.
like that.
Yeah,
I did a lot of archery when I was younger
okay.
because we had the targets in the backyard, and my dad did the archery merit badge when we were
Right.
scouts. So every year I'd go and I'd
Nice.
shoot fucking archery.
Nice.
But so your family obviously got you into archery. So I
Yeah.
need archery stories. Go. Doesn't have to be hunt stories. Tell me something interesting.
I don't know if I have any good. Oh, when I got my bow I have currently,
Okay.
I bought it, came home, I'm shooting in the backyard. My dad goes, oh yeah, let me give it a shot. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, that's cool. First time he draws it back, the release opens up on him. I don't know if it wasn't closed all the way or if it just malfunctioned or whatever. Fucking arrow goes sailing.
Oh.
I'm like, God damn, I just paid for those. They're brand new.
Oh, no.
So we go find it. Oh. So we found it. It's 20 minutes later we find it.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, let me try again. Shoots one, hits the target, and he goes, all right, one more. Shoots another one. Clack. I'm like, you might have broke the knock.
Oh,
Whatever.
No.
Knock's 10 cents. Whatever. Not hard to
It's
fix.
just falling apart already.
We get up there. He Robin Hooded it with my
Oh,
bow.
goddamn.
With my brand new bow.
Wow.
I've never Robin Hooded an arrow. He did
No
it with my
shit.
brand new bow.
How far out were you?
It was probably 25 or 30 yards. I forget.
Okay, so you were close enough for a kill shot.
Oh,
on
yeah.
an animal.
Oh, yeah. But it was like, God damn it. Now that arrow is ruined.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
I'm like, God damn it. I mean, the bow's not even set up for him. He's taller than I am. He's
Mm-hmm.
got a longer draw length than I do. So he's shooting a shorter draw length bow. And I was like, God damn it.
That's pretty cool, though.
That was really cool. That was fun.
My dad, he's told me stories about doing that.
Yeah.
So like he was accurate, and he used to practice every single night or something
Yep.
when we were kids, but it's just never caught a fucking deer.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Have you caught anything with bow?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've shot not as many. I've shoot most of my deer with a rifle, I'll be honest. Because during bow season, I'm really waiting for a buck, because that's when the rut is. So I'm really waiting for. We manage for, I don't want to say trophies, but larger bucks on our property.
Well,
'cause we
you're
own
out there
private
for purpose.
property.
You're out there for food. You're out there for being better than you were last time.
Exactly.
And if the word you want to use is trophy, then it's fucking trophy. Who cares?
Yeah, but they're not like world class deer.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Like, they're not like 180 inch deer. They're like we're looking for like 120, 130, 140.
When you say those numbers, is that from ground to shoulder?
No,
Or is that
it's
from front to
it's
back?
a way of measuring the antlers.
Okay.
It's like the length of the tines and like the width around certain points and the distance between some of the points. I don't know how it all works, but
you're an engineer. You should know this.
I just never looked into it, I'll be honest. You can just kind of judge how big they are based on seeing enough deer.
Yeah.
So,
that's cool.
Yeah. So we do that. You know, we're trying not to shoot little ones because...
Yeah. You want to give them time to go reproduce.
Yeah, exactly.
Enjoy their male life.
Yeah. Let's let them fuck.
Go with God.
This year we're going to be shooting does early in the season, I think. Me and my brother have a theory that we have too many does on our property because we're seeing a lot of little bucks running around with does this year during the rut instead of the big bucks. So we're
You think maybe the big bucks moved down or something?
That the big bucks had already bedded down with enough does that they couldn't physically breed anymore. So now the little bucks are starting to breed, and you're like, well, let's kill some of the does so that way the bucks have to look a little bit harder. Maybe they'll come out.
Oh, so you're thinking maybe like they nested up or something?
Yeah, that's what they do. They'll bed down with a doe or two and then breed them and then go find another one.
How big is your land?
We have 188 acres.
Whoa!
Yeah,
I was about to ask. I was about to be. Do you know where everything is at all times?
Yeah,
No, you don't know what anything is. Holy shit!
That's not even that much. Our neighbors have well over 1,000.
Fuck
Might
you.
be a couple thousand.
Fuck you.
But our neighbors are fucking assholes.
That's so big.
I know. I'm jealous. I'm trying to buy some of their property.
Doesn't matter. What you have is big.
I know.
Jesus.
They have a couple thousand. I was like, you motherfucker. They put like 20-something guys on there during opening day gun season. Fucking war zone over there. Sounds like Iraq. It's crazy.
No shit.
Just like boom, 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 all day.
Holy
all
crap.
Day.
That can't be safe to have that many fucking people on one plot of land. You
got
to know where everybody is.
Yeah, that, and they got big land. You know, they got enough land. It's not all right next to each other. There's like, you know, gotta go down the road, and on this side's theirs, on that side's theirs, over there's theirs.
Oh, so they just bought chunks here and there.
Yeah, they have like a couple that are kind of, you know, larger pieces, but yeah.
That's interesting. How'd you guys come up on your land?
My dad's sister married somebody from down there. So they all bought. They had a house. My uncle bought a house down there just for them to hunt in, and I mean, land's cheap as shit down there. So they would hunt and live in there and hunt my aunt's husband's family's property. They got divorced. They got kicked off. So yeah, my dad and his brother ended up buying land down there, and now that's what we have now.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. And then eventually, who kicked us off died. The husband died from that family, and the wife let us back on.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so because we would help her out and stuff. My uncle would go down and help her out. She was getting old and stuff, but she's like 90 something now, not doing well. So she gave it to her kids, and her kids just sold it. So we're off it again.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Are you guys looking for land in other places too, or no?
No, not really. Me and my brother have talked about it, but neither one of us have the money to do it right now, obviously. Yeah. So, but that's for the future.
If I ever get money, I'm buying land and I'm turning it into a cemetery.
Why?
Because people always die.
It's an investment plan.
I'm serious though. No, because like per square foot, it's one of the most valuable places on the planet.
Really?
Because it's one-time use.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
People are always dying.
Yeah. It's kind of morbid, but it works.
Yeah. Hey, it worked for Mr. Brooks. It worked for Mr. Penke. So you prefer the rifle over the bow, but you obviously bow hunt. You enjoy it very much.
No, I prefer the bow over the rifle.
I'm sorry, you prefer the bow over the rifle, but you're better with the rifle.
Yeah, it's easier. And at that point in the season, I'm like, fuck it, it's done.
Yeah. You've already been out there cold for like a month.
I've already put hundreds of hours into the stand. Now I'm just like, fuck it.
Do you got to go up and like set up every year, like stands and stuff like that?
We'll
or check
move
for
some
maintenance
around.
And stuff like that?
Yeah, we'll move it around. We'll check, make sure we'll rebuild them if we have to.
Do you guys spend some time like scouting, trying to figure out where the best place is going to be for the year?
They got trail cameras now, so we don't have to do as much of that. Yeah, you just leave them out there. Every time a deer walks by, he takes a picture. So,
did you guys see a photo of Sasquatch yet?
There's a couple we can't explain. I'll be honest.
Stop. Go on.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
I don't think it was Sasquatch, but
tell me more.
There's one camera we have kind of looks towards the crest of a hill, and there's a big, it's a tall object there in one picture, and then gone in the next. No idea what it is.
What's the length of time between snaps?
It could be like 30 seconds or something.
That's a pretty long time.
Yeah. Yeah, it depends. I forget what they're all set to different things.
I was just say, are they like motion set? So they only go off with motion happens?
Yeah. But it's there and then it's not, and we have no idea what it is.
Huh.
I mean, it could be a bear walking on its hind legs. I mean, that's definitely what most people see as Sasquatch, because bears will walk on their hind legs.
Fucking weirdos.
They're fucking
Get on all four, you stupid head. Don't go against the grain. You don't gotta be original. Just go do bear shit.
You're not fucking Yogi.
Yeah. Nobody's got pygmy for you, bro. That's sick. Anything else cool? Night vision photos always creep me
Yeah.
out, though. They always
yeah.
creep me the fuck out.
Yeah, yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, do you see those eyes? What are those eyes back there,
you know
man?
What we got this year? We got a video of a deer that got attacked by a coyote. Assholes hanging out. Yeah, not
Did
good.
you just say his beehole was hanging out?
Yep.
Because that's where they go first, because it's
Yep.
soft.
Yeah, it's soft, and that's where all the nutrients are.
Nom, 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 nom. That and the liver.
Disgusting. Yeah. Yeah, so they so it got attacked. It obviously got taken down and bitten up a little bit, but then it got up and ran away. So
Brings no meaning to eating your asshole.
dude, I was like, my brother showed me the video. I almost threw up. It was disgusting.
Yeah? You
It's
got a
pretty
weak
gross.
you got a weak constitution there, bro?
No, I don't actually. That's just like being over dramatic.
Oh yeah. I do the same thing. You're like, this is what normal people feel, right? They feel sick here, right?
Yeah,
okay, I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
feel sick here.
They
Then
feel sad here about this, right? Yeah, normal people.
So give me some rifle stories. What's going on with the? Because you don't do shotgun, right?
No, I just use a rifle now.
All right.
Yeah, there's no reason to use a shotgun anymore.
Except for the
So-
ducks.
Except for the ducks. I have
Fuck the ducks.
Yeah.
Wah.
Hey, my online gamer tag is I knife ducks.
Knife
Could be for a
ducks.
reason.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I have a shotgun for that, obviously, but
Is that what you use for turkey as well?
yeah, yep. Yeah. So turkey's in the spring. That's the next thing we'll be hunting.
Ooh wee. So give me some rifle stories.
So this year I shot 2 on the very last day of the season, the very last morning.
This story. Do this one.
Yeah. So they come running down so my brother had already shot a deer out of the stand this year. And I sat there the next weekend and there's a stone wall to my left.
Yeah.
It was snowing like a banshee that morning.
Oh no shit. Okay.
It was snowing hard, so I was like, God damn, every time it snows hard we get something out of this stand. I love this stand.
Yeah. But you got to sit up there and be all uncomfortable and shit.
Yeah, I wasn't bad. I had, zipped up. I was just kind of sitting like this with my hands in my pocket and just kind of peering out every once in a while.
Yeah.
And look up, I'm like, oh, there's some motion.
Yeah.
Get the old rifle on the stand and, oh, damn, there's 4 of them. I got 3 tags. My brother still has 2,
Whoa.
and I don't have any signed over yet, so I
Yeah,
can take
yeah.
one of those. So I could kill this whole herd right here.
Holy shit.
Didn't kill the whole herd, but the one stops. I shoot, completely standing still.
How close are you?
I think it was probably 75 yards away.
So when you practice, though, I gotta ask for archery and for rifle. How close are you? Like, what's your distance for practice?
I practice with the rifle out to about 100.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of spots I can take longer than 100.
Yeah. So, but you're over practicing, so you're confident when you're under.
Yeah. I'll shoot my bow out to 50-ish. and
That's
I'll
still pretty good.
Yeah, I'll only take about a 30, 35 yard shot.
Yeah. So you want to
In
make
the
sure you can
woods.
see it breathing.
Yeah. You want to be able to pick out your spots,
That's good though. It's a good habit to get into practicing
Yeah.
over the under. Yeah.
I'm about to buy a new sight though. I'm gonna be out to 80 yards. Yeah,
Damn.
I'll finally be able
Okay.
to do
So you
that.
scope, right?
Or
is this for
for the bow.
Okay.
The bow. My girlfriend just bought me a new scope for my rifle.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's
that's
nice.
cool.
Oh, it's gonna be so
Hey,
nice.
we gotta click,
Yep,
click.
exactly. That's the plan.
That's
That's
cool.
the plan.
So you see the one. It's about 60
So-
yards out.
60, 75 yards out. I'm full steady. Squeeze. Doesn't drop. I'm like, nothing ever runs from this rifle. What the fuck? How the hell did I bump the scope? I was actually pissed.
Nothing runs from this
Nothing.
rifle.
They
It's
usually
not
just
scary.
drop. I'm like, motherfucker. I rack another shot. I see her stop, and now her shoulder's behind a tree. And I'm like, man, all right, there's enough of the vital show. And in case I hit her, I want to, hit her bad. I want to make sure I take her down.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's not the perfect shot, but it's not a bad shot. And she's quartering away, so it's like, if this is broadside like this, quartering in Europe over. If you're here and the deer's here like this,
Yeah.
this is broadside and this is quartering away, so the head's over here.
So you're showing a perpendicular intersection versus an
Yeah.
acute intersection.
If the head's facing away from you on an angle, it's
Yeah.
considered quartering away.
Okay.
So
So that gives you access to like behind the shoulder.
it
blade.
gives you a lot more area to hit. You want to take that shot with a bow, actually. That's your best. So I had a quartering away shot, so it wasn't a terrible shot, but I couldn't see the shoulder, which is what I want to hit.
Yeah.
But I shoot, and she runs again, and I'm like, motherfucker, there's no way I missed twice.
Yeah.
Come on. So I'm sitting there, and my brother's texting me. He's like, you probably missed, didn't you? He's like giving me shit.
What a dick.
He's giving me shit, 'cause that's what we do. If you shoot twice, you missed.
What a
So he's giving me shit, and I'm like, honestly, I don't know It should have been a hit.
You know where each other is, right? The whole time. So you don't even have a risk of hitting each other.
No.
Like, there's certain places that you do not shoot at all, just to make sure that no one is there. Okay, cool. I'd love to make sure on that, because I know there's irresponsible cunts out there.
The guy, one of the guys who used to own property next to us, killed his brother bear hunting.
Oh my God!
Mm-hmm. Thought some people think he did it on purpose.
Oh, don't
allegedly.
Say that. Don't say that.
Allegedly.
We didn't hear that here. This is no one's life on record but yours.
Yeah, but he shot his brother. Yeah, killed him. That's unfortunate. So we're very, very careful.
Yeah,
very,
so
very
you have everything planned out. Like, you're never going to cross this path unless you tell me you're crossing that path.
Exactly.
It's nice
Always
though
let me know
the,
when you're walking.
With the cell phones now. Did you guys have to use like walkies back in the day?
Back in the day.
There you go.
Back in the day. Channel 11. That was our channel.
Where are you, man? Hey, shut the fuck up.
I'm punching. Exactly. They're loud as fuck. It was, those were the worst. Now you just
that was probably back before you
it.
could put a mic jack in there and bring it up to your ears.
No, you could do that. Yeah, we never did that though. No one ever did that.
Too cool. Didn't care.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have like earpods like you do now.
Yeah.
You know, so it's.
Did you ever sit up in like the stands or something like that and listen to music?
No, I don't.
No?
Nope, I enjoy the quiet.
Oh, that's so cool.
I enjoy the thoughts.
That's so cool.
Yeah. I'll browse like Reddit and shit on my phone, but depends how bored I am. Depends how cold it is.
Reddit's I hope we never meet again column. You're just like, oh, this is creepy as shit. Look at deer.
Sometimes. Depends how cold it is if I can take my phone out or not.
Yeah.
But
so he texts you about
he's texting me, he's giving me shit, and I'm like, and then I look, I see a tail twitch, and I go, and if the tail's twitching, it's usually a gut shot. So I'm like, shit, it's still alive.
Are you still about 60, 75 yards out?
They're probably 100 and some out now.
So they traced out.
Yeah, they're out a little bit, but not too far. So I'm like, all right, they're heading towards the main trail that goes back to where my brother is, and they're not between me and my brother. My brother's behind me.
Okay.
And I got a trail right next to me that takes me out to the main trail. So I'm like, I bet I can sneak out if I do it quietly. So I hustle down. I climb out of the stand. I take my trail to the main trail, and I'm just sitting, waiting for them to cross. I'm sitting, and they're not crossing. I don't see them, but I look over, and 3 of them are running at me.
Holy shit.
And I'm like, those look like the same 3 I just saw, but where's the 4th? And I'm like trying to find the 4th one. I don't see her. And I'm like, all right, so she's probably down, but I can't be sure. And just one stop about 40 yards away, I go, let's see if the old rifle's on. Yeah. Boom, drops. I'm like, all right, it's on.
Yeah.
So I text my brother. I'm like, all right, I got one down now, but I probably have 2 down. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
So gave it a half hour. He comes over, and we start trailing. No blood at all. And we're like,
is this from the 40-yard out?
No, that one I saw drop.
Yeah, you knew exactly where she was. Okay.
I got back in the stand. I went back to my stand, climbed up in. My brother came over and met me, and we went to where I took the first shot. No blood. We're like, all right, that's weird. We start following the tracks because there was snow. We could follow the tracks.
Yeah.
So we're following them, and we're like, no blood at all. I'm like, I only saw 2 deer run. I know she has to be down.
Yeah.
So we're looking and we're looking and we're looking, and my brother jumps along, goes, you got them both.
No shit.
And we found blood about 10 feet from her. That's the first sign of blood.
How far away from the original site are you at this point?
50 yards.
Wow.
I only hit her with the second shot. Somehow I missed the first.
So you're saying the shot that didn't scare her away, and then you got the second one before you jumped out of the stand.
The one behind the tree.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then she still proceeded to make it like 50 yards.
No, that was only another 15 yards from that shot. Yeah.
But she still made it away. She's still crawling.
No, I think she just ran and piled up. I don't think she...
Think so?
Yeah, I think she ran. Because I didn't hit shoulder or anything.
Yeah.
So I bet she ran. She bounded over like 2 logs, then fell over dead. And then the other one was like literally... The one I shot at 40 yards from the trail was literally 5 yards from her.
No shit.
I was like, God damn it.
Oh, that's so coincidental.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah,
they were probably mourning real quick. They were probably like...
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Yeah, just making sure she's okay. Hey, get up. We need to go. Oh, dude, she is dead. Let's go
The
now.
first one I shot was 170-ish pounds after we gutted her. Big deer.
Wow.
Big deer. She was a pain in the ass to get out.
Yeah.
Had to drag her over a ditch and shit. That sucked.
Did you bring her out full, or did you...
No, I gutted her where she fell. And
then you brought the pelt and the meat and the bones and stuff out. And
once you take the guts out, you just put the rest of it in the truck. You don't take any more apart.
Is that just because you don't want to risk the guts going in the car and stuff? So when you gut it, what are you getting rid of?
Stomach, lungs, heart, liver, all the internal organs.
Well, you don't keep the liver?
I don't know.
So many vitamins and minerals.
I know. I can't eat it, though.
Why?
It grosses me out. I can't
stop.
do it.
Come on. Make liver steaks.
I know.
Liver steaks.
If you want some, I'll bring them for you.
Bitch, I love liver.
All right.
Everybody always says liver tastes like shit. I specifically looked for a place when I lived in Florida that could give me butchered liver.
Oh, really?
I was like, I'll take it uncooked because there's so many fucking nutrients in there.
Right.
It's so calorie dense.
It's so good for you.
That's what I'm saying. Why don't people eat that?
I don't know. It's just the texture. I don't like it.
That and the kidneys and the heart.
If you want the heart and you want the liver, I'll bring it for you.
Baby, you bring me those.
I'll
I will
bring it for you.
happily make some
Next
shit.
year.
And I'll send you photos.
All right.
I'll make some gumbo or
Maybe
some
I'll
shit.
even try it. If you put it in gumbo, I'll try it.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm doing
All right.
gumbo now.
Perfect.
Shit.
All right, next year.
I love this.
When I shoot a deer, I'm going to call it October 13th. If that's a weekend, I'll bring it for you.
I think it's a Sunday.
Is it? Perfect.
I think it's a Sunday. So what else so have you hit anything else in the past? Because you've obviously been hunting for most of your life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I've gotten at least one deer every year.
Okay, so you're consistent though.
Last year I shot 3. This year I shot 2.
Have you missed a year where it's just been so demoralizing where you're just like, shit?
Nope.
So it's good to have that land though because it's consistent.
That's super fortunate. Just,
When you guys pack out, obviously you're taking all the meat.
Yep.
Okay. What do you do with everything else? Because you've got pelt, you've got the head, you've got the horns if it's a buck.
Yep. With the horns, usually you keep them. You'll either turn them into rattling antlers or you'll just display them or whatever you want to do with them, really. You give them to your dog for all we care.
Yeah, because they're going to eat it and they're going to love it. Same with the hoofs.
Anytime I shoot a buck, it's big enough to put on the wall at this point. Mm-hmm. So, I'm not shooting anything I don't put on the wall. So I have one mounted. I have one coming back from the taxidermist too.
No shit. Cool.
Yep.
Was that from earlier in the year?
The one that's coming back was from last gun season.
Wow, that took a minute.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, no, it takes about a year for him to do. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that from neck up?
Yep. Yeah, from just in front of the front shoulders up. Yeah.
That's gotta suck. Like you get a good buck and then you take it out at the neck or the head and you're like, shit!
Yep.
There's nothing left!
Yeah, luckily our guy's pretty good. He can fix a lot of fuck-ups.
That's cool, though.
Yeah. He does all the taxidermy for the LL Bean guy, the CEO of LL Bean.
How many accolades do you have from hunting?
Accolades?
Yeah, accolades. Fuck
accolades.
Me. There you go. There's the mouth thing.
Just those 2 bucks.
Yeah.
Those are my 2 prized possessions, I guess. I've shot.
Do you guys convert pelt or sell pelted meat or anything?
No,
like
you
that?
can't sell meat. It's illegal in New York.
Oh,
yeah, I can't do that. Yeah,
gift tax.
Yeah. No, we keep all the meat. We'll give deer away to people.
Yeah.
Then they'll butcher it or they'll take it to a butcher. The pelts usually we just toss. There's not much you can do. I mean, there is stuff you can do, but
I'm surprised that there's not a place that will buy those and take those because that's
a lot of taxidermists actually will. They'll give you $10 or $25 for it. But trying to find someone, it's just get rid of it.
Not to mention deer have really coarse fur, and I don't want to lay on that.
Yeah, that ticks are. You got to be careful when you're skinning them and stuff.
That.
Yeah, ticks are.
Especially up here in upstate.
Up here is real bad. Yeah.
Do you guys have any plans to go anywhere else to hunt, other than the land that you have?
My dream is to go to Colorado.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Backpack in.
That'd be cool.
Hunt for 7 days. Hopefully shoot an elk and then backpack out.
I got a buddy who, actually, my buddy Alex from the gym. He, him and his brother, they went climbing in Colorado.
Oh, okay.
He said it's just gorgeous.
Dude, it's amazing. I went snowboarding there last year.
Unreal. That's cool.
Because here it's all ice. You know, it's super icy here. There it's just powder.
No way.
Oh my god. We got there right after a snowstorm.
Yeah.
Dude, it was amazing.
Are there worse hills as good as our best hills?
Yeah, their blue squares are our black diamonds.
Shut the I can't even go there then.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Give me a green circle.
but they're so much more well maintained. Yeah. So it's and it's softer. So if you fall, it's whatever.
Yeah.
But some of the circles there and stuff, if you're a snowboarder, you get stuck because they're so flat.
Oh shit!
Okay. A lot of out that way is all designed for skiers. Mm-hmm. Back when snowboarding wasn't a thing, so the flat stuff it doesn't really matter. But if you don't keep speed, sometimes you get stuck. It sucks.
Still on one of those lists for me is I'd like to go somewhere one of the winters, for a weekend and just snowboard.
Yeah.
I don't get to snowboard very often.
I think we went up there for 3. We snowboarded for 3 days.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it was good. It was enough. It was
oh yeah. After the first day, you're probably yeah, tomorrow, and then after tomorrow, you're like, fuck, one more day.
Yeah, because then you get altitude sickness too.
Yeah,
or you're not sick, but you get fatigued quick.
It's hard all to that breathe. Air thinning and shit.
Super hard to breathe up there. But there's a back bowl on the mountain. We were at Copper Mountain, and it's called a bowl where it just it looks like half a bowl essentially.
Okay.
And you take a chairlift right up to the top of it, and then it's a straight drop, and then go. I mean, the drop's only 5-6 feet.
Yeah, but it's a straight
jump
drop.
off it.
Oh god.
Yeah, you jump off it, and then you're just in this ungroomed just field of powder and trees, and it's such an experience. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Because you get caught. You know, if you don't keep your, especially the snowboard, you don't keep your nose up, or you know, you just cut it
real easily.
You cut in too far or too hard, and it just cuts the snow out, and you just trip and go start ragdolling.
Yeah.
But it's soft, so it's like it doesn't matter. You hit and you go into a bunch of powder, and you're like, oh, all right, I'm good. You get up and do it again.
Here you get ice burn or something like that happens.
Oh, you
It's
get
bad.
concussions and all sorts of stuff.
I've ruined so many pants because of snowboarding, just because it's so sharp.
Oh yeah. Yep.
It's weird around here. Yeah, gloves too. It's weird around here too because we have Bristol and we have Swain.
That's it.
But like Swain is definitely the more elementary.
Is it? I've never been to Swain. I've only gone to Bristol.
Yeah, if you go to Bristol, like they have some really good courses there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Swain's best course is probably middle for Bristol.
Really?
But there's less people there. There's always less people there because it's so far away. It's on the other side of Dansville.
Right.
It's a nice place if you haven't been in a long time.
Right, sure.
But if you're looking for the people environment, you're not going to find very many people there.
That's actually not a bad thing though.
But when you're looking at comparatively like how good the courses are, it's
Bristol's
like they got the Milky Way. The Milky Way is really fun to do.
at Bristol.
The mile run. The mile run's at Swain, yeah.
Gotcha.
So they have you take the lift up, you go a little bit down, you take a second lift up, and then from the end of the lift to the bottom to the next lift is a mile exact.
Oh wow!
So we would race down at middle school and stuff like that. But in the way that they have it maintained is there's little paths off to the side that they'll go out a little bit and then they'll come right back in
into the woods.
But they're not like super deep and bellowy.
Oh, okay.
They're like a little off here. It might tree branch out a little. It might tree branch. It gives you options. So you don't have to be on the main mile course. You can take like a little guy through the woods, but it will bring you back in. It always brings you back into the main course. So you're not going to fall off the goddamn cliff. But I think that place also has like a cross country ski course.
Bristol does too now.
Yeah, Bristol's got one. That's right. Yeah, and I looked and I was like, how the hell are you supposed to get? Oh, it's cross country skiing.
Dude, I saw. This is some white shit. This is what happens when you live in Brighton. After the first heavy snow of the year, I'm out shoveling my driveway and I see motion. I'm like, who the fuck's coming down the sidewalk right now? This old lady's just cross-country skiing.
Stop it.
Down my sidewalk.
No.
I was like, what?
No.
Why?
What are you doing?
Why? This is
Where are
why
we?
Why are you cross-country skiing? There's a park. Go in the park. There's some scenery.
There's even courses too.
This is some white people shit.
Oh, she's like, I need to go for my walk. You're like, you're not doing shit.
Exactly.
Bro. You're just going.
Straps on some skis.
Oh,
like,
that's
God
so
damn it.
saddening.
I was like, that's some white people shit.
Yeah.
My girlfriend went to make pancakes this morning. She pulls out the pancake mix, pumpkin spice.
Oh, yes. There's them basic problems, son.
We didn't have any milk, though, so she couldn't make them.
You could use water.
That's what I said. She didn't believe me.
Yeah? You could substitute water. Just put an egg in there.
We didn't have pancakes.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Hey, was it that bad? Because you didn't have to deal with pumpkin spice pancakes.
That's true. I made my eggs like I usually do. 3 eggs in the morning.
Oh, you're so cute with your 3 little eggs.
Oatmeal and peanut butter.
It's not a bad way to do it.
Yeah, that's how I do it. I need some
gallon
carbs
jug.
in the morning.
Yeah. There's only a certain time of the year where I have carbs with breakfast. After that, I don't get carbs till like dinner.
Really?
Yeah, usually, because when I diet, I usually do like mostly keto style or really low carb style. So like my dinner will have like lots of rice.
Oh, okay.
With like a little bit of chicken and some bananas with some shakes and stuff. But otherwise, it's.
I tried low fat for a while. It didn't make me. Low carb, high fat. Didn't make me feel good.
Well, the problem is if you're doing the low carb, you need to supplement magnesium and you need to supplement. There's another vitamin because you get extremely deficient in them, extremely fast. So you get what's called it's like a flu. Yeah. And
but I couldn't come out of it. I tried it for like 2 months and I felt like shit for 2 months. You're supposed to come out of it after a month.
Not if you're not supplementing.
Yeah, that's the problem. I wasn't supplementing.
So when I got ready for our wedding, I didn't know that I was doing keto. I was just eating like 22 ounces of chicken a day, 6 eggs, and protein powder. That was literally what I had in my system. And I wasn't taking any supplements and stuff. And every single day would hit the middle of the day and I'd feel nauseous. My head would hurt. I'd get like fever-like symptoms. And then it would go away near the end of the day. But I felt like shit. And I did this for 3 months preceding the wedding. Because I was like, all right, low carb will work. But you're eating like really bland chicken and stuff. And you can't even choke it down.
Right.
And I found out later that it was keto. So last year when I dieted, I actually did
some
keto.
research.
And I was taking the magnesium and whatever the other vitamin was. And I added fats this time.
Yeah.
And
Not
just
protein.
I lost so much weight fucking fast. And I didn't lose any strength.
Really?
Yeah, no strength. I actually got stronger because I was in the middle of my program.
God damn.
But I didn't have any flu-like symptoms or nothing. I barely did any cardio to burn extra fat.
Wow.
And I felt fine. The worst part was like I'm so used to eating.
Yeah, you couldn't eat. You're calorie restricted.
Yeah, it's just I'm drinking all my calories in my coffee because I'm putting coconut oil and shit in there.
That's the tough part about drinking the bulletproof coffee.
Yeah, I would get
takes up so many of your calories.
I would say at least 1,500 calories a day came from my coffee.
Jesus.
Because I had a little container that I put my Kerrygold butter in, and I'd put my I bought these white cocoa butter chips off Amazon.
Okay.
And then I had my coconut oil, and I would do measurements out, so I had 1,500 calories just there. But I was still eating like 3,500 calories a day.
Oh, okay. So that's my bulk right there. It's 3,500 calories.
So when I was dieting, I was still eating 3,500, and I was eating just for, like, all my meals during the day was just that. But,
gotcha.
it was the eggs in the morning, it was the chicken and the red meat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but I felt good.
Huh.
The only problem was I think I was coming off of some supplements that weren't really sitting well, so my blood pressure went up, and my cholesterol
went up too, based on your genetics.
Based on your genetics, the single markers. But it wasn't high enough to require medication, so I just kind of took care of it on my own. But
that's good.
It's one of those I need to pay attention to this time if I decide to keto again, which I'll probably end up doing, just because it's such an easy diet. It's so cheap too.
Sure. Yeah.
Compared to like the low fat diets where it's like medium carb, high protein, but you're eating like $50 worth of vegetables every day.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And that just adds up so fast. Versus I need 2 plates of meat this week. That's $40.
And an avocado.
Yeah. And some avocados or something. Whatever it is. And you're just like, this meat will last me 2 weeks.
Right. Yeah. I mean, my standard diet has a lot of fat. I mean, I take about 50% of my calories from fat.
That's a good way to live it, though.
Yeah.
Because then you don't really get the groggy feeling, and then it's easy to supplement for
Yep.
it. You don't have like the chemical imbalances that are associated with high. Like right now, I'm still in fat season, so when I don't have sugar.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's been bad. The holidays have not been good for me.
Yeah. You should see our freezer right now, because we never have junk food in the house.
Yeah, that's what I try not to do too.
There's so much ice cream in the freezer. I still have Halloween candy because I bought so much. And then I've got like those Dutch butter cookies. I go to Aldi and I buy containers of them. Holy shit! You just sit there munching on butter. But this year, like I said, the fat season's gonna go probably till the end of March.
Yeah, fuck it, let it go.
I don't give a shit
you
right
can
now.
cycle it into next year.
Yeah,
get up to 300.
I was so close to 250 before my surgery.
Oh no!
So 2 weeks ago, before the injury, I was at 238.
Ooh, you're closing in.
I was closing in quick.
What'd you get up to last year? 245.
244, 245.
Okay,
yeah.
You were close last year too.
No, I'm sorry, 237 last year.
Oh, okay.
The year before, I got to 244.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I didn't do as much of the bulk last year. I get like really self-conscious when my back fat starts to hang over, and then I flex, and I'm like, oh, there's
how I get about my stomach too.
Yeah.
That's why I have a hard time bulking.
First place that fills out.
Yep.
You just got to accept it after a while.
Yep.
Like I sit in bed and I just push out, and I'm like, I put my plate on top and I go, and I'm drinking my eggnog and I'm just munching on cookies in bed, like purposely like looking as fat as possible. I'm like, one day I'll look handsome again. I saw a photo of me from the wedding when I was getting ready. I was like, God damn, I looked good. What happened to that guy?
Cookies, ice cream,
cycling
pie.
shit. Yeah, you just gotta figure. Yeah, but it gets hard when like you stay so strict for so long.
It does.
And
it's boring.
I feel bad for my wife because she diets, and usually when she's trying to diet, she's not on my cycle.
Oh,
so when she's trying to lose weight or tone up or something like that, I just don't give a shit. So it's one of those like when she starts to diet, I'll go on her terms.
Gotcha.
Just so I can be as supportive as possible.
Right.
Because
and you don't have stuff in the house. You know.
When she's watching me eat junk food, it gets real hard for her not to want junk food.
Oh yeah. You can't just have one.
No. Bet you can't have one.
Bet you just can't have one.
It's such a bad turn of phrase.
Dude,
that's so rude. How dare you judge me? Who are you? Fuck you.
I can't. If I have one piece of chocolate, it's going to be at least 3.
I get weird with it sometimes. Like, I'll love to just binge eat, but there's like, obviously the pain meds do it to me different now. So like, I went to the pantry this morning after breakfast, and I had 3 of those Famous Amos cookies, and that was it, and I was fine.
Yeah.
But I probably won't eat again until dinner, and then I probably won't eat again until I just about go to bed.
Right.
Because the pain meds, they just kick your ass, dude. That's why you lose so much weight on pain meds. You're just not hungry. Those opiates fuck you up, dude. Like after my car accident, I went from 168 pounds, 2 months. I was under 130.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Well, with opiates, it wakes me up too, so I'm awake longer.
Yeah, so you're burning more calories just from being awake.
But this time I'm not going to fuck up like I did last time. I'm going to be working out this time.
Oh, okay.
My doctor was like, make sure you take, 6 to 8 weeks off. I was like, 6 to 8
I
days,
gotcha.
right? 6 to 8
Yeah.
days?
Yeah.
Safety squat bar.
This doesn't hurt my legs. My legs don't hurt my arm.
Yeah. I was like, can I shrug? And I was like, yeah, I can.
What?
Yeah, the standing calf raise machine. I can lower the arm and get under it. And I can just stand there and shrug.
Oh, okay. Okay, we're getting creative.
Thought about it, man.
God damn it.
Yeah, somebody's got to get creative.
Dude, you know what I saw the other day? Someone was on the leg extension.
Yeah.
And they were, like the, what do you call them?
Hip thrusters.
Hip thrust.
There's a dude who does it at the gym now.
Why?
I don't
Do
know.
it with a barbell like a normal person. And by a normal person, I mean a weird person that still does hip thrusts.
I pointed him out to Tim. I was like, Tim, look, Tim. And he's like, look at what? Look at what? I was like, leg extension. He goes, there's 2 people on him. I was like, no, you dummy, look. And it just is the dude thrusting. He goes, what is that? I go, I think it's a hip thruster. It's super fucking loud.
I mean, why?
I don't. It's soft on your genitals, I guess. Maybe. I don't
Just
know.
do good girl, bad girl.
Good
That's all
girl,
we gotta do. Dude, come on, those are the
That's
best.
what you
Those are the best.
For anybody who doesn't know what the good girl, bad girl is, it's the adductor and abductor. So you sit there with the one with your knees together in front of you, and you pull them apart.
That's the bad girl.
That's the bad girl. And then there's the one where your legs start apart, and you have to bring them together, and that's the good girl.
That's the good girl. That's the preacher's daughter.
That's the preacher's daughter. No, she's just playing coy. She's like, it's all a game.
It's all a game. She just likes the attention.
Fucking stupid. Oh, Jesus.
Dude, but those really did help my squat,
Dude,
though.
they do. Especially,
really
like,
did. It
if
helped my
you
low back pain, too.
lean forward and get as close to the machine as you can.
Oh, really?
And like everybody says that it causes you to engage less of like the sides of your legs and the sides of your ass. But
Okay.
if I lean forward, I can throw a ton more weight on there, and I can squeeze back as hard as
I have
possible.
seen you do it like that before.
And then it'll hit the hip flexor.
You stand too when you do it too.
I almost
Or is
get.
that different?
I almost get off of it.
Oh no,
I
it's
don't
the,
quite get off of it.
It's the hashtag no racist. The Asian girl that goes to the gym.
Yeah. Hashtag no raisins.
Hashtag no racist.
I thought you said raisins. I was like, raisins? Why no raisins? You got a problem with raisins?
No, I love raisins. I don't know her name. I'll be honest.
I don't think
know a lot
anybody
of
knows her
people's
name.
Yeah, I'm not a
Person.
people person like you are.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Even most of the people at the gym, I just say hi and I still don't know their fucking name.
Yeah.
There's a dude who plays football and I don't know his name.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's been playing football with us for over a year and we still don't know his name. Let's call him Buddy. What's up, guy? But yeah,
man.
no, like there's those, but like you can obviously sit back and lean into it. But when I do it like that, I feel it on my spine.
Oh, okay.
So if I lean forward and I grab the outsides of the bars and I push out as hard
Gotcha.
as I can definitely feel it squeeze the sides of my glutes and then up and down the IT band.
Oh, okay.
And then it doesn't hurt your knee.
Oh, see, it doesn't hurt my knees at all.
Because you're working that IT band, so you're stretching it out.
Gotcha. Yeah. My knees don't hurt when I do it, though.
It's the good girls.
The good girls?
They hurt me a lot. Because it's all groin. That's all it is.
Yep,
is groin,
that's
groin,
all
groin.
it
But that
is.
helped with my squat a ton.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a lot of stability. It helps stabilize your hips, I think.
Oh, for
That's
sure.
my theory. I don't know.
I would say so, too, because when you squat after you do them, you're like, whoa, 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 whoa,
Yep.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yep.
So, I mean, everything kind of converts over hand in
Yeah.
hand and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, like, what are your... So, obviously, we're in 2018. We're in the
Yep.
first podcast, 2018.
Got it.
Got it.
Got it.
What's this year got in store for you, man? Like, what are you going to be doing? What do you want to be doing? What are the plans? Like, what's your fitness goals, your gym goals, your life goals, your whatever the fuck it is. Damn it, my tricep is flexing. It's tweaking out over here. It's like, bitch, you haven't worked out in days.
I think for the gym, we want a 500-pound squat.
Ooh-wee. How
Yeah.
close are we?
I hit 460 and it flew the other day. That was after 6 sets of 3 working up. You know, I hit 405 for 3 and then 415 for 3, and I was like, man, that felt light.
Yeah.
So I was like, I've hit 455 for 2, but it wasn't a clean 2. The first one was okay. The second one was a little grindy.
Okay.
So I was like, I've already done 6 sets. Let's just beat it. It
Yeah.
was between that and 475, and I was like, let's just beat 450. Let's just go 460. And it flew like down and up like it was nothing.
That's awesome.
I had to talk myself out of not doing another set. I had to talk myself out of not going to 475. So I think 500's there.
500's the marker. Okay.
500's there for that. You saw me miss the 545 dead.
Yeah, you were so close.
That was after not deadlifting anything above 405 for a month before that.
Yeah,
so that
which
just
was
came
odd.
out of the blue.
Yeah.
I was like, let's just try it.
Because you were ramping that day too. You were doing triples or doubles all the way up.
Yeah. So I think
they looked all clean, even up to the 500s.
Yeah,
like,
515 felt clean.
Because you looked at me, you're like, dude, that looked like, I felt like it,
felt like shit.
You thought it looked bad. I was like, no, you went right up. You had no stall, just right up.
That's why RPE is hard to do. Rate of perceived exertion.
I don't know RPE.
Yeah, it's like a scale. Like you're trying to do like this weight for an RPE of 8. So it's like a rate of perceived exertion of 8.
So for the day, that's whatever you think your 8 is.
Yeah, something. It's like it'd be like odd. 5 sets at an RPE 8. So you want to feel like you're at an exertion level of 8 for 5.
So where like your last rep rolls around, you're like, I can't do it.
Yeah, something like that. It's weird, but like unless you're really good about it, it's like hard to learn. So that's why no one ever does it.
I feel like that's pretty ineffective.
That's why people use
every day
percentages. Yeah. Well, that's the idea, is that you're for the day. Yeah. It's all based on the day. So if you feel like shit, you're not going to kill yourself. Yeah, so like 70 for one day, but it's hard to be linear like that.
Yeah,
you know,
because nobody's linear like that.
Exactly, because I feel like shit every other day. So
he goes, yesterday was too hard.
But I think, I don't know, deadlift, we'll get the 545 for sure. That's nothing.
Yeah, that's not going to even be anything. I have no doubt you can hit 585 by the end of the year. If your squat is 5...
we'll try 585 by the end of the year.
That 565 creep, that's going to be where it hits.
Yeah.
Because I got to tell everybody, like, there's those weird little markers. So, like, the jump from 315 up is hard. The jump from 405 to 455 is tough.
Yeah.
The jump from 455 to 495 will take you a long time to do.
Forever.
And then, like, you might hit it, but you're not going to hit it again for, like, 2 months just because your body's just like, fuck you.
Right, exactly.
That crawl from 545 to 565.
It's tough. Tough one.
Because, like, there was days where I could rep 550 for, like, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I would throw like 560 on or 555 on, and I couldn't fucking do it.
Really?
Yeah, no idea.
Huh.
And maybe it's just, the exertion or something like that.
But what you did the day before, who knows?
Could have been any things. But it's just one of those, like, you're like, no, I should have this.
Yeah,
I should have this. And then it gets hard too. Like, you're obviously crawling up in that area right now where it's stuff that you've never touched before.
Right. Oh yeah, that's the thing. Is I'm scared to try it for the first time.
But doing the lockouts,
but like,
it's worrisome because what if you hurt something?
Yeah, exactly.
If you pull it wrong just a little bit.
Exactly, especially when you start getting up into heavier weights. You know, the deadlift's the worst one because that's the one you can't really bail out of until it's too late.
Yeah, usually you've hurt yourself coming off the ground or some shit.
Because that's when you're in the most vulnerable position. But the squat, if you fuck up, you can get out of that pretty quick. You just dump the weight.
Yeah.
I mean, you look like an asshole.
I would say most people, like, you obviously know. Like, before you've done the rep if you can do the rep on a squat.
Yep.
And if you're
if
the
it goes
asshole
down,
who drops
it's coming
it,
up, unless you do something stupid.
Because you've seen me walk it out and walk it back in. I'm like, not today. Not happening today. But with the overload stuff, I have no doubt in my mind. Like, if you overload up to 585, you'll be pulling mid-5s, no problem.
Sweet.
Like on
That's what we're going to try.
Yeah, like if you use the box trick that I taught you, where you throw them up on there.
Those
or even
snatch
like
grips are awesome.
The snatch grips are those are the truth.
Those are the best.
Especially since you get to start kind of
fixed my deadlift. That's what, or not fixed, but increased my deadlift, was realizing I had to go out just a little bit wider than most people.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
It's because your wingspan,
Is that, because like you keep your hands right inside the knurling, right?
Oh yeah, they might even just be a tad over the knurling.
Like your index finger might be over onto the smooth part, right?
Yeah, if my thumb isn't scratching my shin, I'm not close enough.
See, I can't get tight. My back doesn't tighten up like that. I feel weak. I feel like I'm losing something in the back.
I'm like an octopus trying to put myself through the smallest hole possible. But it also shortens my range of motion.
Exactly.
Because our arms are about the same length, but I'm just a bit taller than you. So I'm trying to shorten it a hair. You're trying to bring yourself into it so you can get leverage.
Exactly.
But that's why I like the deficits too, because deficits, they'll show you exactly where you're fucking weak. Like if your arms are too wide, if your arms are too close, if you're starting with your feet too. That's how I taught myself to squat really close stance.
Because you have to, because you have nothing to stand
fit on it, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is why I yell at Elliot when he brings over 2 plates. I'm like, dude, just do the one. Just stand on the one, Elliot.
Stand on the one. That's where you're most powerful of most people.
But that right there, where you're talking about doing like the snatch grip and stuff, that goes right back to Westside. You do a couple of weeks of a different movement. Overtrains it, and your body's like, whoa. Because that's how I was able to PR, as I did 4 weeks of deficit.
Okay.
And then I took 1 week off. I'm sorry, I did 3 weeks of deficit, took a week off, peaked on Monday with deficits, and then peaked on actual deadlifts on Thursday.
Holy shit.
So I did it twice in 1 week.
God damn.
But I knew when I pulled the 625 that I was like, I've got way more in the tank. This came up way too easily.
Really?
I could have easily probably pulled another 20, 30 pounds without even thinking about it. But I was like, all right, I've pulled 585 before. I just did 585 for 4
Right.
on deficits the other day.
Right.
You know, there's got to be a big. I'm sorry, it was 585 for 1, so I pulled 585 for 4 warming up.
Gotcha.
And I was like, all right, let's just go something I've never done before. I've done 605. Let's go 625. But it just fucking didn't matter. There was nothing holding it back.
It was there.
It's the same thing with the bands. Have you ever used bands on deadlifts? God damn.
Put them over the bar.
Whoa.
No, because we don't have any. Well, I guess you got to get the 100-pounders.
I wheel over hundreds,
Yeah.
I'll wheel over like 2 dumbbells, and then I'll use the fat plates, and I'll
okay.
throw the band through, and then I'll hook it up to a 2.5 pounder, and I'll push it as far as I can.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll bring the dumbbells, so I'll have range of motion under it to get where I need to get to go. But
Gotcha.
yeah, I wish we had pins.
I wish we. I just wish we had a regular deadlift platform. It's the only thing that I wish we had.
I'm gonna talk to Ron and be like, yo, Ron, hook a brother up, man.
We can make them too. They're not hard.
Yeah, we can do it for you.
If you pay for it, I'll build it.
That's what our gym, the gym I used to work out in Florida, did. One of the guys who works out there, he bought a variety of bars. He bought new clips. He bought new racks. He got it special built, was a deadlift platform. He bought a competition bench press for the gym.
Ooh, there you go.
And then he bought like the Rogue boxes, like a variation of them. So you could do standing overhead press. You could do deadlifts and stuff like that.
Nice.
So he bought it all for the gym, and he's like, "This is for you. You need to maintain it."
Goddamn.
I just bought you a ton of shit.
Yeah.
Like he bought like a $600 squat bar.
Holy shit.
Yeah, one of the ones that does not move.
The Texas bar or whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't
Stiff
move.
as fuck.
The thing weighs like 55 pounds of raw or something like. You're like, and it just hurts.
It just tears your back up.
Yeah, because so we went down there last year and they had just got the deadlift bar in.
Oh, okay.
And I hurt my back that morning.
Oh, my teeth.
Yeah, you heard me right. Brushing my teeth. Because it's a full contact sport for this idiot. I like brushed my head. I was like, oh, and I'm leaning down.
no.
Yeah. So we get to Florida that day, and they all wanted to work out. I was like, all right, let's do some deadlifts. They're like doing back. I'm like, oh shit. So I'm doing like really light back. I'm like, oh, so much pain, so much pain. And they're all doing deadlifts. I was like, fuck. I was like, I came all the way down here. I was like, I said I was gonna work out with you guys. I was like, I have to. I can't leave without fucking doing this.
Yeah.
I was like, I just need to use the deadlift bar, and they had 585 pounds on it, and I was like, all right. And I didn't have my straps or anything with me, so I stole my buddy's straps. I didn't have a back brace.
Oh no.
I walked up to it and I grabbed it, and it just dragged. I was like, God damn! There's a reason you guys are so much stronger than me down here. You guys got the good shit. Like it bent like this much before it even cleared the ground.
Yeah.
It was the same thing with the benching. Like I keep telling them, like, you guys are weaker than we are up here. I was like, you guys are closer to the equator. I was like, but the big thing is the fact that you guys use those rubber plates, which are lighter than our plates. Because they'll like one of the dudes down there, he just did a video of a 405 flat bench. He weighs like 190 pounds. I was like, there's no way that's real weight. I was like, come up here and use my iron plates. I was like, we'll prove that you're not using 45s. I was like, I'm gonna get a scale next time we're down there and throw it on the scale just to verify.
See how close it is.
Yeah, because I'm dually convinced. Because even when I'm down there, I'm stronger.
What was it, like a bumper plate or something you was using?
They're just the rubber coated plates. They're not bumpers.
I got
They're kind of
you.
like the ones at LA.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And they feel lighter.
Do them?
Yeah. The machines down there feel heavier.
Okay.
But when you use those plates on anything, just like I'm like, what is going on here?
Huh.
Like I was like maybe it's just not the same weight, but I keep telling them, like, you guys are just actually weak. They're gonna get to competition and be like, I got a 600-pound squat. I only did 455. No, these guys are really cool.
I want a deadlift bar though, man.
Yeah,
I want to try it. I've never tried one. They're so whippy.
Charles bought one at the gym. He said it's definitely worth the investment. Him and another guy, they went in on it. So that's another thing for the scribe, is to get a good deadlift bar that we can store there, and get a good bench bar that we can store there. Either that or we store them at somebody's place or something like that.
How does a bench bar help you?
So the bench bar and the squat bar are really, really similar.
Okay.
You can use them intermittently, like interchangeably.
Yeah.
The most important thing is the knurlings. The bar is actually a hair bigger.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like a mil or two bigger.
Okay.
And then they have multiple sets of knurlings, the whole, like, markers all the way down.
Oh.
So you've got your standard in the middle,
and
then there's a gap that's done to a certain inch setting that a normal bar is, and then there's one done to Olympic, then there's one done to a wide. So you can figure out your distancing in there.
Yeah.
And the wide one ends at the furthest your hand could possibly be for a competition bench.
Oh, okay.
So make sure you keep your hand in there, and then you can auto adjust and stuff. And the knurlings are super
probably
thick.
Stiffer too.
Yeah, and then for the bench, the center knurling isn't this wide; it's like 8 inches wide.
Oh.
So when you get that bitch on your back, she ain't going anywhere.
Yeah.
And then obviously having the different markers lets you. So if you're wide dancing for your squat, like you can grab it, and there's knurling all the way to the end.
Right.
So
you can grab it wherever you need to.
Yeah, I think in Florida they got a Texas deadlift bar, and I I think he said it's a Texas squat bar, but they
Yeah.
have a bunch of other bars they bought for bench that have no whip. So, I mean, they can use the squat bar on the bench, but you're not supposed to. But
Sure.
that's like the guys at our gym who are using the deadlift bars now on bench. Because we have
Wait.
2 deadlift bars floating around.
Do we?
But they're not good deadlift bars.
Oh, the dark bars.
The ones that don't have middle knurlings.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, those are deadlift
I know
bars.
what you're talking about. Yeah.
I've used them on deadlift, and I can tell that they're deadlift bars
Oh,
because
really?
they bend.
They're a little
Especially that
whippier?
brown one.
Okay.
Yeah, that brown one bends for
Gotcha.
days.
I haven't tried them yet.
Don't even worry
Yeah, I
about it.
try to stay away from them.
Just use the fat one that I showed you.
Yeah.
Because those 2 are the best bars we
Yeah.
have there.
Yeah.
But it'd be interesting to get some nice bars to go with that safety squat bar that we got there. Add some change. Get our own
You mean
little
the one that
collection
you
going
bought?
on. Yeah, the one I bought.
Yeah, we're all gonna have to pitch in here for something
I didn't
soon.
care, dude. It was cheap, dude.
Well, I know that
Yeah.
one was cheap, but if you're gonna keep buying shit,
Yeah,
you
at
gotta
some
get a
point or
little
another,
pool
it'll be a
going.
bunch of other people. We'll just because
Yeah.
everybody's gonna be using it. It's one of those like, do you want to lift better or do you
Right.
just want to lift with the shit they have here?
Right.
So, and that's the same thing with having the thing in the backyard here.
Yeah.
At some point, it's like, hey, yeah, I'm going to the house to work out. Yeah, man, that's fine. I'll probably be there in like an hour. And then like it's a community sort of thing,
Right.
which is the hopeful point.
Until someone fucks it up, and then it's gonna be membership only.
Well, you only got to tell so many people. No girls
Yeah.
allowed.
No girls allowed. Make sure you keep your wife out of there. She's not allowed.
What do we say? This is private stuff. Why are you guys naked? We're not naked. Why are you naked?
Why are you guys naked? Why are you back here?
What does the science say? Show us your penis. That's how we determine. That's good though to have those. What's that bench goal you have though? I didn't ask that.
I don't really have one. I would like to be able to do 315 every single day.
Yeah,
That would be my bench goal.
you're being too reasonable.
Yeah.
I want something less reasonable.
When you saw me do 325 that one day,
So pretty.
345,
Go up. Keep going.
365.
If you're giving yourself 2018, 365 is definitely not good.
What? For a whole year to go up 40 pounds?
I have no doubt in my. I told you if I fix your back movements with like a
think so?
month, that bench is just gonna naturally go up in a month. You're gonna
I
work
don't
your
think-
back like a bodybuilder.
I don't know if I could ever go 405.
I think 365 is reasonable for this year.
Yeah.
But I also think you need to start training with different methodologies.
Okay.
Adding the bands, adding
Yeah.
the chains if we get chains.
Yeah. I have bands.
You,
I got those
yeah,
bands.
that's right, you got
I
bands.
got the purple and the red ones. Yeah.
But also training different angles. Training your flat,
Yeah.
train your decline, train your incline.
yeah, I started declining. I do decline on one day now. I incline one day now because of you.
That's slingshot,
Yeah.
baby.
I haven't slingshot yet. I haven't
That's
done
the
that
other
yet.
thing. You
Yep.
got to add those overload days every 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I used to be in the habit where I would do it every single week.
Oh,
But if
It's
I can
too
get my
much.
program right, I'll use slingshot every 3rd week.
gotcha.
So like if my program runs on it'll be the last workout for the split. So like let's say
Okay.
I'm doing flat bench for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I'll use the slingshot the 3rd week, and then I'll do
Gotcha.
decline for 3 weeks, and then I'll do bands.
Uh-huh.
I won't use it on the bands week because that's just counteractive.
Right.
But at least using it to force an overload before I
Yeah.
move on to the next
See,
thing.
that's something I don't do. Is I don't take something and do only that for 3 weeks. Like I always flat bench.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's always the main movement, and then I would do those things as accessories.
Yeah.
I wonder if I should try that.
You could do that too. You
So
run
that's usually
your,
what
like
I
you
do.
run your program. You do like a 3x8 or a 4x4 or whatever the hell you do,
Yeah.
and then afterwards you're like, I got 2 or 3 sets of overload today, depending on how I feel.
Yeah.
Am I going to overload on decline or am I going to overload on flat with sling or
Right.
decline with sling?
Right.
And then you decide, and then you make sure you're overloading.
That's what I got to do.
That'd be a nice way to do it.
Yeah.
And then you can even go like if you're so strict to doing flat bench every time,
Mm-hmm.
you can even overload with the bands.
Yeah. I love the bands because like the next time you bench, it flies.
Oh,
because
every
you're
time.
used to having to accelerate into the lift.
Yeah.
So it feels amazing.
That's where it gets really bad. If you do a day of bands and then you like take the bands off and try to do some weight
Yep.
work, you're going
Yep.
the whole way up. You're just like, what's going on?
Exactly.
It's so terrible. It happens with squats too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Squats are the worst.
That's
when
why I
you
like
do
doing the
bands.
bamboo where you hang the weights.
That was fun. I did that the one day.
Because then after you take them off and like you're pressing clean, you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
The balance. It's
Yup.
definitely like you can tell that with the bands, it's forcing you to go in a certain direction.
Right.
With the
Bamboo,
bamboo,
it's going wherever you take
yeah,
it.
it's
or wherever it wants
that's
to go.
your fault.
Uh-huh.
Somebody said to get like a PVC pipe and use that. I was like, bitch, I'm
Yeah,
gonna break a
I've heard of
PVC
people
pipe.
doing that, but it's stupid. You can get a bamboo bar.
Yeah,
You
but
ever
those are
seen
like
those?
$500.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're so
God
expensive.
damn. Shit.
Steve at the gym was talking about getting a harness that goes on his chest for front squats.
Oh, okay.
They make like a Zerker harness
I
that's
don't like
only a
front
front squat
squatting that
harness. Safety squat bar. Send me that's a front
yeah,
squat.
yeah. Yeah, that's the way to do it.
That was the other thing too for a while there is like, if my knees can take it, I front squat.
Oh, okay.
Just because it's such a
I can't get comfortable with it. I can't.
You're never going to be comfortable with it. If you get comfortable with the front squat, that's a fucking problem.
I know, but it's to the point where like I can't do enough weight to where it's beneficial. It's better for me just the back squat.
What's your front squat weight? Like 185, 225?
I've touched 185. I don't think I've ever even tried 225.
For me with fronts, I'm really good at volume under 200 pounds. Okay. Anything over 200 pounds, it's like 1, 2, 3 reps.
Oh, really?
Even though my max is easily almost 400 pounds, it's still one of those like I'm only doing a double. I'm only doing it because I don't know. It's just a CNS thing.
Right. It's more about trying to hold that.
Yeah. See, you do that
know?
though. I do this.
Oh, you come across like
this? Yeah, because I'm a goober. Because I don't care. I'm not gonna risk my wrists for this shit.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is it starts loading your wrists when you do this.
Yeah,
that's why I don't like it. I can't doing this. I feel like I choke myself, so I can't do that either.
Yeah, I mean it's all preference at some point. You got to kind of get uncomfortable.
I've seen, yeah. But it's like to the point where I just can't do enough. I can't do enough weight for it to matter, so it's better for me just to do another back squat movement.
Yeah. Well, at least you understand that. You recognize it.
Yeah.
And most people won't recognize it. They'll just be like, I'm doing 135.
Yeah.
And your max in your 4.
I tried
like,
doing it with the straps, too, where people...
That's what Timmy does,
do with the straps like that. I still can't find a way I like it. I don't know.
Because you still feel like it's sliding out of your hand.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just a bitch.
I think it's just like a mechanical... Like Dan. Dan does not like front squats. Dan
really?
does not do them. He will not do them. And for him, it's hips. His hips hurt too much when he does them. Me, I can only do them infrequently because of my knees.
Yeah.
But there was a period of time where I did front squats every week for like 2 or 3 months.
Oh, okay.
And that went up so fast. But
because it's a new lift for it.
But the knees.
Yeah.
I feel like it hurts way more on my knees.
Well, yeah, it's all quads.
Yeah,
it puts a lot more stress on the front.
I'd rather do some, occlusion leg extensions.
Sure, exactly.
Or the reverse hack squat or something.
Yeah.
That's like the same thing with like we were talking about the leg presses the other day, how different all 3 of those are, plus the vertical leg press, seated leg press. You're just like,
the seated leg press was nice. I always looked at it like, that's for old ladies.
Yeah.
That's for people who just don't want to lift.
That's also for injured Kyle.
But when you get those 400 pounds on there, dude, it got heavy.
Yeah, especially trying to even get it up at that
20s,
first rep.
For 20s, man, that was pretty good.
And the interesting thing is the way that it's weighted is it's always pulling you in as opposed to pushing you down. There's a big difference between the weight pulling versus the weight being pushed.
Exactly.
So it's like free load versus tension.
Yep.
And that 400-pound tension load is not fun. Because even when I got in there, when you were doing the set, I was like, hey, man, this will be the last set. Like, I was watching you struggle. I was like, yeah, I don't got that shit today. If he's struggling like this, fuck that. I ain't going to fucking try for another one. That's too bad. Yep. But it's a different animal, man.
It is. 20s is a different animal. I never do sets of
20 reps? Oh, come on, man. You got to do more time.
20s.
That's another thing you should be doing is high reps.
High reps.
Every once in a while for something. But, like, it's still, like, I do high reps, but heavy weight.
Right.
I don't just do, I'm not, like, just
you
getting
work
on
your way up to heavyweight. You do 20s up to X. You're like, I'm going to do, like, 6 by 20 and go up by whatever.
Yeah. Well, okay, so like there was one of my last back days before the bicep is I did bent rows after my deadlifts, and I started at 225, which I never do. I always start at like 95 or 135, and I did 20 reps, and then I went to 275 and I did 15 reps, and then I went to 315 and I did 12 reps, and then I went to 365 and I did 10 reps, and I was like, all right, let's see if I can PR today. So I went to 385 and I did 10 more reps, which I've never done.
That's insane.
To that point, 365 for like 6 was my best, but because I only do them every once in a while, it's the same with the T-bar row. And it was one of those days where it's not like I'm going to do, one weight for 20s, one weight for 15s.
Yeah.
I try to pyramid it, and it's one of those, let's get a little freaky today.
Right.
But that's heavy because I don't see anybody else deadlifting, bent rowing much weight.
Oh, no.
Especially for reps over like 2-3. Everyone's like, no, man, that's where you end. It's like, no, if you can do more, bitch.
Do more. Always do more.
Yeah.
I like to I just pick a weight and do that for X sets of X, whatever, 5 sets of 10.
Once again,
but I gotta change it up. I gotta do something different. I've been doing it for too long.
I'm doing your program.
Perfect.
Just the back.
That's fine. I don't need your.
I'll leave the rest
program.
for you.
Yeah.
That's good,
I know what I want.
It's good though. Going into 2018, you've got some goals. You got some other shit getting worked out.
Good.
Anything else looking forward to in 2018?
I haven't thought about it. It's just an arbitrary point in time, just trying to get through.
How dare they determine that January 1st be this exact time of the year?
Exactly.
Why can't we be like South America where it's fucking warm as shit right now?
Exactly. I don't need to have goals for every little part of my life just to motivate myself to do anything,
Out of boredom the other day, I set probably 18 goals.
Jeez. See, I never sit down to think about it. That's my other problem.
I was wonky though.
Yo, yeah.
I couldn't do
You had
anything.
nothing else to do.
Yeah, I was sitting here incapacitated.
Yeah,
I was like, what are my dreams this year? What are gonna do? So I mean, it's not like they're unattainable or they're too far fetched.
Anything good?
Well, I got some for the show right here.
Yep.
Like the first one for me is getting out of my own way.
Okay.
Because the other day I was like, who am I? Why would anybody want to come on this show? And it's one of those like, everybody is no one. And the moment I realized that, it's one of those, people will want to talk about themselves and share their story with the world.
Sure.
No matter how big, how crazy, how innocent, or how boring it is. And it's, no one asks you.
Right.
So if somebody asks you and you're apprehensive, all it takes is a little negotiation. Hey, this isn't strict. This is just, I want to show who you are.
You just want to have a conversation with people.
But got to get out of my own way first.
Right.
And be like...
Be able to ask people.
Because there's no one else doing this in this community here.
Yeah, exactly.
And then seeking how I'm seeking to do what I'm doing. And then, you know, obviously other goals dealing with this bullshit here. And I have myself set on a 4-month timeline.
Yes, you do.
Which, as
the
I'm
doctor
watching,
said that was advanced.
Yeah, he says, he even told me the other day, he's like 6 to 9 months. I was like, all right, man, I got a 4-month bet, man. But yeah, after this is out, I think it's 2 more weeks of just mobility training, and then I get to start with 1-pound weights, and they said play it by ear.
Weights.
Yeah, so I probably won't be doing direct back work, like dumbbell rows and
grip,
stuff like that.
Yeah.
For a long time, but
yeah.
I should be able to start deadlifting again in about 2 months.
Really?
And if I can keep up on my deadlift with the toe straps and squat the same way,
should be okay.
Yeah, they said the bench should come back pretty quick over about a month. They said the hardest part is making sure your stabilities are good, which it'll be bar up front, which is fine with me. I've done the recovery on that
exactly.
before.
You got to be slow with it. It's a process.
Once again, most of the goals though, get out of your own fucking way is what it is, because you're always going to stop yourself.
Always.
And you can, you're obviously admitting that here.
Always.
That's why you don't squat that heavy.
That's why I don't go that heavy.
You don't feel it. You're like, I'm apprehensive.
Exactly. So it's all about getting, that's what we'll do for 2018. We'll get out of our own ways.
Oh my God, can we watch ourselves succeed? It's going to be like an out-of-body experience. You'll be like, who's that guy? That guy just did 585 in a deadlift. Who are you, man?
Oh, it's me. Oh, shit.
Soaked back in. That's good though. What about the house, the life, the girl, the dog?
I need to get the man cave in order. Gotta get a couch and a TV and a bar set up in there. That's the plan.
I was gonna say, because you moved into a house, right?
Yeah, we bought a house.
Congratulations.
Yes.
That's awesome. Shit coming together though.
It is. We're finally starting to make it. Finally feels like our house.
Yeah.
Not just somewhere we're living for once, because we've been, we lived in apartments and stuff, so it never felt like ours. And now we're like, oh yeah, we can just paint the wall if we want. Oh yeah, we can just tear this room down if we want. Like, I had this whole week off of work, so I just worked on the house. The other day I was replacing all the outlets and shit, 'cause we had like the old 2-pronged outlets.
Yeah.
So I was replacing all those with 3-pronged outlets and stuff like that. I only shocked myself a few times.
I remember you telling me.
I shocked myself more after that, and then eventually I was like, because the breaker box isn't labeled right.
Yeah.
So eventually I was like, fuck it, I'll figure out what the goddamn breakers are. So I stopped shocking myself. I don't bring the damn house down. The
How old's the house?
Lick it. I think it was built in 1955.
About this.
Yeah, it's older.
Is that in Brighton?
Yep. Yeah. Right off the edge of the city. Right between Blossom and Browncroft. So if you go
I know exactly where the
one
fuck
street,
you are. Yeah.
You go up one street, it's the city. We're in Brighton, technically.
No shit.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you're right around the corner from the gym.
Literally.
That's nice. That's a good location too, because you're pretty close to everything. There's the Wegmans right there, access to the interstate right there. Sorry, freeway.
Yep.
It's a good location. Did that take you guys a while to find?
No, not like my friends had a hell of a lot harder time finding a house than I did. I mean, we only looked at 3 or 4 of them, but we were picky. We just wouldn't go look at anything.
Yeah.
We were kind of planning for a while to buy a house, so we kind of, were figuring out what we wanted, but
I had a buddy who was looking for 8 months.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Were they putting offers in and getting outbid and stuff?
I think they put in 2 offers in 8 months. Well, 3 technically, because the third one, but the one that they were supposed to get, the last second somebody bid higher than them.
Oh.
So they were getting ready. They were offer pending, and somebody came through and offered $5 grand more than them. But they had a really weird. They were looking 135 and less, which is a really hard market here.
Oh yeah.
And then they were looking. They were looking at Irondequoit, which has a lot, but originally they hadn't considered Irondequoit.
Oh, okay.
They were looking in Webster, Fairport, and Pittsford, and I was like, "How the fuck are you gonna find that for 135? What the hell?
Not in Pittsburgh.
You gonna find a shed?"
Yeah, literally.
That's what I'm saying. So when they opened up to Irondequoit, that's where they found the ones they bid on. But there's this whole swoop of people coming into town right now who are buying properties dick cheap who don't live here.
Oh, really?
And then they're cleaning them up, making them new,
They're
and selling
flipping them. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I know a couple people are doing that, but I also heard from a buddy of mine who's in real estate who said the same thing. He goes, it's just these out of towners. He goes, they're coming in because like especially Grease Gates area.
Really?
They're buying them for dirt cheap, and then they're fixing them up, and then they're selling them for like 40, 50 more than they bought them for.
Jesus.
He goes, I don't know how they're doing it, which is one of the reasons New York State's put their effects in order, where it's like if you first-time home buyers, they get those programs, but they've also got it set up too. So like, let's say you need a fixer-upper, which a lot of people aren't trying to do.
No.
They'll give you grant to get it fixed up, but you have to live in the house for 10 years.
Oh, okay.
So like Elliot was looking at houses, and he's been looking up fixer-uppers now too.
Yeah.
And I think it was like 40 grand is what they'll give you in a grant.
Jesus.
But you got to live there for 10 years, or you got to pay it back.
Right.
And that's 40 grand interior only.
Okay.
And it's like, man, like you walk into a house for like, let's say 90 grand.
Yeah.
And you walk into something that's 40 grand. You're probably walking into a house that's missing a couple walls, some fixtures, it's missing appliances. The electrical might be fucked. There might be flood damage. Like they went into the one that had
damage.
I don't think 40 grand's going to clear that up.
No. Depends what it is.
My buddy just got lucky. He lives over near Merchants. He said that they bought their place last year for sub 100. Ooh. He said because of like the whole swoop and real estate right now. He said their place is worth like 130.
Oh yeah.
I was like, how in a year? He goes, it's just everybody's moving in there. Everybody wants to be there because it's not the city, but it's near the city.
Right, exactly.
And it's still in a decent school district.
Exactly.
And you can.
That's how ours is. We're in Penfield schools.
Yeah.
So it's worth it.
But you're close enough to Brighton that if you wanted to, you could petition to get your kids into Brighton school if you wanted.
Yeah. We're right by Mercy.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff. But like when we were looking for our house, it was right during when it was a fucking seller's market. Like,
no shit.
People were we got ours like at, like how they value the house. We got it at what it was valued at.
Oh, geez.
We got lucky as fuck.
Wow.
Yep. We got lucky as fuck. But people were like, all the houses we were like considering were 10 to 20 grand above what they're valued at.
Yeah.
And they were still asking 10 grand above
Whoa.
that. And they were still selling same day.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It was insane.
I know people who bought one in Fairport for like a little over 200,000, but it's going to need like 60 grand in repairs. I was like, God damn!
Right.
Are you made of money?
Uh-huh.
Well, fucking, when we sold our place, we listed it a little too late, unfortunately. We listed it at the end of summer.
Yeah, that's just after it peaked.
Because we had started humoring looking at the beginning of summer.
Oh, okay.
Because she was originally looking, she was almost offered a job in Buffalo, so we would have moved out there.
Yeah.
And then, like, the bug kind of kept going to the point where she was actively looking.
Oh, okay.
And then it was one of those points where it was, okay, so let's go look at these houses. Wait, we're doing this? Yeah, I guess we're doing this. And we looked at a couple, yada, yada. Our realtors, like, seller's market, because just coming off summer, didn't know. We couldn't have known. She couldn't have known.
Right.
But we listed, and we ended up listing for like 3 months.
That's what you were saying. Yeah, you had people coming in and all sorts of shit.
I think we dropped it just over 12 grand.
Jeez.
So I think we listed for like 140, 145. I think we ended up selling for just upper 1.2s.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we took a little bit of a hit. But like she was like, your house will sell so fast. And we had lots of bites. We had lots of people walking in, but no one making offers.
Yeah.
And then we found this place. We paid them exactly what we wanted. We're like, we ain't even fucking around. We're not going to play a game. You want this? We're giving you this. Done. So we had this house the whole time while we were trying to sell our place.
Okay. You had a contingency on there that you had to sell your place first.
Yeah, and then the contingency ended up coming through 30 days later, and they were like, all right, we're going to list it. Whatever. And the wife was just like, we can't lose this house.
Right.
Because I have so many friends who are still looking. It's like,
yep.
Pull the trigger. Let's fucking do it. Whatever. So this house closed, and then finally that one actually closed last Friday.
Damn. Nice.
So we had somebody make an offer the week we moved out.
Oh, really?
Yo, super convenient.
Nice.
But still, it's so stressful, dude.
Oh, yeah.
And then you guys are finally done with that. You guys have been moved in. That's your establishment now. And
starting to get it ready, starting to get it how we like it.
That's what Elliot's still dealing with. His girl's like, oh, you got 2 days a week, 3 days a week, where she's like, we gotta go look at houses.
Yeah, it's stressful.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Thank God we only looked at 2 days worth of houses.
Yeah, I think we looked at 2 or 3 days worth. We only made, the only offer we put in was on the house we have.
That's good, kid.
Yep. Because there was one we were like, we really wanted. It was in a great area. I forget where it was, but I think it was like 100 and fuck, I don't even know numbers anymore. But anyways, they had it listed for a decent price, And my realtor was like, it's like on the edge. Like it's kind of it's kind of worth that, but it's kind of not. So we'll go take a look at it. Unfortunately, we went out of town.
Oh shit.
We planned a vacation already for the open house when they were first taking offers. He said, I go, did you hear anything about that house? Like how to do during the open house? He goes, yeah, somebody put an offer in for over $20,000 over what they're asking.
Holy shit.
That's about $30,000 more than the house is worth.
Whoa.
So I was like, oh, all right, this is what we're dealing with. Great.
Yeah,
they're
hoping that's
in
going
the
to turn
winter.
up.
Yeah, because we were looking like, late winter, early spring is when we started really kind of looking.
Wow.
So it was like right when it was seller's market, Wow. Yeah, so March was like when we started actually going to visit houses. Yeah, and then we finally closed on the one in June. But dude, that was a fucking circus trying to close on a house. Oh my god.
Why?
The people that we bought it from were just irritating about a lot of things.
Didn't want to fix shit, didn't want to close outright, didn't want to sign the docs.
That, like, I think because we had put an offer in before their open house. So we went and looked at it on like a Wednesday or a Thursday. There was an open house on Saturday. So we went in, we looked at it, we're like, all right, it's good enough. It's in a good enough price range. We like it. We'll put an offer in. We put in what they were asking for.
Yeah.
Now, there's no guarantee they're going to get that after the open house. So that's what we're trying to do, trying to strong arm them.
Yeah, they were hoping they could get more afterwards.
Yeah. So they still had the open house and stuff, and their lawyer didn't sign because they had accepted the offer.
Yeah.
They told us they accepted the offer.
Holy shit.
And they were supposed to sign. The lawyer didn't sign it though because they were still trying to feed offers from the open house.
Yeah.
And we're like, sign it now or we're not buying.
Yeah.
My real estate agent was the dad of somebody I played baseball with growing up, so he was a family friend and stuff. So it was just great working with him. It was so easy to work with him. They actually got the lawyer to sign the document on a Saturday.
No shit.
He goes, I've never had a lawyer sign something on a Saturday.
Yes.
They put his feet to the fire. They had to do it.
Yeah,
because they were trying to field offers.
It's not his decision.
Yeah,
it's their
exactly.
decision.
They're still trying to field offers, even though they had formally accepted ours.
Yeah.
Without signing it, they were supposed to sign it on like Friday, and they didn't.
Yeah, I mean, we felt bad because we held them up so long on closing. Like they were still paying.
Oh, really?
While we were closing.
Oh, jeez.
Because the 30-day hold and then another 30 days passed and then are coming in. So it was like 90 days or something like that of them still paying this mortgage and that mortgage still.
Holy
but
shit.
we know them now and they're awesome and they love that we got this place and stuff like that. So
that's good.
And they spent a ton of money on this floor and on that floor.
Yeah, it's super nice.
I don't even know how much they
looks
spent.
brand new.
Oh yeah, it's only a couple years old.
Dude, that's insane.
Whole first floor got redone. Everything.
Damn.
They moved the garage a slight bit in, so it added more space. They the backyard's the backyard, but the whole inside first floor is now done. The second floor, obviously, you can tell that it's a 1950s house because that's going to need some work in one of the rooms. But the other room was completely redone too. You're like, you guys don't have a ton of money in this place. So we got it for a really good price and stuff like that. And I definitely think this house could probably go for another 15, 20 more than we paid for it. No problem.
Sure.
No problem at all.
You get in the right market and everything, you'll be good to go.
It helped though that our real estate agent was friends with them.
Oh, okay.
So she knew about the listing before it even listed. And then our real estate agent actually was my wife's tennis coach.
Oh, okay.
So we had like a little bit of the friend connection going on there. And
nice.
It sucks.
That's what you need.
Yeah.
It's what you need in this world, though. It's all about who you know.
We had a lot of people saying, get somebody else, blah, blah, blah. She's not doing it right. It's not her.
No, it's not her
People
fault.
are coming through.
Oh, yeah.
It's priced.
Oh, yeah.
They're going listing. Like, fuck what you're saying.
Right.
I would rather go with someone I know than someone I don't know.
100%.
Just because there's a confidence
Because then you
there.
can trust what they're saying.
Yeah.
That's what I liked about, working with somebody I knew is that I could trust everything he was saying. He wasn't, obviously he's never going to try to screw me over.
Yeah, they're not going to bamboozle you.
Yeah. And he was honest and upfront about everything. So it's just, instead of just trying to get a house sold so he gets his commission, he actually wanted to do it.
Because our real estate agent even got to the point where she's like, if you guys want, you can find another real estate. It's like, no, you've been with us for so long.
You've been on this journey.
You've earned this. This is yours. Just keep fighting for us, okay? So it was cool, though. It's like interesting, this whole house buying thing. You don't even realize you're a goddamn adult when you're doing it, too. I pull into my garage. I'm like, I got a garage.
I own this. This is mine. This is weird. Well,
upkeep. Who do I call for upkeep?
I know. That's what I'm trying to do is just get everything the way we want it.
Well, the wife's parents just gave us money for a snowblower.
Oh, nice.
We already looked into a couple places about getting seed so we can try and seed the whole lawn and get really nice grass growing. And
seed where I just drove over.
Yeah, see where you just drove. I'm about to post that photo of you pulling on the side of the house. It's so good. I love it.
I misread the text.
I love it. It's so good. But I was literally talking to the wife. I was like, we should stone that whole area over there.
It's not a bad idea.
Because the driveway starts really narrow and actually does that.
Oh, okay.
So it starts like, I think it's like 14 feet wide, and then up to the house it ends up being almost 22 feet wide.
Yeah.
And it's one of those, I'm not going to cut that lawn there. Let's
Right.
just stone it all the way up to the fence.
Yeah, that makes
And then
sense,
leave it
yeah.
alone, and then the stone will kill the grass.
Right.
And then when people come for like games and stuff like that, they can
can
pull
park
up
there.
there, and then we'll have more space for
Yeah,
people.
yeah. 'Cause
Rather
what are you
than,
going to do with that lawn?
it's also, that's a blind curve. I don't
Oh,
want anybody
really?
sitting on the road.
Right.
Because people come
Yeah,
whipping
yeah.
both sides, and you
Sure.
can't see shit because there's no streetlights.
No.
So it's one of those, let's just get the stone, we'll stone the
Yeah.
shit down, and then if it ever happens to the point where like you have to have something going to the back, you don't got to worry about people slipping in the grass or something,
Sure.
some shit. And yeah, you're not going to use
sense.
that lawn for
No.
anything. I mean, there's a bunch of tree stumps out there I got to tear out when the weather gets
yeah.
nice on that side, which will
Yeah,
happen
yeah.
anyway, but I'm planning on clearing out a bunch of the trees back there,
Oh,
just so
really?
that way there's a little more open space, because there's some randomly placed trees.
Oh, okay.
And
You
I'll
want a
leave
more
like
open backyard.
yeah, just on
Yeah.
like the little, like it feels like there's like a rando trees here, and then there's the fat tree here, and it's like, what are you doing here? You're not doing you're not providing any provisions for anybody. So that'll be all projects for this summer. Do you got any house projects that gotta go in the summer?
Yeah, we got to do our gardens. You know, we started doing the grass last year. I don't know how well it's gonna hold though.
Yeah.
We got in too late to where we couldn't really fertilize and stuff.
Yeah.
So this year, we try fertilizing. May have to redo some of the grass. What else is going on back there?
I was gonna say, we don't want to do gardens.
No,
we looking at it, and I was like, let's just stone like the first like foot and a half from the fence.
Sure.
Because then otherwise you gotta maintain it, and then it's a
Yeah.
pain in the ass doing the fence, and then I don't cut a fucking weed whack ever again. Just
Yeah.
stone a foot and a half down each side of the fence.
Yeah.
Done.
There you go.
We looked at this place. There's not very many plants.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to have to to deal with mulch or anything like that
Sure.
every year. So it's one of those. Add
Yeah,
some
I gotta
stone.
do
Get
mulch
some
this
nice
year.
Yeah, the mulch is fun. Yeah, all
It's
the
gonna be
decomp.
great. Yep.
I was like, I'm gonna have enough work cut out for me putting a fucking garden in, like
Yeah.
for vegetables and shit.
Yeah, that's what she wants, a raised bed garden, so I'm gonna make her that for the spring.
You can use like 4x4s and bring them up nice and tall so the deer can't get in.
No, I think I'm just gonna throw a fence around the chicken wire around there. Put them on like 2x4s and then just make a chicken wire fence around it. Yeah.
That's what my brother-in-law did. Except he's got a ton of deer where he lives in Fairport.
Oh, really?
So he had to do 4x4s up like 4 or 5 feet, and then he had to
Jeez.
attach 4x4s another 4 feet up.
Oh my god.
And he goes, and I still see them jump those fences sometimes.
Yeah, they jump,
I
man.
was like, God damn, 9 feet jump.
Uh-huh. Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
No, and then that's not even the biggest worry.
No, I don't think we have that many. I've seen deer by our house, but not that many.
It'll be nice to grow like cucumbers and carrots
Yep.
and potatoes and
Yeah, she just wants something she can experiment in.
yeah, that's
You know?
kind of our thing. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know, the wife eats a ton of vegetables.
Yeah.
It's like you give a nice big enough plot and you get like a month's worth of food, if
Right.
not a little bit more.
Sure.
So, and then it's cool
always
just doing
fun.
something on
Yeah,
your own. It kind of
exactly.
brings everything
Makes
together.
you feel good, you know.
Yeah.
You're not participating in the mass farming industry. Big farming.
Big farming.
Big farming. Big farming. Big pharma.
Is that how big pharma works? You grow
Yep.
your drugs.
Exactly. You're paying corporate. You just gotta drill your OxyContin.
That's what it is. You watch out. You pull out like a carrot stem. It was all the oxys. These look ripe, right?
God
Smack 'em
damn.
up.
God damn.
I mean, that's gonna be about it. I mean, I'm happy you came and did this for
Glad
me.
I finally got around to doing it.
Sorry, I wasn't such a gracious host today. I'm
What do
obviously
you mean?
hiccuping and
Oh no,
wonky as
it's
fuck.
all good. The coffee was good enough. That's all we're here for.
Yeah, I'm gonna get better with the coffee game, bro.
Oh, it's all good.
But
This is
if
all it
anybody
needs.
wanted to reach out to you, get a hold of you, talk to you, hunting, powerlifting, something like that, how would anybody get a hold of you?
They wouldn't.
It wouldn't.
I actually,
Hashtag ghost.
yeah, I don't really have a social media presence. I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I have Facebook. Try to find me on there, but good luck. Facebook and Chris Johnson.
Yeah, I was gonna say Chris
Have fun.
Johnson's a real vanilla name, bro.
Have fun. And all the information on there is super old. It makes no sense anymore.
Well, I'll tell you something. If you need to get a hold of Chris Johnson, you let me know. And I'll get a hold of
exactly.
Chris Johnson
Get a
for
hold
you.
of Kyle.
Yeah,
He'll
yeah,
get a
yeah.
hold
I'm
of
gonna
me.
be your intermedium.
Actually, if you want to find me, show up at World Gym around 5:15.
Monday through
Monday through Friday is about the only time you'll find
Look
me.
for this handsome man on the bench press. Only on Mondays.
Only on Mondays. No, Mondays and Thursdays.
Ooh, for now.
Twice a week.
Big. I love it. Thanks for
Yes.
coming and do this for
Thank
me,
you for
brother. I
having me. It
appreciate
was
it.
awesome.
You're a good man.
This is good shit.
Peace.